Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ReelTok episode 100. 100 weeks, 100 episodes. We are finally in the triple digits of episodes. Crazy. I can't believe almost 2 years has already flown by. Thank you all for all your support. We would not have ever been able to come close to this without all of your support throughout the, years, which sounds crazy, but we haven't been doing this that long. It seems like literally just yesterday we were on like group chats on Instagram, like planning this thing out. And here we are 100 episodes later. We hope you've had a fun time with it. We've had an absolute blast with it. It's fun. I was watching some of our old episodes back, like 1, 2, and 3 last night. I was like, man, we've come a long way. Like not only just like being better speakers and like having better planned episodes, but like all of our audio quality has improved immensely, video quality. Fun to look back and see how much we've grown. But thank you all, of course, but especially thank you to our executive producers who are Stefan Johnson and Stefan Niebrick, the two Stefans. Thank you so much. And yeah, we have a very, very fun episode 100 special today. Of course, Trap was the big review of the week, the latest M. Night Shyamalan movie. So we're going to review that. So standard movie review. We're going to do a quick M. Night Shyamalan ranking. After that, I think it might have been episode 50, actually. So kind of like right on the milestone. We did a full M. Night Shyamalan episode. So obviously we talked in length about every movie except Trap in that one. So we'll talk at length about Trap in this one. And if you want to see all our deeper thoughts, albeit a year ago, we've rewatched things since. You can go watch that episode with the Looks Like a Movie podcast. But we'll still give an updated quick M. Night ranking. Trailers and news, but spoiler alert, it's minimal this week, which is probably for the best because we have a lot of other fun stuff we want to get to anyways. We're going to do some collaborative tier lists. So going to be some good debate, good arguments there. And then we're going to do a trivia on our favorite movies of all time that I set up. And then lastly, a Family Feud movie trivia. Last week, Alex and Cam did the Family Feud for the MCU trivia, and that was received really well. People wanted more of it. So I threw out a survey, threw together a new Family Feud today. So some fun trivia is to come. So it's going to be very fun, packed. Episode 100, going to be a great time. But of course, before we get into that, how have you been doing? George, start with you. You've been gone in Monaco, France, couple countries, Europe, but you're back after multiple delayed flight. How have things been? How's the trip?
Yeah, trip was great. It's good to be back. I'm sad I missed the Deadpool and Wolverine episode. That looked like a ton of fun with the Escape Pod guys and Alex. So I'm sad I didn't miss. I'm sad I did miss that, but that was fun to listen to. And I'll give you guys my Deadpool thoughts when we run through what we've been watching. But no, I've been good. Trip was great. We had a really good time. France is hot as shit, and Europe does not know what air conditioning is. So that didn't help my sweaty ass body. But no, we had a great time. We were kind of all over the place. We started in Monaco and Monte Carlo. We were there for 2 days. Then we moved to Nice for 4 days, and then back to Cannes for another 2 days. So we hit like the kind of big three in the south of France, including Monte Carlo, which is really nice. Beautiful beaches, a lot of nice restaurants we went to, a lot of like mom and pop restaurants, just nice hole in the walls, get some of that France culture, which was really nice. But no, we had a great time. It was a very, very needed getaway. The two of us have been just very nonstop for the last couple of months. The chemo wrapped up and I went straight to work. Then I had surgery, went straight to work, and I've just been like grinding at work since. So I never really like gave myself time to like recover, I guess, and like just have like some time off to just relax and recoup. So this was a well-needed vacation for the two of us. Had a great time, and yeah, like 4-hour delay on the flight home. I was texting you guys. The first delay was 2 hours. They didn't tell us the reason. Then the plane got into the gate and they were like, yeah, the plane's going to be delayed another half hour. We have to change the tire. And I was like, okay, whatever. Then by the time we take off, it's like 6 p.m. Our flight was initially supposed to be at 2 p.m. So we didn't get into New York until like 7:30, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So it was a long flying day. And then yesterday we just spent the day unpacking, just getting back into a routine, going to the gym, relaxing. I did my Deadpool 3 and Trap double feature. Yeah, that's been my past couple of days. It's good to be back. Again, sad I missed last week. Deadpool seemed like a fun thing to review, regardless of my thoughts. It would have been nice to have a nice conversation with you guys, but happy to be back for 100.
Question: did you plan when you planned your trip? Did you like consider the Olympics being there? Did that make things like kind of worse with like more people and flights and shittiness, or was that just coincidence that you didn't really consider?
No, we knew the Olympics was going on in France at the time, but we're so far from the Olympics. The Olympics
isn't it just in Paris?
Yeah. So I think
where did you fly into?
Drive. We flew into Nice,
which is like
which is the south. The only thing going on near us was in Monaco. There was a soccer stadium which hosted a couple of the Olympic games, but that one soccer stadium, so like it didn't make Monaco feel congested or anything, so it didn't like impact our trip. I will say Nice, tourist central, packed. Beaches packed to the brim. I don't know if that was because of the Olympics or just because
south of France is pretty popular.
Yeah, I think this is just a prime time for the south of France. Like my sister my sister did this pretty much the exact same trip we did, just a little bit different, but she did it in March or April, I want to say. May. Sorry, I just heard Victoria shouting May. She did it in May, and she said she was not hit with like the tourists as heavily as we were. Like if you look at the one picture I posted on my Instagram of like the overhead shot of the beach, you could just see how crowded that beach was. But I don't think that was because of the Olympics. I think that was just July and August in Monaco and the south of France is just prime time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cameron, how have you been? I know you've been demolitioning your new house. I see we're back in the mattress background current house, but how's the demo been going? How's the home renovations?
We'll be here for a while.
The drywall.
My body's shutting down. I'm so tired. Like I woke up like aching this morning. I was gonna try to get up at like 6 and just run there, go over there, and try to like get some more shit done. And I woke up and my body's just shutting down. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been good. I enjoy doing this stuff. It's just I'm hurting right now. A lot of Advil, a lot of Tylenol. Other than that, I was in Michigan. My favorite place is my grandparents' lake house up in northern Michigan, and so I was there for the Deadpool and Wolverine review. I was in a like random rental when we did that. So that's probably like the best Wi-Fi I've ever had for one of these episodes. Today's been brutal Wi-Fi. I can't really understand what George was saying, but I think it's coming in a little bit. There were some moments that were clear, but it wouldn't be a ReelTok episode without me cutting out halfway through a statement or something. So we gotta pay homage to the other 100 episodes that we've had. Little cameo of Cam's Wi-Fi interruptions, if you call it.
All I was saying was that I love you over and over again.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured that's what it would be. But yeah, it was a really good week, and I'm happy to be moving on the house. We put a beam in, as you guys saw. I sent you all a picture, like took out a wall and put a beam in, so some open concept. They had like drop ceilings, like in a school in one room, so we took that out completely. I took out a wall and put up a new wall. It's just a lot. It's good stuff. It's just a lot of work. But yeah, very enjoyable. 100 episodes is crazy. This is awesome. I'm so excited. Shout out you all. Shout out the fans, of course, but thank you 3. I appreciate you guys putting up with me for 100 full episodes of ReelTok. I know that's definitely not an easy thing to do, but we've also been doing this for plenty more episodes. I mean, we've got thousands of hours of content out there for in Real Quicks and Patreon reviews and Q&As and watch-alongs that we used to do and a bunch of things like that. So just really appreciate everyone for keeping this thing going. My wife is at brunch with her grandparents right now for her grandma's birthday. And I said, no, I have to be on ReelTok episode 100. They didn't really question it. They care way more about seeing Bailey, so they didn't really care. But I'm here for this. I'm so excited. I love this podcast. Hell yeah. Woo!
That's quite the intro.
Beautifully said. Seth, How have you been doing?
You know, randomly, one of my favorite intros is when Cam chat GPT'd it.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh my
man.
god. When was that?
That was
probably like episode
that was like
6.
episode 6.
No, it wasn't that long ago, was it?
That was
I was gonna
early
predict in like the
on.
60s, but yeah,
It was-
maybe
it
it
was
was
I
like-
was thinking it wasn't like I was like
I've been in 3 different apartments / homes for this podcast,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was in my first one. It was in the
That's
in the
great.
apartment, so it had to be early on. That's
Wow,
good
me
intro.
too. Actually, yeah, I've been in 3.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
We've been moving hella.
I've been in 1. That's kind of absurd.
same.
Hell yeah.
How you been doing, Seth?
Good. Wasn't on the last week's episode. Same as George.
I will say, real quick, like it's probably great that you guys weren't there, just in the sense like we didn't even review Deadpool that negatively,
Yeah.
and
Well, I wasn't
shout out the Escape Pod. Their fans are like way meaner than ours, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't their fans and it was just like a general audience. People were not happy with our review. We weren't even that negative. I don't think, like we were saying like it was a fun mess. Apparently, it was like The Godfather Part 4. I mean, it was crazy, man.
Dude, my letterbox comment section is a battleground right now.
Yours is pretty like okay though, George. To be honest, most
Dude,
people are like.
I posted my review before I went in to watch Trap. There was like 24 comments. Out of Trap, 123 comments.
Is that people arguing with each other or arguing with you? Wow.
A little bit of both. There was some back and forth. Some people are like, "Holy W." Some people were like, "I ain't reading all that." L, buddy.
Yeah. Shout out, like, if there are any new listeners from the like Deadpool episode, like we're not that mean to movies. I think we're relatively like positive on movies. Tyler's review was simply, I didn't like the movie. I'm not going to speak on it because I don't want to kill the buzz. That's really it. Like,
I would have murdered the buzz.
If
I had to watch it as well, it wouldn't have been a fun episode.
It got crazy, man. It got crazy in the comments. I was like, I don't know what's going on right now, guys. This is too many. Some dude commented 6 times, and I was like, it's Deadpool and Wolverine.
I saw. I saw
Bring
those.
it down. Yeah, it's crazy. So shout out you.
Good.
How was the UFC event? That was like 6 days ago, 7 days ago.
Awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, it was like genuinely like I would consider that like a best event of life, moment right there. Because it's a thing.
Your first, was it? I thought you'd been.
Yeah, it was my first.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, never. For some reason, I thought you'd been to it before.
No, it was my first, and it happened to be the biggest one that the UK has ever put on. Not just in terms of like popularity and capacity, in terms of the actual fights, and also it was at like this new arena they've just built recently, like a couple of months ago in Manchester. Went with a guy called Josh, who's one of our patrons. Had a fucking blast. It was great. I actually got recognized a couple of times as well, which is kind of weird at UFC events. So shout out you to you pair if you're listening. But no, it was amazing. It was amazing. It was very different staying up all night because obviously it was in England, but the times were like when I'm watching it in the US. Mm-hmm. So we got there at like 10, and I think we left at like 6:15 a.m. something around there. Mm-hmm. And the issue is like you can't drink too much because like if you're just drinking beer, you've already kind of developed the hangover when you're still out at that point. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you have to plan around it. So I didn't really drink too much, but no, it was an amazing experience. I loved it. I definitely go again. I know I sent you guys a picture. We got there, and even I was surprised by how good like our seats were. Like we were pretty close to the octagon, and we were basically sat. So like Tyler, you've watched it. Where like the fighters walk out. Mm-hmm. They walk out the music. We were sat there, like on the end of the row, so you can see my head on TV. Like 2 points, nice. Which is cool. I know, but no, it was amazing. I would definitely go again. I loved it. I think it's just one of those like must-do experiences for any UFC fan, I think. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was really, really, really great, really good experience. What else have I done? I went to like a trap event on Monday. Saw M Night, Josh, and Salika, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Saw those 3. Went to an event for that. Event was whatever. I actually don't like events, really. George, I don't know if you can relate to that because you go to them a lot. I like seeing people I know, but when it's an event, I'm just like going for specifically the film, and I'm not in the mood to socialize. I'm like, I just don't want people talking to me. I'm just here for the film, you know?
Yeah, I like the film part of the events, but like if like there's like an after party, not my vibe.
Yeah,
Fun
it depends
fact,
who I'm
real
with.
quick.
Depends who I'm with.
Real quick, sorry to steal it. On the events list, obviously,
Yeah.
like I feel like I always make the joke, like bring the event to Indiana. There was a movie premiere for The Duel, I believe, in Indiana last week.
What is The Duel? Was that the one with the Sprouse twins?
Yeah, one of the Sprouses. I can't remember Dylan or Cole, but it's one.
No, both of them were there.
Hell yeah, even better.
Why would
I
they
wasn't
do
invited,
Indiana?
and that really kind of hurts my feelings.
You're Mr. Indiana on film.
All I've got is Indiana film. Like in theory, I don't think anyone else from Indiana is talking about film online. I could be wrong. I've just never seen them. I'm calling myself number one.
Yeah, you'd have. I'd imagine you're number one.
There were like three
Indiana's number one film talker.
There were like three people from like high school or middle school that I like randomly still follow on Instagram. You know, they were invited. I'm like, what do I have to do, man? I don't know. Did I say something wrong about the Sprouse brothers back in the day on Disney Channel? I loved Zach and Cody. This is awful. Yeah, there was an Indiana premiere, and I found out about it because my friend who lives in Indy, I was in Michigan at the time, but I would have gone. My friend who lives in Indy's texted me. He's like, "Where you at, man? There's this film premiere at the History Museum." I didn't even get the invite.
I would just assume that all the US ones are just like LA and New York, you know. But I don't know if it was that big of a film.
I agree.
98%
Apparently, the directors of this are from Indiana or something like that.
Is it because
Dylan or Cole Sprouse have been in Indiana a lot recently. Like they were at the Indy 500 and they were in Indianapolis, like on the Indianapolis TikTok or something. And so people were like, "Why are they here?" And then that's why for this movie. Yeah, so I'm officially out on that movie. I'm never gonna see it, never gonna review it.
I will boycott that movie too.
Fuck The Duel.
Yeah, same. Never gonna watch it anyway. Don't even know what it was.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. But yeah, good 2 weeks. That's kind of why I watched a few films. So we'll go over in a second. Kind of took on some new responsibilities. Work wise, I guess. So really busy few weeks incoming for me. But yeah, other than that, all good.
Nice. My week has been up and down, but mostly positive. I sent the image like last Sunday night that my like roof started leaking. Basically, like our air conditioning unit, which is in our attic, like pretty much like once a year or so in like super hot places like Arizona, you have to get maintenance done on it to like suck out like the drip pan of like all the condensation from how hot it gets. So it like overflowed because we hadn't got it cleared out in like a year and a half or something. And it, like Riley was getting ready for work. She worked that night. So like I was in here and I had my like noise canceling ear pods in. And then like she's like screaming. I didn't hear anything. And she comes in. She's like, I heard me yelling. I'm like, no, what? And then come there and like the closet is just drenched in water, just through like the light fixture, through like the attic door, just like pouring water all over our closet. It was not fun. Luckily, we got a plumber out here fast, and he was able to fix it, and it's all good, and everything got dried up. But unfortunately, since it was in our closet, every single article of clothing was covered in like air conditioning coolant water mixtures. So we've had to do like 30 loads of laundry this week to wash absolutely everything in our closet, which has just been brutal. And right now in my bedroom, I have 10 loads of laundry unfolded. Like I could not keep up with it. And I was like, I'm just going to keep pushing it away. And one day I'll feel motivated. I know I'll never feel motivated to do it, but today I think finally I'll get things put back together. But that was kind of the most annoying part of it, was how much after work there was. Cause like, it wasn't just water. It was like mixed with like air conditioning coolant or Freon or something. So like, you can't just like be like, oh, that'll dry out. You kind of wash that shit out. So that sucked. But then Tuesday we went to Arizona Diamondbacks game against the Washington Nationals. Blowouts are always so boring to go to, but like it at least reached the point of a blowout where it was like putting up historic numbers of a blowout. So it was like the biggest win in Diamondbacks history, the most hits they've ever had in history. So like it was just a crazy.
What's a hit? Just a hit?
Just like getting on base.
Hit the ball
yeah.
It
getting on
like,
base.
You have to get to first base. Like,
hitting the ball and getting on base.
You know, like you got to know at least what a baseball like diamond looks like. You have home plate.
Sorry. I thought you were my bad. I thought you were referring to.
Yeah, that's fair. I did not clarify it was baseball. So people not in America hears those two team names and they're not going to know what the hell that is. So yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it was a blast. Had a great time with it. It was just domination from the very beginning, and it was fun. It's kind of fun to see just one team just absolutely crush the other team and just break the other team's spirit. But fun. I haven't been to a baseball game in a long time. Is first sporting event I've been to living in Arizona. So
9 dogs, 9 beers, 9 innings.
Did not, but I did get one hot dog. That was the first thing we got. It's funny. It was like $2.99. So like I went up there and we ordered a hot dog for me and Riley. Like, do you want the normal hot dog? Or you want like the Diamondback dog? And I was like, I expected the Diamondback dog to be dressed up with a ton of stuff. I was like, what's the difference? They're like, well, the cheap one is or like the Diamondback dog is all beef. But like the cheap one's like a bunch of just random stuff. And I was like,
I don't care.
Don't care. Just give me the $2 one. I'm not gonna pay $8 for a hot dog.
$2 is pretty good at a fucking event, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Some places have like a $1 dog night, which is rare, but yeah, ballpark like usually expensive.
A game? That's kind of like, I mean, compared to
our we don't have a professional baseball team in Indiana, but our minor league team does $2 maybe $1 dog Tuesdays or something. I don't know. We were supposed to go to a game, but it got rained out for $1 dogs.
But no, it was a fun time baseball game. And then since then, Riley's had a friend in town, like her best friend is visiting, but she's like severely allergic to like cats and dogs. So can't even stay at our place. So they rented an Airbnb up in Scottsdale. So like they're just in a different city right now, like staying there for a few days. And she leaves some point today. So then Riley will be coming back. But yeah, it's like we've tried before when she visits to just like completely like clean up as much cat hair as possible, vacuum, use air filters, but it's just she's just too allergic. It's not like deathly or anything, but it's like she'll just start like getting red all over and itchy like crazy. So this time we just decided we're not gonna try it. We know what the outcome's gonna be. So they just got a Airbnb up in Scottsdale. So yeah, and then I've just been hanging around the house trying to get some stuff done. But
not folding laundry, it sounds.
I was just gonna say that's the one thing I keep putting off. I'll do everything but folding laundry. But today's the day I probably have to get it done, even though I would love nothing more than just go back to bed after recording this. But it's one of those things. It's like when you used to wake up for school too, and like you wake up and you're like, I'm so dead tired. The first thing I'm going to do when I get home is go to bed. But then like by the time that time comes, you're like, I'm over the tiredness.
All the time. I would never get to bed. Yeah. Also, on that note, Tyler, me and Anna are getting a cat now.
Ooh.
No.
Do you know like what kind, or just like you've decided on a cat? And
no, it's only because my mom's friend's cat. They just had like a bunch of kittens. And,
nice.
Is it like a black cat? Orange cat.
I think so. She's just giving them black cat. She's just giving them to like friends stuff, and we said that we'd take one because I know those cats. Yeah. I'm not a big like cat guy. I've always been I'm a huge dog guy. Like huge.
I wasn't a big cat guy before having cats either. They're
people
fun.
Do say that, Cameron. People do say that.
Dogs are better still. They're fun.
Yeah, dogs care about you more. Let's be real about it. But we can't like the issue is we're not even supposed to have pets here. Like
cats, they won't notice though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But a dog, it's like. I look after mom's dog, like my dog, whatever, a few days a week, and that's fine, but she's not staying over often, so I think it's a bit more difficult to manage. And also, like, if you have a dog here, we don't have we have like a communal place where it's like, like apartment. Like, we can't take the dog out there to shit because, I have to like, and it's like in the middle of the night, she used to go to the toilet, whatever. I have to take her, outside, we have to go for a walk, have to get dressed and stuff. And that's just fucking pain. Whereas a cat's just like,
very low maintenance.
Cats are easy.
Whatever. So yeah, hopefully we get in cat in like a month or so.
I could totally see this changing you to being just like such a cat guy, like
I like
they're so chill. I can see you just watching movies and the cat would just be hanging out there, just loafing.
They just hang out. It's fun.
Yeah, no, I do like them. I just think dogs are better.
You'll put on an MCU film and it'll start scratching at your face. You're like, this is my cat. This is a good cat. And it'll make you go to the DVD case and knock over a Bergman and be like, come on, let's get serious.
But yeah, hopefully that goes well.
Yeah, no, that's fun. It's a fun update. What have we been watching, George? What have you been watching? I know probably not a whole lot while you're traveling, but obviously the big one being Deadpool and Wolverine that you want to touch on.
Oh yeah. What was the last thing I left off at? I think I talked about The Day After Tomorrow with you guys. So I think I left off here. So I'm starting my Alien rewatch. I got through Alien and Aliens. I think on rewatch that solidified that.
Jesus Christ, George, this is a long review.
What? Yeah, dude, I wrote
I
it.
didn't read it or like look at it. I just started scrolling and I'm like, holy fuck.
I laughed out loud when he said that. I opened it up and I just scrolled. And I just started laughing. And
I
I just
told you,
opened it and then
Sorry
closed
that
it
happened. I'm
immediately.
happy for you.
I haven't even
read
read it yet. I need to read it.
I had way too much time between Deadpool and Trap, so I had literally 2 hours to just type away. But all right, Alien rewatch. I've started. Obviously, I think I'm watching Romulus as of right now. I have tickets on the 15th, so I got time.
Same.
But I don't know where we all stand on this, but I think the rewatch of Alien and Aliens, I think I'm confident I put Alien above Aliens.
I have Covenant above
Aliens
Alien.
better. Aliens better.
Alien above Alien. I mean, Seth and I feel like have been vocal for like the whole length of the pod of how much we love Aliens. That's not like a hot take to us.
To be fair, I haven't rewatched Aliens in like a good, I want to say 2 years. So I need to watch.
Same, but I think I low key think I'm gonna like it even less on rewatch.
Yeah.
Have you seen Covenant or Prometheus, Tyler?
Those are the only two, and I guess it's worth mentioning because we all know this in the background. But we will be doing like an Alien special, like talking about the whole franchise. So you have when this comes out, you have like almost 2 weeks. So if you're listening to this, you have plenty of time to catch up. But none of the Predators, don't worry about that. Alien vs Predators, nothing like that. Just like Aliens.
I'm not watching. Not watching the fucking Predator movies. But yeah, I'm gonna finish that obviously by the time Romulus comes out. Transformers 1, I'm not technically allowed to talk about it, but yeah.
When is it released?
In like September.
You're fucked, kid.
Why did they have that?
Army says thumbs up about Transformers 1. You're fucked.
True.
I mean,
Why did they have to release so early then, George?
Wait, what do you mean, Cam?
I'm doxing you, or didn't you sign an NDA that you're not?
Oh no, I didn't sign shit. No.
Okay.
They just politely asked.
Okay.
He wants to be invited back to Transformers 2. So he's gonna keep his mouth shut.
No, this it was great, truly. Like I had genuinely a really good time with that movie. The flight to France, I watched The Avengers, I watched The Mummy, and I watched Bridget Jones's Diary.
Why did you watch Bridget Jones's Diary?
I did. I wanted to watch like a new movie.
I mean, I don't hate it. That's just such a random pick.
I didn't want to watch something I like. Like I wasn't gonna watch like Barry Lyndon on the plane, so I picked like a.
Yeah, you're never gonna watch Barry Lyndon anywhere, George. I've established it. Just don't.
Yeah, we're 100 episodes in, and I still haven't watched it.
It's fine. I haven't watched Terminator 2. It's cool.
It's fair. But yeah, Mummy, greatest movie of all time. Flight Back Home, I watched Iron Man, so good. Rush Hour 2, so good. And Spider-Man No Way Home, it gets worse with every watch, but still good. And then, yesterday was my Deadpool Trap double feature. Trap we'll talk about. But yeah, Deadpool.
Is Deadpool your second lowest in the MCU?
Yes, it will be my second lowest.
That's fucking insane.
I don't think, dude, a part of me wants to say like, yeah, maybe I was just in a bad mood because I was like tired from the travel day before, but like I really was awake. Like I went to the gym beforehand. I unpacked. I wasn't tired watching the movie. Like I wasn't like in a bad mood watching this movie. It was just not, I don't know. Like the Deadpool brand got really like old and annoying very quickly in this movie. It was a little too self-aware and the whole movie just like shits on the Fox universe and this movie's entire existence. And it's like, if you want to look at this movie as a thank you to the Fox universe, then it's like, why are you spending 2 hours of this runtime just shitting on it entirely? I don't know. I just had a really bad experience. Also, like I said in my review, which I'm confident you did not read yet, Cam, my theater was silent for every cameo.
Good.
Yeah, like not even a little applause. Like I don't know if it's just because it was like,
how many people were in the theater?
It was a decently packed theater for a 2:00 screening. It was a decently packed theater
for everyone.
I don't think so because a lot of people were still laughing. I don't know. I think like not being a part of like that theater craze. Obviously, that video of like the escape pod went around where the whole theater is fucking like screaming. I'm sure I would have been more positive just on this movie because of that, but like I don't know, like that scene where fucking Elektra comes out and then Blade comes out and then Tatum comes out. Not one person was like clapping or cheering. And like when that's not happening, it's just very like it's a very uncomfortable scene because it's like they're just walking in. Like it's clearly meant to be there.
Got cool music.
And then like, again, I said this in my Letterboxd review. I never cared for like Tatum as Gambit, like ever.
But he's great. He's fun.
Dude, he was just the butt.
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself. Come on.
He was just the butt of a dialect joke, and I didn't find it funny. And then also, we just got the best iteration of Gambit we will ever fucking see in X-Men 97. So I don't think anything Tatum would have done would have like pleased me, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, I just had a really bad experience. And then then I start to compare like the way the movie looks to like the Batman and even more recently Constantine, which I watched for the first time. And those movies are just gorgeous. Like they take the pages of a comic book and they just bring it to life so magically. And then Deadpool, you're just like stuck in this like bleak desert for half the movie. And it's just, there's no color. It just looks like crap. But yeah, Hugh Jackman, like I'll never hate him as Wolverine. Obviously, I wish he would have returned in like a.
How does it feel to see your King Cavill jumping ship?
That was fine. That was okay. Cool little cameo. Probably my favorite, honestly. I did like the 5'3" Wolverine. That was funny. But that
was always like 4'11", not 5'3".
Yeah, he was short. But I always see people like, oh, Hugh Jackman can never be like the greatest casting ever because he's not comic accurate height. Seeing that in live action makes me thankful they never went with the comic accurate height of Wolverine because that would have been so shit. But yeah, I wish the comedy landed more. I'm sure if it did, I would have been a little more positive. I wish like the fight sequences were just better. The entire third act, like the big fight scene in like that Ant-Man area, dude, I couldn't even keep up with what was going on. The camera was so shaky and so movie. People were doing stupid flips left and right. It was, I don't know. I just had a really bad experience with this movie, unfortunately. It's okay.
Wrong, but that's all right.
All right. I listened to last week's episode. You said very clearly this movie is really bad, and I don't want to watch it again because I think I'll love it.
No, but I had a lot of fun with it, so I'm gonna claim it's really good. It's better than Trap. Best movie of the year.
Yeah, and then Trap saved my day yesterday, which we'll talk about. But that's it. That's it for me over the last, I guess, 2 weeks.
Seth, how about you? You also been 2 weeks. What have you been up to? What have you been watching? Have you finished Game of Thrones?
No, still going for it.
But
we're doing like two a day, maybe one a day, but it's a really busy day. I think we're up to we're just starting season 6. So I'm just past the point now where I haven't seen anything. Actually, I think we're on the last. We've just done the episode. Oh my god, amazing episode, by the way. I'm not going to say it because it's kind of, mean.
Dude, it's Game of Thrones.
No, but it doesn't matter because if I was listening to this and so if I was into a podcast and someone just blatantly said it,
Tyler, put in it.
All right, spoiler warning. Yeah. Skip 10 seconds ahead.
So the episode where John goes to recruit the wildlings and then the
Hardhome.
Hardhome and the dead army.
Is that where he raises the dead?
Yeah,
that's fucking cool, man.
At the end, when the king just goes,
John's sword is Valyrian
steel because he
that episode is so sick.
That bit made me laugh because when he's fighting that guy, one of the ice, whatever, and he hits him, and then his thing doesn't shatter.
They both look at each other what the fuck?
It's crazy. And I found the big fucking giant guys just so funny. They're just dumb idiots, but I also kind of like them. But that episode was
how far in? I see it all the time. I have not rewatched Game
of Thrones. Don't say anything
since. No, I think you're definitely past this point. Cover your ears and let.
It's a bold assumption.
Yeah.
How far in? Lacey with the Unsullied.
Oh, that's season 5.
Okay.
What did you say then?
Khaleesi with the Unsullied.
No. Oh, that's season 3 or 2.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I see that scene on Twitter once a week, and I'm always like, man, maybe I will rewatch this, and then I never do. But I
think
really
season 3 where she buys the Unsullied.
Okay, that's fair. I thought it was pretty early on. I was pretty confident it was.
But it is pretty early on. in the grand
Huh?
scheme. It is still pretty. It's like
Yeah,
early season.
I thought it was. I just couldn't remember exactly.
Yeah. But now it's.
job.
I'm loving it. It's really great. What else did I watch? Wait, what date did I see to you guys last? trying to figure it out.
Not sure, man.
All right, tennis update. Gold medal match. Novak Carlos. Novak just took the first set, 7-6.
Put your arm down. What? When
Dude,
did
the Olympics have been
21st,
awesome.
21st.
Oh, George, I rewatched Furiosa. Give it a 5. My second 5 of the year.
Oh, you didn't always have it at 5?
No, I did 4.5.
Wow.
So
Time-
yeah, Furiosa.
By the way, Seth, I'm telling you, rewatch Constantine, please. I
know.
promise
I might-
you, the entire time I was watching it, I was like, this movie is just made for Seth. Like, Seth would love this movie.
Okay, I will watch it. Yeah, Furiosa bangs. Hot take. I know. Actually, it kind of is. Whenever I speak about that positively, like on TikTok, people are like, "Oh, it's like shit," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I finally got a chance to watch I Saw the TV Glow because it finally came out in cinemas here. I loved I Saw the TV Glow. I thought it was fantastic. It's like in my top 4 of the year so far. I think it's 4th. But I went with my mom and I told you guys like she hated it. And I was really surprised by that. I kind of wanted to just like disown her, as like my mother then at that point. But I thought it was amazing. Rewatched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, amazing. Trap, rewatched Unbreakable, love it. Lady in the Water, watched a couple. Watched The Samurai, which obviously means Tyler will be speaking about. His Girl Friday with Cary Grant. Also, we finally got the Spider-Mans in cinema as well. So I watched Spider-Man 1.
Are you getting all 3 or just?
We're getting everyone. I'm not going to see the fucking others though. But yeah, so
at least watch
see
the
2?
Amazing. Yeah, no, watch the Amazing Spider-Man. No, I
No,
think you meant
no.
other outside of Toby.
Oh.
No, yeah. So I'm gonna watch. So next Friday is like Spider-Man 2, and then Spider-Man 3 after. There's if I have nothing to do on
Watch
those
Spider-Man
days,
Far From Home.
No, I might go and see main Spider-Man. There's nothing to do one of those because I haven't seen it in years. But I'm so glad we got them in cinemas. It's such a fucking euphoric experience. So yeah, that was amazing. But yeah, that's kind of it. A lot of it's been Game of Thrones shit.
Seth,
George, Kanye West's new album's fucking shit, man. I don't know if you listen.
Yeah,
to it.
why would you listen to?
Because I was doing nothing.
We talked about Vultures 1 when it came out, and you were like, "Yeah, this shit sucks." Why would you waste your time with Vultures 2?
It's worse.
It's no shit.
No, but it's worse than Vultures 1, which is like, what were you doing, man? Like, this guy is so washed. It's crazy.
Dude, all of our kings are washed. Eminem's washed. Kanye's
Eminem's been washed since like 2009.
Yeah. Eminem, which, you know what? Eminem's been washed since what? Like Recovery?
Yeah.
Dude, he's won like 3 Grammys since then.
Yeah, but Grammys, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Grammys don't mean a thing.
Oscars, Grammys, Emmys, whatever. We know.
Insane.
Recovery.
Recovery's like
I love the way
one
you
with
lie.
Not Afraid.
Not Afraid.
Yeah. And it's the one where it's like the picture of
album.
him walking on like a long road.
Good album.
Yeah.
That was definitely when I stopped listening to rap. So that was a good album.
Fair. But yeah, that's kind of it.
I'm in my big girly pop era right now.
Hell yeah.
With what was that include?
Charlie.
A few Chaperona.
Billy, Charlie,
Lollapalooza.
Chaperone went
That crowd was
insane.
insane.
George,
man. That was awesome.
George, do you like thingy with Billy and Charlie?
Yeah.
I don't love it. I'll be honest.
I don't love it. I will say this, and I've been seeing some people talk about this on TikTok, and I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
When Billy's voice is not mixed by Phineas, it's so obvious. And it's not a bad thing. Phineas is just so distinct, and you can tell he grew up with this girl because they are siblings, and he knows how to like perfectly tune her voice to sound beautiful. Mm-hmm. And you can clearly tell he's not doing the mixing on guess. Good song, not amazing.
Expected better, although I maybe shouldn't.
Yeah, I would have rather them collabed on like 365 or like Sympathy.
Oh, I don't know. Will Billy have
Their styles don't really clash ever, though.
No, their styles do not.
365 would have been like hard to get everyone, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. They tonally
weird collab. Makes sense based on how popular they both are, but weird stylistic.
It's a great marketing gimmick.
I liked it.
Yeah,
Charlie XX right now. I mean, she's been here for like 10 years, but right now they're absolute peak of powers. Really,
it's very, very different. You're comparing fucking like Denis to Robert Eggers is what you're doing.
Yeah, true.
Cameron, what have you been watching this last week?
A lot of rewatches. lot of movies that are just easy to throw on because one, I've been traveling, and two, when I've been working, I just like throw it on and like throw my AirPods in, and it makes me feel like I can just like walk away kind of thing, But I don't know why. Apple sent me The Instigator, so thanks. I don't know why. It's the new Matt Damon and Casey Affleck movie.
Doug Liman.
It's a movie. So yeah.
Doug Liman?
Does it exist?
Yeah, it exists in the world, and it's not bad. It's just
is it better than Roadhouse or worse than Roadhouse?
Didn't see Roadhouse, so I'm gonna go with better.
Oh, what you probably like Roadhouse, honestly.
I don't know. It has not appealed to me.
You have big news on your Across the Spider-Verse rewatch.
Across the Spider-Verse.
I was going to ask about that.
Ever. It might be the best movie ever.
Has that not always been 100 out of 100 for you?
No, it's a 98.
You've been given a few of these recently because I saw you.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get to 10. I'm trying to get
Is
to
the
10.
boom meter affecting you? You're going to start overrating everything to 100?
Don't rush the 10. You need to wait for it to come to you.
I know, but like Into and Across the Spider-Verse was always they were always there.
Two perfect movies.
Like,
what was Across the Door?
Across is so, and so Across the Spider-Verse is not one I watched like while I was just like doing work. It's when I got home and was like disheveled laying in bed after a nice. Every shower this week has hit like crack at the end of the day. It's been fantastic.
Cold showers or warm showers, Cam?
I'm a like room temperature shower. I don't like it hot, but I don't like it cold.
Okay,
I like it like in a nice happy medium. But then I just like lay in bed because I was alone at night, which is fantastic to like just sit and watch TV. But yeah, Across the Spider-Verse, I like it might be the best looking movie ever. It's so fucking good, man.
Dude. It's so good.
It's so fucking good. And I don't know, it might be higher than Into the Spider-Verse. Who knows? That
really
great.
That's my third most logged movie on Letterboxd. It's my most logged. Yeah,
I'm at 7.
It's one of 3 double digits for me.
Yeah, I'm not a double digit. I have not gotten there yet. I might make it a double digit for fun.
Wait, Cam, if you want to hit 10 100 out of 100s, I don't know if you've watched.
Oh, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Or Zack Snyder's
Justice
Rebel Moon?
League.
Okay. Of course, I need to check those ones out.
Dude,
Zack
I
Snyder's
shit
Rebel
you
Moon
not.
came out
Hold
this
on,
week.
I texted you guys about this. I started watching the Rebel Moon director's cut yesterday, and I turned it off after I texted you guys about slow motion throwing seeds into a farm.
Crazy.
Why is it 3 hours long or something?
Dude, it's 3.5.
I've seen people say it's not bad, but not a whole lot. What's it called? Sorry, The Amazing Spider-Man. I rewatched because like I have a fond memory of it, and I still do. Man, it's got a vision there, but a lot of the execution is not amazing.
Like 1 or 2.
1, 2 sucks. 2
I like 1.
Okay.
I like 1.
I like 1 a lot too.
I think 1.
I think I gave it. I like 1 a lot too. And like I said, I think the vision is there. The execution is not, in my opinion. There's one moment when Flash is beating up that random kid and Peter stops him. Flash throws the kid and the kid makes the Star Wars like Lego Star Wars falling noise of like what? It's very funny on rewatch. So that was good to see. But yeah, good movie. I wish I liked it more.
Yeah, for me, mine's pretty quick because basically most of the last 2 weeks was I rewatched every single M. Night Shyamalan movie, even the ones that I knew were not going to be redeemed, like Wide Awake and The Last Airbender. But I just wanted to go through every single one again. So then made Trap to be a very cathartic experience, like building up 14 films prior to it of his filmography, 15 actually, because it was the 16th I vlogged.
Yeah.
So crazy 2 weeks, but we're going to do our M. Night Shyamalan ranking after Trap. So that's when I'll talk about most of them. But other than that, not a whole lot. Watch The Assassination of Jesse James with Coward Robert Ford, which a lot of people rate very highly. Yeah. I didn't like it as much. I gave it a 3-star. Like a lot of people say it's like Casey Affleck gives like the best performance of the 21st century. And I thought he was like fine in it. Like he was good, but it was just a fine performance. Initially it was supposed to be Shia LaBeouf in that role, but then they decided he was like too young to play the role, which is weird because like the character's like 20 years old, I think. Casey Affleck seemed almost like too old to play it, so they decided they'd rather go too old than too young, I guess. But I don't know. I just
people rate it really highly on my.
They rated it super highly, and then people were upset about my 3-star review. But gonna be honest, I didn't didn't really care for it much until the title happens, the assassination of him, because Jesse James is played by Brad Pitt, and I thought Brad Pitt was like serviceable at best, and like I don't know, a lot of people treat those two performances as like best of this century, and I don't know, I just wasn't that drawn in by it. But oh well, unfortunate, but at least I got it off my watch list. It was, it's a longer film and finally got to it, but yeah, I didn't love it as much as I was hoping. Watched Titan, which Seth 2 days later realized that I gave a 5-star.
But how would you not? If I watched like, I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't. Tyler, you didn't say
if
a
I watched
word.
Boyhood,
it feels desperate. Like I didn't want to be like, "Hey, Seth, check my Letterboxd review."
Why? No, what do you mean? It's me. We just like every day.
Yeah, but I wanted it to be like a. I wanted a surprise text to hit.
If I watched Boyhood and give it a 5, if I watched Zack Snyder's Just League at 5, if I watched Camp, what's the 5 that I haven't seen that you have?
Across the Spider-Verse rewatch. Just use it.
Yeah, well, no, because like you know what I mean. One of them.
Yeah.
I would tell whoever it was straight away. So I was a bit disappointed when I found that out.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I love that movie. That movie blew me away. Gorgeous movie visually. Wow. I from the opening, like it wasn't the opening scene, because opening scenes obviously when as a kid in the car crash, but like when the opening like tracking shot of what, like 6 minutes, maybe even longer than that, of the car show, I was like, yeah, this movie's gonna be great. So that's a great film, 5-star. My favorite of 2021, one of my favorites of the decade. And then the only other non-Shyamalan film other than the Patreon reviews, which was Jaws last week and La Samurai this week, rewatched Challengers. Don't know if you guys heard about that movie.
Yeah, I George looked that film.
That movie, weirdly, that movie gives me the best
watching it
vibes of college, like college reminiscent vibes of like any movie, because there's a ton of like very collegey movies. Like the
Party X, or what is it?
That's
Project X.
Project X.
That's high school.
I used to
That's
love that film.
I have not.
Wait, what movie? What movie?
I'm gonna be honest.
Project X.
We're talking about like movies that remind us of college.
Oh, come on. It's like the most you movie, I feel like.
It's like Miles Teller's debut, maybe.
Man.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's like Miles Teller's debut. Yeah, Everybody Wants Some is also up there for like college vibes. But like I like Challengers because not like in your face college vibe, but like any scene they're on the college campus, like wearing the Stanford gear, I'm like, yeah, I miss college. But I miss college in the way that I have like very fond memories of it, but not the way like some people are like, bring me back. Like I would do anything to go back. Like I think that's sometimes just based on like the age and like having less responsibilities, but not in terms of actually like I need to go back to a college campus and be partying and be in school again. But it's just like a nice, I was like, yeah, this is a comfort movie, Challenger. So love it. And then, yeah, all the rest of Shyamalan's, like I said. So with that, let's get into the latest M. Night Shyamalan film, Trap, released in theaters. Shockers getting polarizing reviews. It's sitting right at a 3.0 on Letterboxd right now. I imagine it dips under that any day now if I had to guess. But let's get into it. The synopsis. I feel like this one was marketed pretty heavily, so I feel like everyone pretty much has seen the trailers at this point. But 30,000 fans, 300 cops, 1 serial killer, no escape. A father and teen daughter attend a pop concert where they realize they're at the center of a dark and sinister event. I realized the Letterboxd description really doesn't give away much, but anyone who saw the trailer knows that obviously there's a serial killer called the Butcher, played by Josh Hartnett, which this is all given away in the trailer. And basically the whole concert is a trap to catch him. And this is like the FBI and cops sting to finally bring him into justice. He's been eluding justice. And this whole movie's kind of a game of cat and mouse to see this game go down of a chase to try and track down the serial killer at the concert of Lady Raven, which is played by Suleika Shyamalan, one of M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. Obviously, another one of his daughters, Shauna Knight, had The Watchers from earlier this year. But Trap, let's get into this thing. We will start with who saw it the most recently. So I'm going to start with George. George, Trap, what are your thoughts? I was happy with your thoughts, but I'll let you speak to it instead of me.
Yeah.
Spoiler free, obviously. We'll get into spoilers later.
Yeah, spoiler free. I'm not going to lie. Walking into Trap, I had slight Challengers PTSD, Tyler 5-star, Cam 4.5, Seth 4. So I was like, shit, I really don't want to redo, our Challengers bit for Trap. So I'm really happy.
TV.
It would have made for fun TV. But no, I'm stunned. I truly am stunned. I did text you guys this last night though. Tyler, you and I seem to have really loved this movie for different reasons, although you did love it for the same reasons I did, but you got a little bit more out of it. So I am excited to talk about it. I loved just this insane aura of suspense that every single frame of this movie carried. From the first scene, it was just you're thrown into this concert. It's a very stable environment, and then everything just unfolds very slowly and very meticulously, and it goes from stability to instability. Chaos turns into uncertainty, and it made for this very Tyler, I think you used the word suffocating in your review, and I echo that sentiment. It made for a very suffocating, anticipation driven experience, which I absolutely loved. It was, and I'm beating the shit out of a dead horse here because I feel like everyone's talking about this exact same thing, but it feels very Hitchcockian, and it feels just. It's so tense. It's so anxiety driven, and Josh Hartnett is so fucking. I don't even want to say like Josh Hartnett. I wasn't familiar with your game because like I was familiar with his game, but I still want to say I wasn't familiar with his game because I didn't know he had this in him. Balancing two lifestyles. He's basically playing two characters. This loving father just trying to give his daughter a fantastic day, and this serial killer at like the Letterboxd synopsis says, this serial killer at the center of this sinister maze, and it's a balancing act, and he's doing it so fucking brilliantly. I said this in my Letterboxd review. M. Night's patience in this movie is insane. It's just from the first frame, you're like. What's going on. Josh Hartnett is a serial killer, and this concert is a play to catch him. But it still feels very controlled. And M. Night doesn't unleash like true suspense and true like exhilaration until he's like confident that he's like developed his scenes and his characters perfectly. I'll keep it spoiler free. The next thing out of my mouth is going to be a slight spoiler, but I'll keep it spoiler free. So I'll finish there. I thought this was fucking fantastic. I really did. My showing was at 6:30, and I got out of that theater at around 8:30. If I wasn't tired and jet lagged, I would have bought tickets to the 9:00 showing. I wanted to get right back in that theater and rewatch it. Again, no spoilers. We'll talk about the final scene. Fucking, and I'm not talking about the mid-credit scene. I'm talking about like the true final scene of the movie. Fucking awesome, dude.
Best post-credit scene of the year.
Dude, best post-credit scene of like the decade.
Did you watch the Deadpool one though?
No, I did not.
It made me
wait.
It was silly and stupid.
The one about Chris Evans.
Yeah,
that was it. That was the only one.
It made me laugh.
Yeah, that one I saw. But yeah, I love this. I won't spoil where it lands in my M. Night ranking, but I mean, you guys know how I feel about M. Night mostly, and how kind of I rate his movies, so I'm sure it's not that much of a spoiler. But I love this. I really did. I thought this was so fucking pulsating. It was so awesome. And Josh Hartnett, I'm sure we'll talk about it. I don't know if he's atop my list of best actors, but if he's not one, he's two.
Like performances on the year.
Performances on the year. Yeah. Performances on the year.
Say, man, you really loved him if he's already maybe your number one actor of all time.
No. Performances on the year. But I'll wrap up my thoughts there. Are we spoiling like our rating or no? I mean, it's on Letterboxd.
Well, yeah. Like, what was your rating for this movie?
Yeah. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5. I fucking love this, and I'm being honest. Tyler, after we have this discussion and you talk to me about the commentary and maybe things I didn't catch, I think if I rewatch this movie, it could go up to a 5.
Maybe I should do the opposite now and just talk negatively about it to bring it down to a 4 so we can restore order to the universe.
True.
Cam, your
Seth
thoughts
was
on
the lowest. I don't think anyone had it on their bingo card that Seth would be the lowest.
I hated this shit, man. Bad film. Bad.
Seth, man. 2024 and the M. Night hate. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Really.
Seth, it's a dialogue style, bro. It's not a problem. Grow up.
I mean, yeah, look at George's name. It says it all on the pod. But Cam, what was your thoughts?
Is that been like the whole time?
I changed that like 15 minutes ago.
I noticed a while ago. Just kind of waiting for someone to see it. I liked it. Trap, good movie, confirmed. Also, shout out Victor Perez, Olympics update. 5 birdies in a row on his home turf. That's crazy. 2 back. Good Olympics this year.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I found out 2 seconds ago that golf was an Olympic sport.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
I didn't know.
I
golf was
had
Olympic sport.
no
like
idea
2018.
until
Tennis
you
is relatively new too, right?
Sorry, since 2016, I think.
Okay,
actually.
until you just mentioned it, I had no idea.
I didn't know golf was Olympic
Yeah,
sport.
it's only been for like the last. This is like the 3rd Olympics, I think. But Trap's cool, man. The best M. Night movie. This movie is visually stupid, dude. It is so good looking. Every time it like goes to Josh Hartnett's half face, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Or like when they're standing behind the scenes and you see like the stage on the big screen and then it's just them in the corner. Yeah, this is cool. Or like the flashing lights. Fucking cool, man. This is Makti Prom cooked in this thing.
Can I was gonna wait to give a hot take, but since we're talking about it, can I give a hot take real quick?
Sure, of course.
I think this movie is visually stunning, and there were so many. I even texted you guys like the scene of the lights rotating around. I fucking clapped in the theaters.
Don't ruin this.
I'm not gonna ruin the movie. I'm not gonna ruin the movie. I never looked at Sayumbo Mukti Prom this highly. Like Challengers, Call Me by Your Name, Suspiria. I never thought they had. They were never like they were visually cool, but like they never had any memorable shots.
Wow,
movie,
Challengers.
Okay,
come on, Challengers.
Actually, I'll go back to this, George. Suspiria has some like bangers in it.
No, I'm not. He's a fantastic DP. He's fantastic at his job, but I feel like the way people have been talking about him over the last like 2-3 weeks has been like, yeah, he's been at the top of his game and like the best working cinematographer in Hollywood. Where like I personally just never looked at him that way. I think he's been fantastic, but I don't think he's cooked up like memorable visual storms the way Trap. I'm going to think about so many frames for the next 6 to 10 decades of my life.
I think it comes
You're
from
living 10 more decades. That's impressive, George.
Yeah, that's crazy impressive. You'll be old.
Cool numbers.
The way George was setting that up, I thought he was about to like start negging Trap. Like I thought he was like,
No.
I thought
I agree, George. I think
if anything, that's a compliment towards Trap because I've never thought Mukti Prom has been bad. I think he's fantastic at his craft. He's just never been someone I've looked at as like he's one of the best at his craft. Trap makes me look at him that way now.
I think that a lot of the praise for him as a DP comes from, you know, like the Thai director, Boris Thakur, the one who I like Uncle Boomy and those sort of things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the praise inherently comes from that because obviously he was a regular collaborator with him. And I think now it's finally transitioned to Hollywood. So a lot of people you see on praise on Twitter are like the big Boris Thakur fans. Like if you watch a couple of those, I think you'd be like, okay. Like
and he's gonna have a 3rd Hollywood movie coming out this year too with Queer, and then he has a 4th movie coming out that Doug mentioned. But he has 3 like Hollywood movies.
My man working hard.
Yeah. But Cam, back to you.
Yeah, Trap's just really good. A lot of deeper themes in it that Tyler can definitely go into more. Josh Hartnett is fantastic. But I think the biggest draw to this movie is Salika Shyamalan. She's fantastic. She is so good in this thing, man. And like I think she's jumped to like my best supporting actress top easily, which I was thinking about. I don't really know who was at the list before. I think we've done that already of like who's at the top of the list. I don't really know who was there before, but man, she's really, really good. And she was awesome to see in this, and also banger music. So good on her. I think this was her soundtrack. I think this was her debut like album. Am I mistaken there, or is that true? I think that's true. But awesome for her to start off like that. Funny little M. Night cameo. I know he cameos in most of his movies, but I love seeing the guy. He seems like a very nice guy. So I'm sorry to him that I really dislike like majority of his movies. Sorry, M. Night. I'm still not there yet.
Do you dislike the majority? I
feel like I dislike the majority that I've seen. I have not seen most of his movies, but I have seen After Earth, Last Airbender, and The Happening, which is still a bad movie. But yeah,
you haven't seen any of the Eastrail 177 trilogy? I feel like that's right up your alley.
The like Glass and Split.
Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
What did you just call it, Tyler?
It's the Eastrail 177 trilogy.
That's
What is that?
we're just
The
making
vein
things up.
trilogy.
No,
We're
you are.
just making it.
You
That's
made
like
that
the
up.
that's like the
All right,
Cornetto
you're getting
trilogy.
the
They're not
number
real.
one
They're
M
not
Night
real.
fan taken off. You lost your privileges.
They're not real. It's like the Cornetto trilogy. It's not real. People just make it up to get their franchise.
No, but that is real.
No, it's not real.
That's
It's
they're
literally
lost.
that
That's-
is
that's-
real.
They're
No,
lost.
not real.
They're lost.
What are you talking about?
I've seen Split, and I like Split a lot. Of his movies that I've seen that I like, I believe are this, Signs, Split.
No, we'll go on to this. Actually, I just realized I'm going to spoil it.
I don't even, dude. I don't really have a ranking because I've seen like 6 of his movies. I think I'm like 50-50 on him right now. But unfortunately, the 3 I hate are like added up to like a 3 out of 300 on my scale. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
silly.
brutal. 85 out of 100 though. I'll move on. Trap is really good. Y'all should go see it. It's very fun, very cool. And it's just a really good time at the theaters because honestly, this movie, like Seth said, or like in his review, it's a silly, funny, good, fun movie. So like it's a good thriller, but it's also funny.
Mhm. Seth, let's hear it.
Yeah, you know what's funny? This isn't coming out until next week here, so it's a good job. Actually, I was a +1 to the Trap screening as well.
I'm glad
It's a
you got to
fucking
see it then. I didn't.
Good
realize
job. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to podcast. Yeah, I mean, I really like this. I think it's fantastic. I think that where it excels, I actually found the moments. Again, it's thrilling. It's combusted. It's ever changing. It's very. I mentioned this in my review. I know you guys probably haven't played these games, so it's not related to you. It's very Hitman-like in the way we're kind of just following a guy, just making things up as he goes along and doing like the most stupid of circumstances. And I feel like it was very Hitman-inspired as well. I think Mark Duprom and I think I said this in my review, and I'm like cook up a visual storm. Like there are so many like moments, like obviously the aforementioned, but the opposite shots and stuff like that, where it always gets me excited. And I won't go into spoilers, but especially where the visuals really start to turn up in techniques wise is kind of the first sequence we see. I'm not going to say in a house. Let's say that we'll go on to it. But I think it excels in for me mostly with its humor. I think that's what M. Night excels at a lot. I think it's a very fucking funny film. Like Cam said that I said that he said that. I don't fucking know. I think it's
funny. It's funny.
It's silly, yeah, but it's silly. It's earnest. This clear commentary on M. Night as a dad, as I'm sure Tyler will allude to as well, and being a father and the communication between the two. And it's quite a reflective film. Like it's one of those films where it kind of almost feels like it is very, very personal, like most M. Night's films, but more than the rest of his filmography. And that really stands out as well. I love how the each conversation is shot in this. It's I think in terms of being close up to the expressions and the humor, I loved let me get his name, Jonathan Langdon in this. Jamie, the guy who sells the merch and stuff. Yeah. She was so
he was so funny.
He was so funny,
dude. I love that. Would you ever show a stranger you just met a serial killer's crime scene?
Save that for spoilers.
Yeah, it's like
okay. We'll say spoilers. That shit had me crying.
Just on that note, George, it's like this thing really annoys me. And again, it comes back to M. Night specifically, and not criticism says like dialogue or whatever. This is something that we say. Films in general. Why do people have to feel the need, feel that the films have to follow a pattern of logic?
I saw someone. I can't remember if it was Letterboxd or Twitter or TikTok or whatever. I saw someone get mad that the police would never set a trap at a concert with this many people. Who cares?
It's a fucking film.
A million movies where the police would never do this. It's just silly fun. Who cares?
There were so many moments in this and so many reviews I saw. It was it's a film full of conveniences, and that's the fucking point. That's what makes it so good. Yeah, you're able to follow it, and that this guy's able to get away with just the utmost, ridiculousness. But most of all, I think I said this in my review. I think it's a film just full of love. It's nepotism in its finest form. He essentially made this film as promotion for his daughter, and for the she nailed it, and for the love of his family. And I think I said this as well. He is just a man who loves making films with his family, and I think that's really cool. And I think that's kind of him as an industry. And yeah, I think he in an interview he actually said he set this whole film up for that reason. And when he was at the screening I was on, when he came out prior, he basically just emphasized how this film is was made to make you laugh, and was made to as a love message to his kids and to parents and stuff like that. I think it's a really reflective film. But yeah, I think that it shines most in how funny it was. It got me many, many, many times, especially my boy.
It is funny.
Check his name again.
Jonathan Langdon.
I felt bad. I tweeted yesterday, and someone replies to that.
Yeah, but like you just said, like I love this guy. I say I love this
No,
guy
no, no.
about a lot.
No,
of it.
I agree. It's just
I
like,
don't
it was one of those things where I should have checked it. But yeah, shout out him. He was so funny.
But would you have said like I loved Jonathan Langdon?
Yeah.
I love this guy. Like,
Maybe.
I feel like that sounds weird. I don't know.
Maybe.
I saw that
But,
like
I think it's just like
interaction,
it's more like you know, if a tweet gets reception, I want to give credit to an actor who's not
That's
very
fair.
known.
That's fair.
Or it's like looking back at it. But yeah, I loved it. I think it was great. Not my favorite M Night, which obviously we'll go on to soon. But yeah, 4-star for me. Really, really good film.
Yeah, I watched it twice. Obviously, I'm huge on it. Gave it a 4.5 the first time, 5 stars the second time. I'll save most of my thoughts for spoilers, but you know, a lot of people criticize M. Night for like dialogue or unrealistic plots, which like if that's your thing, like sure, fine. Like maybe even if I don't agree with it, I don't care. But when people like talk with him with such hatred of like him as a person, I'm always just so confused because this man is just like so earnest and endearing and just has love for his family that like when you watch these movies, I don't get how you can be like so mean to him in terms of like, because like this dude clearly just like loves filmmaking, loves his family. Like Sydney tweeted out that clip from the interview where he's like, he already has 3 to 4 of his next ideas in the bag.
Oh yeah, sure,
and
yeah.
I love like, and this isn't a spoiler, but like at the beginning when they're like outside the concert, in the background you see a billboard for the Watchers, so promoting his other dot. Like this dude just loves his family, and like I'm not even kidding. I literally like a tear came to my eye during that. Which George and I know we hated the Watchers, but I still was just like, it's just like so sweet. Like obviously like his one daughter's being shown prominently in his movie, but then like having his other daughter's movies posted as billboards, like any director in Hollywood, I would imagine would say like that's the dream if they could just like make movies like this for their family with their family. But yeah, in terms of plot, like the thing is like for me, like I can't go fully on the side of like where people are like, oh, like stop caring about plot. Like I still care about plot, but the thing is, if you put me into your world and you establish your rules, and if you don't break your rules, I'm happy with it. So you can go as ridiculous as you want. And this movie is ridiculous because the trailer is the cop setting up a trap at a concert to catch a serial killer. That is a ridiculous premise. So everything that happens in the movie that's like equally ridiculous makes complete sense to me based on like those established rules of absurdity. And like one of you mentioned, Cam, I think, about someone posting about like how the cops would never do this. That's shown in the trailer. So like if that's too absurd for you for like to believe or buy into, then like just don't go see the movie. Because like a lot of people are like, oh, the second half of this movie gets so like unrealistic. I'm like, this whole premise of a movie is unrealistic, and that's not a negative thing. I'm just saying like they already established this movie before you even buy a ticket to theater. This is going to be a silly concept, a fun, wacky idea that would never happen in real life. So go into the movie expecting to see a fun, silly concept with a wacky ideas that you'll never see in real life. And I think it never breaks those rules.
Sorry. I just think it's double standards as well, because I think like these people, the same people that love John Wick, and shout out John Wick, I love John Wick, but it's like, why are we bringing logic into the equation when it comes to films? It makes no sense. Why are you trying to hinder your enjoyment for things by trying to complain about conveniences? I don't understand. And again, like I said, you can dislike it, you dislike his dialogue, you dislike his choices, whatever, of course. Not for everyone, but I just think you're alienating yourself from so many great works by just refusing to, you know, bow down to silliness and to ridiculous plot lines, because that's what shit is, man. You don't see people watching Star Wars and being like, this will never happen. You know what I mean? It's like, what we doing?
You gotta go to anyone who comments on like anything like that. If you just go to their video, and if they like have any positive review of any fictional movie, just start bashing them. Like,
yeah, you watch their like Dune review. And
first off, don't go to someone's videos and start like just hating on them. But
it's just like, people commonly do it if they don't like a movie. Then they're like, oh, I'm going to start poking holes in it that I wouldn't poke in movies that I like, and it's just it's double standards. Like
that's like when Endgame came out, everyone was like up in arms about the one scene where all the female superheroes got together, and everyone's like, oh, this is so unrealistic. And I'm like, you're watching a movie about a giant purple dude snapping his finger, killing, and that's the one unrealistic thing you're turning your fingers to. But also people are like, it's so unreal. Also, and now I'm talking about Trap, not Endgame. just had to clarify that.
When Endgame has Josh Hartnett in a
Would have made it better.
But everyone's like, dude, it's so unrealistic. Everything falls into place conveniently. I honestly didn't even get that vibe. I got the vibe that Josh Hartnett's character, what was his name?
he's
Cooper?
manipulating everything.
Dude, he's manipulating everything. Everything he does is so calculated. He is so meticulous in his craft. Like, I don't think anything is convenient in this movie. I just think he is so good at his craft, which unfortunately his craft is being a serial killer. And they make it very clear that like this person behaves in a very like OCD capacity where he is just this clean and this thorough. Like everything he does, it doesn't just fall into place. It's very calculated. So like this movie unwraps very conveniently. And I saw those arguments before I saw the movie. So I was like, as I was watching the movie, I was thinking about that in the back of my head. I was like, I'm really not seeing it. Like I really don't see the convenience of it all.
It's Michael Fassbender from The Killer. I mentioned that in my review. It's the same sort of thing. It's the meticulous nature of it all. And the guy's a serial killer and he's killed a bunch of people. There's a reason he's got away and, avoided the law for this amount of time because he's meticulous and crafted. And that's the whole point of it. And he's like this old OCD, like Tyler, like what we're going to speak about with like The Samurai, for example.
If you want to go fucking insane, be like, most serial killers don't have a family on the side that they are able to get away with it for 1 million kills. Like, just
okay, but also
they do.
One of the most notorious serial killers we've ever seen, Ted Bundy, was seemingly just another dude. Like no one would have ever suspected that man to have.
He was in a league with plumbers. Serial killers now with Solo.
I'm just saying, like.
Sorry. My bad.
But
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so we'll get into spoilers at this point. We can talk a little deeper about the movie, what happens itself, a little more of our takeaways and themes, because I think a lot of themes I enjoy in the movie, it's just easier to talk about if we have the wall up of spoilers. So go see this movie. It's a whole lot of fun. I'm going to probably be seeing it again in theaters this week.
What I will say is I think George and I are big, like, well, I'm not an M. Night hater. I don't like a lot of his movies. I'm not going to say he's not a bad person in any way. He's a really great person. If you're hesitant just because this is an M. Night movie, it's very good. I very much recommend it. I don't understand how people are coming out of this like just raving about how the dialogue sucks. I'll admit there are some scenes I'm like, that's a stupid line. It's not that big of a deal.
A stupid film.
Someone commented on Tyler's Letterboxd review that I sent you guys and said it's like an insulting script, awful dialogue, and like terrible writing.
Brother, how are you insulted?
All three things are just like bad writing. It's none of those things. Go see this movie, enjoy it. It's a good.
And again, you are allowed to dislike it. Like it's fine.
You're fine, but I think you'll have fun with this. The first thing I did after was text Emma. I'm like, I think you'd love that. We should go see it. So hopefully I can convince her to go see it, but. I'm not an M. Night hater. I think he's a really nice person from everything I've seen. He made a couple bad movies. He's on the bounce back tour. Knock at the Cabin and this are good. And it's
now
original.
We just need Zack Snyder.
As a guy who loves IP and just loves franchises, it's a good original story. You don't see a movie set in this like stage in a concert venue. It's fun. It's cool. Go see it.
But as Tyler tweeted, we're still in the minority with liking it anyway.
Yeah,
this is the thing that we have this thing where someone tweeted, didn't you, Tyler, where you quoted it? It was like such a resurgence and bounce back. Film Twitter is such a small part of the general scope of film watchers. We all think we're like, oh, everyone loves M. Night now. It's open with 3. It's opened with a 3, so that will go down.
I will say it's opened with a 3, but the bar graph is overwhelmingly in the 3, 3.5, and 4-star rating category. There's just significantly more 2, 2.5s than 4.5s and 5. So like
similar to Knock at the Cabin, where like they both have like 3, 2.9, but like the graph looks pretty like
Yeah,
I
like
just mean it's not like a
positively weighted graph.
My friend's rating is a 4.1 right now, which is kind of like cool.
Same.
That's
huge. Mine's up there as well.
But
we'll get into spoilers now. Go see it if you haven't seen it. You should, and skip ahead using timestamps down below.
Also, let us know what everyone else thinks. Maybe we're in the minority in this community. I don't know.
Yeah, we can take it in the comments. There's no way there'll be more vitriol for this review than episode 99. So even if you hate our review to the millionth degree, our skin is thick now, so we'll be fine. Spoilers. All right, so let's get into Trap.
Tyler, can you
So-
stop changing these names? Keep saying like this.
George did the butcher. George
No,
did the
I
butcher.
made mine. Yeah, I
Yeah.
changed
Oh,
mine.
okay.
I just want you guys to know what my third job is outside of podcasting and my actual job.
Nice. You'll get a knock at your door ever so
Perfect.
soon, George. Just soon.
But hold on. First, before we get into like our spoilers, well, this is like a spoiler part, but just because I wanted to remember to talk about it, George, you sent a letterbox review of someone, we're not going to name names, who said like Josh Hartnett or Cooper's literally me at a concert. And why I think that's so crazy. One, it's crazy because he's a serial killer, but two, he's basically saying literally me at a concert means you go to a concert and never watch the show.
Never watch.
So I'm like, what? In every single way you think about it,
It's a bad thing to say. It's either you're a serial killer, you're a dad that's never with his daughter, or you're someone who just doesn't
You're a
give
time
a fuck
waster.
about the
You're
actual
just
content.
you go to
Just
Shake
go to
Shack,
them,
you lie to guards about your daughter having cancer, like everything he does.
You push someone down the stairs, you blow up oil.
That scene was so funny, by the way. We took
Yeah,
the trailer.
that scene
was
was
so funny.
I thought like that was a trap for him. So I thought he was gonna like outsmart her. No, just shoves her down the stairs.
Just knocks her over.
That made me laugh.
But yeah, I just had to mention that because that was on my brain ever since you sent that. Because I was like, obviously the serial killer part is crazy, but every other small thing you think about like Cooper at the concert is like, it's the worst way to go to a concert ever. Like, why would you? Why? How would that be? You save your money and don't go to concerts if that's what you do. But yeah, spoilers. Let's get into it. Where do we even start? Do we want to just kind of go through the movie?
I mean, I'm like slightly jumping ahead, but this is what I was going to say in my non-spoiler review.
Oh yeah.
I know in the trailer you saw like bits and sequences take place outside of a concert. You knew he was going to like eventually. I think you did.
Remember that? I thought that I don't remember it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Either way, I don't know if I would say I was stunned, but I was very surprised to see that they left the concert
Like
and
an
they were
hour?
still, they were
hour?
still like an hour, maybe 45 minutes of runtime left. And a lot of these reviews that I was reading prior to watching the movie was the back, third of the movie is where it like falls off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where the movie like really like locked me in. That's where I was
I'm with you. I think that's the opposite.
in my head, I was like, okay, while he's at a concert, like he's playing everyone. He's playing the police. He's playing his daughter. He's playing Lady Raven. He's playing the marketing guy or the merchandising guy, and everything, like we said, is very calculated. And then once he leaves the concert, that's where he's like, that's where I felt like, okay, he does not have the upper hand right now. And that's when the movie for me got like wildly interesting. And Cam, I like that you brought up what's her name, Salika, I believe. Because I do think she put on a really good performance because she was not the character I expected to elevate themselves to Josh Hartnett's level of like, I don't know, just that level of like
I saw a lot of
dominant
reviews.
force in this movie.
I saw a lot of reviews saying like she was great. And so I'm going into this movie and I'm like, I think she's gonna be the actual like serial killer or something.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different. Like she's just a Taylor Swift-esque musician and she's fantastic.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
When they were back at the house and Lady Raven was talking to the family and she was like, do you know who the butcher is? For a long time, and by long time I mean like 10 minutes before shit hit the fan in that scene, I thought the whole family was in on it. I thought the whole family was the butcher, and that's why. Like, no, I dead ass thought even the kids. I was like, okay, this is why they haven't caught the butcher, because the butcher is four people.
I
didn't think that I like
I was in the community of, I guessed probably 18 different scenarios, and I'm like, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. I put in my letterbox review. Eventually, I finally got it that like I was like, the mom was actually telling him, or the mom was who like set this whole thing up. And then eventually I got it, but that was after me guessing the daughter's the murderer, the son's the murderer, the mom's the murderer. I'm like, they're all
the
murderers.
Bender's the murderer.
Yeah, I was like, Salika's the murderer.
Literally anyone other than Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
there was a point in time where I thought Jonathan Lander might be the murderer for like a split second. That would have been cool though.
I thought the FBI lead was either his mom or the murderer. I was like, man, I'm on it. I'm nailing this one.
Yeah, no. So what we're kind of getting into here. So obviously the first half of this movie, which it is like the half of the movie is in the concert and the whole back half is out of it. Because the first time I watched it, it felt like more of the movie was at the concert. Like I thought it was like 2/3 and a third outside of it. But then when I rewatched it, I was like, oh shit, this is like only half the movie. Like a full half of it takes place outside of the concert, which is surprising, but or based on like the trailers might be surprising to the viewer. But first half of this movie is well let's use that though as our natural barrier. So let's just talk exclusively before they leave the concert at this point. They're at the concert and we see his daughter having the time of his life, her life. This is the biggest global pop sensation is basically what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be basically Taylor Swift down to the Dreamer girls. Like everything about it is just very Taylor Swift-esque. And this is a concert she wanted to go to so bad. He got her incredible seats. And we see that we clearly find out like she has some friends at school who had a falling out, like classic kids type stuff where she's probably being ostracized from her group. And then the mother of that popular girl is, sweeping it under the rug, and Josh Hart. Yeah,
Cam guessed every single person.
Eventually, I was going to get it.
Cam's like Sayambu Mukti Prom's the murder.
Yeah. M. Night's cameo, murder. Yeah. He's the butcher.
So pretty much the whole first kind of core of this movie is we realize real quick. He goes to the bathroom stall at like 8 minutes into the movie where he checks his home footage cam. And you see this part in the trailer where he sees a guy who has trapped in his basement of some extra house he has. And he is, kind of keeping tabs on this guy who is going to be the next butched up person. Meanwhile, his daughter's having time of her life at the concert, but he's in and out, leaving. He finds out and when he goes to a merch stand that this whole thing is a trap, like we know from the trailers. And from that point on, his mind kind of completely splits between, 5% caring about his daughter having a good time in the movie, 95% or concert, 95% trying to get away. He leaves her like 3 different times, which every single time the objective was to figure out more information, keep trying to figure out the FBI more, find a way out, manipulate people. And it's just kind of this game of cat and mouse where keeps leaving his daughter, trying to get more info. That's when we get what George was talking about. We go down, the vendor brings him down to like the back storage room for extra shirts. And that's when the butcher or the vendor's kind of like, hey, you heard about the butcher? Like this guy, I follow him on like all these Reddit pages. I follow him online. Like I love everything about him. Like I'm so consumed, which is like
crime.
Exactly. Like everyone's obsessed with true crime nowadays. But obviously, as we can see, like he wouldn't be able to know the butcher. Even if he says he follows the butcher and thinks about him all the time, he wouldn't know him if he was literally standing in front of his face buying merch from him, which then leads to that hilarious post-credit scene that I love, which I think kind of speaks to like an interesting part with, go ahead.
No, I think that's funny. Like if you were this guy at the concert watching the news and you see it, you're like, what the fuck, man? Like that's just funny. Like him seeing the news of this is the butcher. And you're like, holy shit. I'm never talking to anybody at work again. That's funny, man. That's like real life, what you would do. That's funny.
I think a post-credit scene adds another element too of like how much of this was staged versus how much of it was who knew what. Because I think one interesting takeaway would be like, I think it's possible Lady Raven knew the whole time he was the butcher and she was trained by the FBI director and be like, if this guy comes to you, he's going to try and get backstage, just comply, try and get to his house. Like, I kind of think, because also you have which I tried to get more from the second watch, but I still didn't really, they purposely don't let you hear the dialogue, but when M. Night's cameo, when he brings him up to backstage, like he goes and whispers to like a security agent and you don't get to hear that dialogue. So I think that whole time, like both M. Night or like the uncle, like knew this guy's probably the butcher. So then they kind of knew that whole trap, but then clearly like everyone didn't know he was the butcher because clearly with the post-credit scene, it was like, okay, so that obviously the vendor didn't actually know.
I think she explained she made an anonymous tip to the FBI. Like, I don't think anyone actually knew Josh Hartnett was the butcher.
I just mean based on their profiling and understanding and based on his habits of like M. Night's uncle is probably like told the FBI director, like this guy just came up to me and told his daughter it's chemo and shit. And they're probably like,
that could be true as well. I was just trying to think back on like, did the wife tell them it was him? Or did she? But she made an anonymous.
No. The wife just said she had suspicions. Yeah, and like she explained, like his shirt always smelled like whatever rubbing alcohol, shit like that. Like I don't think she knew completely.
She didn't. Because she found his safe house where he didn't do the murders. Yeah. So she found his safe house where, and we're getting ahead of ourselves, but she found the safe house where he just went to think, which he said is like also just gets them as high as the actual murders, like which crazy, nuts, nuts. So.
But yeah, so Lady Raven's clearly very like involved because like she got the profile run down to a T where she like knew exactly the trigger words to use with bringing up his mother and the neglect and knew how to kind of calm him down out of situations. But the deadpan comedy in the first half of this movie is so perfect. Like when that's Russ, right? The first opening act. When he comes out of that thing, he's like, wow. We should go see what's down there. Like, wouldn't that be cool to see under the stage? She's like, dude, these are my favorite. Why the hell would I leave this?
Even if he wasn't a murderer, I'd think, that's pretty cool, Dad.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go down there if I'm like seeing my favorite artist.
How would you be able to get down there? You'd look so weird in front of everyone, like just croaking down there as well.
For sure.
And they for sure would have cops down there.
Yeah, I think just on going ahead a bit. Kid Cudi is so funny.
So funny.
It's like the few moments he has. He's so when he walks past Josh Hartnett and then he like turns around and does that look at him. I was dying. That was so funny. I really like I got really involved in that. That was great.
Yeah, and one thing that's just interesting about like dialogue, people still say they don't like the dialogue in this film is like I think there's lines that Josh Hartnett gives that you could like interpret as like being a little awkward, but I think it's just his performance. Like the actual written line of like, for example, Joni's mom talking to him about like, like we'll make sure our daughters get back together. And he's like, as a dad, that really hurt me to hear that. Like that's just like a normal line to say, but it's like the way he delivered it. I feel like people are like saying that's the reason it's like a corny line. But like if you just read the words on a page, it's like the most normal line to say. Like as a dad, I was very hurt by them not including my daughter. But he's like staring at her with the creepy, awkward face because he's a serial killer, crazy person.
This isn't a normal human being. Like,
not at all.
That woman has no idea she's talking to the butcher, and she's like, "You don't want to mess with me. You don't know what I'm capable of." Like, dude, this dude has butchered 11 human beings. Don't talk to him.
And just his charisma was just so great. Like everything subtle he did. Like he hears on the radio that they're looking for someone with a tattoo on his wrist. He looks at his tattoo and he just slaps on a wristband. When he's back with all the cops and they're like, "Do you have any sugar?" Like instead of just being like, I don't know. He's like, logically, probably under the cupboard they have sugar. He's like, you can use my personal stash, man, no problem. And then just walk.
I saw people complaining about that as well. That was another thing. Like, how do you know this? He didn't. That's like the point.
But I mean, it's just like a thing that any smart person. It's just like coffee stand probably has sugar in the cupboard below it. Like, if it's a corporate workplace.
Got lucky.
Yeah. And one thing I thought it was gonna be another joke, to be honest, where he was gonna pass it and like the guy like spits out his coffee because it was like
I thought it was gonna be salt. I was convinced the whole time the guy would spit it out and it'd be salt. I thought it'd be so funny. I was like ready for that. It was weird.
But he evades out of that and basically that whole side quest. So this is the first side quest, I guess, was him getting backstage with or behind the scenes or whatever with the vendor to get the ID card and to figure out Hamilton was a safe word that if FBI was ever suspicious, you just say that's the word, and then they know you're in on it.
Would you tell someone the word? I feel like I would.
He's so charismatic how he does it. He's like, I mean, he's like, obviously, you probably can't tell me, but like, what is?
Yeah, that's fair. I probably would. Like, in all honesty, I'd probably tell him.
Because I mean, this dude at this point is like, oh, this dude loves his daughter, and he gave up the last T-shirt for someone else. His guard was probably down at this point, and he's like, it's a stressful environment selling so many shirts, and the fact that he's like, oh, I'll go to the storage room with you. Like, I feel like I mean, it's still very like dumb in terms of like, I mean, I can see people doing it, but dumb in terms of you should probably have your guard up a little bit more, but I can see how he would fall into that. But he gets that information there. The next information he gets is when he goes to those cops area where he gives them the sugar is he gets the walkie-talkie radio so he can hear their next moves and hear the victims or suspects they're looking for. So he's just slowly accruing clues throughout this, which then lets him know like, oh, they're looking for someone with the tattoo. So he covers up the tattoo, lets him know, like, basically he thinks going backstage is the only way he's going to be able to get out without any cop intervention. Then he finds out like, nope, they're actually going to be double checking there. Because I think the whole time, like a lot of people saying like the FBI director is so dumb. I feel like the trap is more elaborate than people are giving it credit for. That I think the whole time they knew he was gonna find a way backstage because he has alluded like 12 murders or something. This guy clearly knows what he's doing. I think they knew with a 100% certainty this guy was never walking out an exit trying to leave.
I kind of loved how he got out. Like I thought he was playing him. Are we there yet? Do we like?
Yeah, sure.
I kind of loved how he got out. You think he's gonna play this like whole cat and mouse thing and maybe like walk right past the I thought he was going to walk past the guards or something, or honestly I didn't know there was like scenes afterwards. I didn't realize we still had a half hour left or an hour left at the home, so I didn't know exactly what it was going to happen. But I kind of love he's like, I know you. He goes to Salika's Lady Raven character and is like, I know you've heard a bunch about my daughter. Like, is there anything, or can I talk to you about something just real quick? And she's like, yeah, of course. So they go into their dressing room, and that's where he's like kind of backed into a corner. Basically, he doesn't really have any other options and just tells Salika he's the butcher.
Which is one of my favorite reveals ever.
Oh,
the way he does it is like the first thing he says is like, "Do you know how long people can inhale carbon monoxide before they die?" And you're like, "Holy shit, we just
the way that scene unfolded, like he doesn't even like set it up. He just goes straight for it. Like, do you know what carbon dioxide? I flat out thought Salika was like maybe a partner of his for a hot sec. I was like, this is such an interesting
the murderer.
Yeah. That was such like an interesting way to just like reveal himself to Salika, where I thought he was like slowly gonna like unravel something, like they're really on to us, you know, like we'll carve in my eyes, but whatever. Like that was such an insane like reveal drop to Salika. And then Tyler, you mentioned earlier where like I do agree with you. I think Salika, or I keep saying Salika, we'll say Lady Raven.
It's hard, Lady Raven.
I do think Lady Raven was trained in some capacity on how to like, you know,
she clearly was, because she tells at the end, she tries to pretend to be his mom at the end, right? So that was one training. She clearly has some sort of training, though. You are right about that.
Which I think one of the like themes I love about this is like the role of like a global pop star. I think with like, how many times have you seen like with Taylor Swift, her influence? Like, what does she do? Every single week on Friday, she releases a new version of a song to become number one on the charts. When everyone is just begging her to like speak out about some controversy, please, like speak about Palestine, speak about anything in this world, like do something with your platform. And I love in this movie how it never seemed like for a second Lady Raven ever questioned having her concert be a trap, ever felt like she was hesitant towards it. It was like, oh yeah, I'm like the most popular thing. He's coming to my concert. Let's do this thing. I mean, I'm not even going to just allow it. I'm going to be involved and actively trying to help bring justice to save lives. She put herself in harm's way for one person's life who, for all she knows, could have already been dead or would have been, his fate was already sealed anyways. So I just love how that the movie didn't even make it seem like there was a decision. She was like, of course I have this influence. Like, I'm not even going to, obviously I'm going to help and try and get the serial killer justice. And yeah, that turn was so awesome when he reveals the carbon monoxide thing. And we realize he's obviously the butcher, and she knows it now. And we're in a situation that's very tense. And then she just almost immediately plays the reverse Uno card and is like, do you guys can I come to your house? And then like that, she was so good. Like she went so above and beyond what I expected. I expected her to just be a pop star in this movie, which, you know, it's kind of like, I'm not saying like most people just expect their pop stars to just be pop stars, but they can be so much more than that if they put their effort towards it. And the way she goes to this house, and then her deadpan comedy is just as good as Josh Hartnett, where she's like, should we take a selfie? And it's just like, the whole time I'm just like, holy shit, I'm so tense right now. Like it's so intense. And you could tell Cooper was intense, like feeling awkward too. He's like, shit, this woman is playing my game as good or even better than I'm playing my own game. And it was such a battle of wits that was so fascinating. So I guess at this point, we're up to the point where they're at the house, because when they finally, the only way they were possibly able to leave the concert was her to escort them in her private limo to get out of there, because that's like the only way to not get security screened. And even then, it was a little sketchy. She drives them back to their house, and instead of just dropping them off, which is what the butcher wanted, she's like, can I come inside? And it's kind of hard when your daughter is that's the biggest, most famous pop star in the world, to be like, no, you can't come inside. And obviously the mom and family was very into it as well. And then she just does so many things that are just hilarious to just extend her stay there. Like, oh, can I play a song? Can I take a selfie? Just all time battle of the wits between those two. And Cam, you kind of mentioned how you always were like, that's the killer, that's the killer, that's the killer. One thing I kind of thought was like going to be the reveal of like the family was in on it, was the whole banging on the bathroom scene for like 10 minutes where I was just like holding my breath. But then all of a sudden, like the family's like silent. When he opens the door, they're gone. One part of my mind was like, oh, did he just like freaking like murk the family? But I didn't think that, because he obviously loves his family. But
I thought
I thought they like went to go set up some other trap or like help, set the stage or something. That I was like, oh, this is where the reveal is going to be. That's a family affair. But no, we realized they just got out of there. But so yeah, at this point, pretty much this game of cat and mouse with FBI.
this is a good moment when so Salika, or Lady Raven's character, steals his phone because she wants to take a selfie, takes his phone, runs into the bathroom, locks the door. That happened. That's when she gets on social media and is like, hey, you got to find this guy. He's in a basement. Does anyone know? Lion statue and a blue door, I believe is what it was.
Yep.
Someone says, yeah, they say go to that house. Like there's someone trapped in there. But I like that right after this scene, like he gets in, the family's not there anymore. It's just the butcher, Josh Hartnett, gets into the bathroom, takes the phone, and is like, hey, we're leaving. So he gets in the car. And then when the garage door opens, you see the family right there. And he's like, they have a tree right outside the window. He's like, never have the two lives connect. So he's like, I've never looked at the house this way, because he's never looked at the house on how to escape, which he clearly has with his safe houses. And that's where he starts to unravel a little bit more, is like, never have these two lives connect, never have these two touch. And I really loved, like, this is where Josh Hartnett kind of goes goblin mode a little bit on acting. And does a really, really great job after this of just like being this super charismatic father who can lie his way out of anything, and also this like deranged psycho murderer. And you start to see those two unfold. Obviously the police show up, and then I thought the movie was going to end here, and you get like 20 more minutes after this. So I kind of loved how there are a lot of people saying like they were mad there was no Shyamalan twist, which I do think there was, in the reveal that the wife actually like knew something was up. It was like, when did the trap actually start? Was it at the concert, or was it well before? There was that small twist, but I don't know. I love that the movie, it felt like it just kept going, of him doing more and more. And you truly see this descent into madness, because before they get back to the home and before he takes Lady Raven hostage, I was kind of like, okay, we haven't really seen anything. So I wasn't as sold on the movie until the end almost. But Tyler, you can take it from there. I really liked that scene of like,
before we get to like the final end, I don't want to gloss over like the scene where Lady Raven is in the bathroom and doing her social media thing, because I think that's such a good bit of filmmaking where M. Night pretty much elects to never show what's going on outside of the bathroom door, because my mind was running wild. Obviously, Josh Hartnett was going to get in somehow, and I was like, what are we about to open this door to? We just spent 5 minutes of Lady Raven on social media going live. And all you hear on the outside is the banging of a door, his family pleading, Cooper screaming, like, open the door, give me my phone. And at that point, I was like, this movie has not been violent per se, you know, outside of, you know, the pushing the girl down the stairs and the explosion of the oil. So I was like, okay, what are the odds we open up and there's just 3 dead bodies just dismembered on the floor right now? That entire sequence had my heart absolutely racing. And again, this is where, Tyler, I'd love for you to kind of branch off of this. This is where I think you and I loved this movie for different reasons, because that entire scene I loved because of like just how fast my heart was racing, and just because of like I was so uncertain about what was going on outside of that bathroom door. I wasn't even thinking of like the social media commentary. Like, I think it's there. I just don't think that's where this movie holds its power. I was so locked into the suspense of that scene, and just my mind was running wild of like, Cooper is opening this bathroom door. That is going to happen. What are we going to see on the other side? And like, yes, like the social media obviously plays such a big role in this movie, because that's essentially, not even essentially, that is how, I believe that kid's name was Spencer, who was locked in the basement. That is how Spencer is saved, because Lady Raven makes the decision to go live and like use her platform for, you know, this very interesting situation. But that, in the moment, that was not what I was thinking about. I was not even remotely thinking about like technology and the social media commentary of it all. I was just so locked into like M. Night's direction and like his decision to keep the camera inside the bathroom the entire time.
No, I mean, the suspense was great. Like, everyone, you know, references this being very Hitchcockian with the, you have like his Hitchcock's bomb under the table theory, where it's like you have to let the audience know that there's this bomb there, it's waiting to go off. But if you just let it go off after 5 seconds, it's a boring movie. No one cares. You have a bomb and boom, it explodes. You have to let the ticking go down, build a suspense. I think this whole movie builds suspense well, but that scene especially, like you said, I love the decision to never leave that room. So we have no clue what's going on outside there. There's a bomb outside that door. We have no clue what's going to happen with it. And it was like you said, 5 minutes. It might have even been longer, honestly. How long
it was probably
like 7 minutes of her just like in that bathroom trying to figure it out. And I was like, damn, my heart's racing right now. And it's so incredibly impactful and intense. And then from there, she gets out, gets in the car. This is, I think Cam alluded to it, where she pretends to be his mother, because we realize throughout the film, or especially towards the end, that Cooper has a very, very negative relationship with his mother that clearly damages psyche from a young age and sent him spiraling. And clearly she was trained by the FBI director, who was just mastermind behind this thing of probably like, if you get in a sticky situation where there seems like no escape, here's kind of your recipe for getting out of it, to start gaslighting him like it's his mother. And this is when they're in the garage about to leave, and we have no clue where he's going to take her, probably somewhere to butcher her up. But what, your golf guy win?
Scotty, Captain America, baby. Come on.
I have the tennis on. I don't even have the golf on, but
I got tennis on.
Tennis
so
doesn't have any Americans, Tyler. Come on.
They at this point, Lady Raven calms him down to the point where like the FBI is going to start to get in on his house and track him down. And this is where we get the point where a lot of people start complaining about the movie too, which if they didn't complain already, this is where a lot of new people start complaining, where he escapes cops control like 6 times probably, where it seems like they have him pinned down, no
That's
escape
really
possible. He finds his way out. Each next way more ridiculous than the way before, of just how impossible the odds seem for him to get out of there. And I think is where a lot of people start talking about like, well, but also at the concert, with addiction being a theme in this movie that you could definitely get a read from, where, at the concert, he's leaving his daughter every 10 minutes, even though you think it's like the time of her life and you want to spend it with her. And even when she's like, Dad, can you stop leaving, please, and just have fun with the concert? I think real time, like 7 seconds after that, he leaves her. So like, it's just kind of shows that this is just something that's not going to be able to go away. And then the cops, I think, are just another great example of, if someone has an addiction, especially when it's to the level he has, where it's so severe, it's life altering in a major way, it's borderline. It can be impossible to ever get them help unless they decide for themselves that they want to get help. So that's kind of why I love, like, the cops were everywhere, where I kind of think, like, if you're trying to get someone support, throw every resource at them possible to try and help them to stop doing their drug of choice, his case, serial killing. That if they're still determined, they're going to find a way to get out of it one way or another. And that's why I think the ending almost has a read where I think it can be pretty bleak, where it shows him in the back of a armored SWAT vehicle, and then he picks the lock with like the bike lock and gets out of his handcuffs. And the movie kind of ends where it's like, damn, like there's really no like saving this guy until he decides to save for himself. And we don't really ever see in this movie him, like he has the internal commentary about, can he be good? Can he get better? Can he be reformed? But the very end shot of the movie is him smiling at the camera, breaking out of handcuffs. So clearly he's still mentally not in the good spot. So
Dude,
I think the ending can be a little depressing, honestly.
I loved, and sorry, now I'm just skipping ahead just because you mentioned it.
Well, I just mentioned the last frame of the movie,
ending,
so you can't really skip ahead.
Oh, okay. So
I love
anyways, dude, they take him out of the house. He's in handcuffs and the bike is tipped over. And he's like, please let me just do this one last thing. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, like we just spent the whole movie talking about how he's a very OCD man. So like, he just wants it to look good. And then as he's like really slowly picking the bike up, I was like, all right, he's also a very like calculated man. He's very like meticulous in everything he does. So he's doing something right now. And then I loved the shot where, and this is one of my favorite shots in the movie, where the cop car drives away and the camera just like circles around and then zooms in on the bike and you see like the missing car. And then it cuts to fucking Josh Hartnett's face smiling. I was like, that's so sick, dude.
From not an addiction lens, I was like, man, I can't wait for Trap 2, The Return of the Butcher.
I wouldn't put past M. Night. Like, I totally think
I thought
do it.
I would. In this movie, there's a moment.
I mean, think about Split. Like Split's ridiculous, and still you'd have Bruce Willis come back in that and make a universe.
Yeah, I guess.
there is a moment in this movie where I almost walked out of the theater because I thought he was going to tie it into the Unbreakable trilogy of this dude gets tased 5 times before he's put down, dude. He gets tased the one time and then goes and attacks the SWAT member. Gets tased the second time and starts turning to the other SWAT member. I'm
Very
like,
Kevin Wendell Crumb.
This dude is in on this shit.
To counter,
he's going to tie it in. I thought Sam Jack was going to walk out.
Just in the moment, through the front door. It was so funny.
In the moment, I was like, okay, that's a little unrealistic. But then in that same scene, we learn that the wife poisons him, and he describes the poison as like something calming that makes you like numb. So I was like, okay, maybe he's just not feeling the tase because of that to an extent.
He's just that dude.
He's just that guy.
This is part of the fake title trilogy name Tyler said earlier.
It's not a fake trilogy.
Yeah, it's a fake trilogy.
They are connected.
It's a fake trilogy. Not real.
Yeah.
Now I can't stop thinking about that. Like if like he just killed all the FBI agents after like they tased him a billion times, and like Samuel Jackson just rolls in, is like, I knew they were superheroes.
Yeah, exactly. This time with an eye patch. Ties it in even more. It's all connected. It's M. Night took the MCU.
Oh, yeah, I would love that.
It's all connected.
I've been so good.
Oh man.
Which is Cam hasn't even seen Unbreakable or Glass, so I don't even know how you're even making those connections. Anyways, that it's like with Samuel Jackson.
It's quite impressive, really.
Yeah.
Good movie.
But yeah, I think the big things I love that I kind of already touched on. George kind of mentioned like the social media. I love that it shows like, and I talked with K Meeks after the first time I watched this. We talked at length about this, about how we love how like this movie is so objective. Like with social media, it shows the positive, it shows the negatives, and everything about this movie never really judges anything or anyone that happens. It just shows events unfold and lets you decide. It never is like, look how, because I mean, there's points where you're like rooting for Cooper because he's like charismatic, he's funny, and I just love how this movie never really makes a judgment. It's just like, we're just going to show you this movie with social media, with maybe addiction, with all these different themes, not really like go pro or con. We're just going to show you it, and you can interpret it like and view it the way you want to.
I didn't want to say that because I didn't know if it would be like a weird thing to say, but yeah, there were moments in this movie where I was genuinely like, let's fucking go, Cooper. Like, way to evade the police there. Like the coffee thing, like just how quickly he thought on his feet to just like look under the counter and just be like, here's for my private stash. I was like, this guy's good at his fucking job. Like, let's go.
There's a lot of moments like I was rooting for this guy to like get back to his family, which is impressive of M. Night, like making you care about this character. But there are a lot of great moments where he's lying, and then when he finally gets the reveal of like, and the big like twist, like I said, it's not really, but of the when did the trap actually start? It's revealed that the wife was suspicious and knowing, and one of her tells was like he told a white lie to the neighbor about why they couldn't like go to something, or I can't remember exactly, but basically like how smooth he told that lie. He didn't even hesitate. It's like he's been lying. He like no one would ever have known if she didn't know what they were actually doing or whatever. And I just love that like throughout the movie you've seen him do this, and like that's something they know each other so well that she was able to tell like he's clearly not doing he's clearly capable of lying more, so that once she starts getting more and more suspicious, she's like he clearly could be lying to me if because she thought in reality she thought he was having an affair. Or he thought
for a moment,
I think. Okay, yeah. And then she thought maybe he's the butcher, and that's why she planted this trap just to see if it's possible. And just I really liked that reveal of the wife actually knowing because they know each other so well. Good movie, man.
Anything else anyone wants to say about Trap?
Josh Hartnett eats pie shirtless. All pie is good pie.
Yo, I'm surprised no one has said this yet. This movie was crispy as fuck.
Yeah, double fried,
extra fried,
yeah,
extra fried.
Yeah,
it's good.
But
fake dialogue,
fun movie,
0
fun
out of
time.
100.
No, you stop that. Take that off your name now. That M. Night. But yeah, silly fun movie. I think it's thematically rich. It's crazy. This is like the fastest screenplay he's ever written, and he kind of wrote it purely for the sake of showcasing his daughter. And I think that kind of just speaks to, a man who's made 16 films at this point that's just honed in his craft over 3 decades, where it's like you can just throw together a script that quickly and do it for the purpose. Like, I just want to show off my daughter, like in her pop star abilities. but still makes such an incredibly fun and nuanced film that tackles so many things. So great movie. My second favorite of the year, right behind Challengers. So top 2 movies for me this year are both Sayambu Mukti Pram Productions. We'll see if Luca Guadagnino's Queer can make that a clean 3 for 3. But yeah, that kind of covers it for Trap. So let's just quickly give a rundown of our M. Night rankings. I'll start with Seth. We're not going to go around the call or anything. We're just going to go, Seth, all the way from your bottom all the way to your top. Let's hear.
Should I say the ratings as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Last place is Wide Awake. I've seen all of them, but Last Airbender looks and watched that show.
And Praying with Anger, I believe. Or have you seen Praying with Anger?
No, I've seen Praying with
You
Anger.
have.
Yeah,
One of you haven't. Yeah.
Last place, Wide Awake, 1.5. Next, Pray with Anger, 2.5. Next, After Earth, 2.5. Next, The Visit, sorry, George, 3.5. Next, Lady in the Water, 3.5. Next, The Happening, 3.5. Next, Split, 4. Next, Glass, 4. Next, Sixth Sense, 4. Trap comes in at 6th for me. Could go higher on rewatch. I anticipate that it might, actually. They all seem to be going with them, like they all seem to go higher on rewatch. So maybe I'll watch that this week or next week. Trap 4, 5, Old at a 4, 4, The Village at a 4, 3, Knock at the Cabinet at 4.5, then 2, Unbreakable at 5, and Signs at 5 at 1.
George, what's your ranking lowest to top? And which ones have you not seen?
I have not seen Wide Awake and the Anger.
Praying with Anger. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Seth, you say sorry about The Visit, but we give it the same rating.
True, actually. I anticipate yours might be much higher than 12.
A little higher on my ranking, but same rating. At 14, I have The Last Airbender at a 0.5 star. At 13, I have After Earth at a 0.5 star. And at 12, I have The Happening at a 0.5 star. At 11, I have Lady in the Water at 1 star. 10 is Old, 2.5 stars. 9 is Glass, 2.5 stars. 8 is The Village, 3 stars. I have The Sixth Sense at 7. I don't have it rated because I haven't seen it in a very long time, but I just tossed it at 7. That seems like a good spot for it for now.
Yeah, same as me.
Nice. 6, I have Unbreakable at a 3 star. 5, I have Split at a 3.5. 4, I have Knock at the Cabin at a 3.5. 3, I have The Visit at a 3.5. 2, I have Trap at a 4.5. And 1, I have Signs at a 5.
Yeah, Signs.
Cam, I know you mentioned earlier you don't have one. Do you have one or?
I just pulled it up based on like my watch. I've seen 8. So last place, K Meeks made a video the other day. Like a lot of people say this movie's the worst thing ever. And he's like, they're lying. It's just not that bad. The Last Airbender is truly the worst movie I have ever seen. It's a 0 out of 100. In every way, it does not work. It's the worst movie I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
But just saying a lot because you have a lot of 0.5 stars on your letterbox.
Yeah, got a ton.
Way more than I think all of us combined.
Of the 100 0.5 stars I have, it's the worst movie I've ever seen. And a lot of that is I grew up with the Last Airbender, and it just does not work in the context of the show. And I know he had a lot of studio interference, whatever. But it's the worst movie I've ever seen. After Earth.
Sorry to interrupt. Novak Djokovic just won Olympic gold, and he is now the greatest athlete of all time, and it is not even a competition. Thank you.
Okay. After Earth, a 4 out of 100. The Happening, a 7 out of 100. And then we take a jump up, and I might be an M. Night defender. Knock at the Cabin would be my next one at a 72 out of 100. I then have The Sixth Sense at a 77 out of 100. I haven't seen it in a long while, though. I then have Signs at an 80 out of 100. Split, I then have at a... No, sorry. Okay, Split was a 78, and then Signs is an 80, and then Trap was an 85 out of 100. So...
Trap's number 1?
Yeah, Trap's number 1.
Nice.
3 4 out of 5s, 4.5, 3.5, and then 3 0.5 stars. But, I might be an M. Night defender. Woo! Go M. Night.
So all of these I have rewatched in the past 2 weeks. So for mine, they're all fresh ratings. 16th, The Last Airbender, a 0.5 star. I do agree it is quite awful. And that's coming from someone who I have no affection or affinity towards the TV show. Number 15, Wide Awake, 1 star. 14, After Earth, 2 stars. 13, Praying with Anger, 3 stars. 12, The Visit at 3 stars. 11, Lady in the Water at 3.5. 10 is Split at 3.5. 9 is Knock at the Cabin at a 4. 8 is Old at a 4. 7 is Unbreakable at a 4.5. 6 is Glass at a 4.5. 5 is The Happening at a 4.5. 4 is Signs at a 4.5. 3 is the Sixth Sense at a 4.5, which the Sixth Sense and the Signs I keep flipping back and forth on. Like, I think I probably like Signs holistically a little more than Sixth Sense, but that final scene of Haley Joel Osment and Toni Collette in the car together is like maybe my favorite scene of like any M. Night movie, where it hit me like a ton of bricks. So I think like that gave it the bump. 2 is Trap at a 5-star, and 1 for me is The Village at a 5-star. So there's our M. Night rankings, our updated M. Night rankings since the last time we did an M. Night episode a year ago. But with that, we will get into, I don't know. Oh yeah, Seth's back. We can do tier lists now. So yeah, I got them pulled up. Seth, which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do?
Should we do the cam one first?
Yeah, we'll do the
Okay,
cam
nice
one
to meet
first.
you guys.
Let's do it.
All right, let me get this shared properly.
Re-explain this because I made this.
You
wrong.
explain the rules.
Yeah, tell me the
There
rules.
there are no rules. Well,
Okay.
there are.
There's got to be
There
something.
are. There's one rule. We all get one, like, choice. So, like, if Cam was to say Across Spider-Verse is S tier,
Yeah, go.
and I said it's
I gotta
not,
go full screen
Cam
with
could
this shit.
choose it as S tier. So you get one choice. You could, if you use your one choice, you can't use it again. The rest of the films, we have to find a compromising point of a tier.
Mhm.
But how does it? Are we going in order?
Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It's
I think
SP.
what I was planning on doing is, Seth, and you can tell me, since this is kind of your idea, you can tell me you disagree. I was just going to read them just in order, and we'll just kind of go in order and say, where do we want to rank this?
I'm
Yeah,
like,
we have. Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
just go
we
like
all-
top to
we all
bottom,
get-
right?
we all do it in order. We all get one where we're like, okay, no, I'm having that. So if I said
Mhm.
Spider-Man is going S tier, that's my one, and you can't argue against that. But you only get one each. You only get one, and we have to find a compromising point, which might be
everything
fucking
else?
difficult
Mhm.
for every.
And
It's gonna be
one thing I
impossible.
was going to suggest, Seth, is so there's a lot of movies on here that none of us have seen or one of us have seen. Should we say
Yeah,
if at least 2 of us had to see it, otherwise it default goes in not ranked.
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
one of
yeah.
us has seen it, it goes in the not ranked.
yeah. I was
category.
thinking that.
Y'all haven't seen all these?
I don't know. I actually haven't been through them.
We've
so.
seen all of M. Night's filmography, and you haven't seen Catwoman? Like, are we kidding me?
All right, Venom, Let There Be Carnage to start off.
I think
will
that's a
suggest
classic, like
F tier.
C
Maybe
tier.
D.
C
Maybe
tier.
D.
It's a
There's some
3-star.
worse movies. Go to D tier.
D.
I
sounds
will
good.
allow
Yeah,
D
2
tier.
C's, 2 F's. D, I think,
They-
is a perfect compromise.
I'll allow D tier.
We're gonna have some heated
There's-
discussions here.
I
We
don't
gotta
think
pick the
that's
wins
D
where we
tier.
can
No,
get
I
it.
don't think that's
Hold
D
on,
tier.
hold on. So we're not talking over each other. Why don't we go in order? So like with Venom,
Okay, yeah.
like Tyler will give his thing 1st,
Mhm.
and then the next movie I'll go first, and then the next movie Seth will go first, and the next
Okay.
movie Cam will go first.
All right, George, you go first, and Venom go.
Venom, Let There Be Carnage, to be clear.
Venom D. Let There Be
Really?
Carnage D.
I-
Actually, maybe C.
Can I say
I
something, George?
give that a 2.5. I think that movie kind of bangs.
I think it's D.
Not
George, can I-
bang.
right.
2.5.
I will say this right. I think that the lowest tier is going to be like 1 stars. I think a D is actually harsh. I have it a 3-star. I think a C for Venom Let There Be Carnage.
I would put it in C as well. I have it.
It's that
I think I have it
mid-range.
at 2-star, somewhere around there. I think that's not a good movie, guys.
Yeah, I think I have it a 2 or 1.5. So D
right,
is the. I like D.
D is the
We
compromise.
can flip a coin. If
D,
we
just go
decide
D.
to.
Just go D. Just go D.
D.
I just think there's so many on here that I think we're gonna have heated discussions about. I think this
There's
was
a
a pretty
lot of
clear,
C-tier
easy D.
movies on here,
Yeah.
y'all.
It's not a bad film though.
Do we
Oh,
have
well.
to make it? Do we have to try to make it like somewhat even or no? Because obviously
I
there's
don't
not
think
gonna be
so.
that many S.
We'll
No,
see how it lands.
Okay,
no.
I'm just wondering.
Eternals, George.
I haven't
See,
seen it.
this I think is sorry. I think
C.
this is C.
Eternals. I'm putting in.
Oh, Eternal. Is it Turtles? Okay.
See, like I don't know. Like I give Eternals a 3.5. I think Eternals is a very underrated.
I-
I think it is too. But what's B tier? S
Yeah,
tier is like
No,
perfect.
let's not be silly.
A tier is like very good. B is good. And
I have it a
C-
3-star.
Okay,
I'll say
okay,
C.
I could-
I'll say
do
C.
B. Maybe I'm.
Oh no, I wouldn't say B.
I'm at a
I-
C leaning
like-
B.
I'll
Yeah.
go C.
I
I
do-
think B is like.
I don't think we can attribute this to stars though, because like it's
No, I don't think we can attribute this to stars. So I would say
Tyler, I like
C on it. I would.
I
put it-
will also say C. I think,
we
it's
can
an
do-
okay
I
film.
I can
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
Eternals at C, even
I think
though
we're
I
okay
like
with the C.
Eternals.
All right, C.
Yeah.
What do we got
Ninja
next?
Turtles 2. I've not
Oh,
seen it. So
I've
I
seen
can't-
it.
almost
Yeah,
watched.
been
I
years.
almost watched this last night.
All right,
Actually,
not
All right.
right.
You guys
Why-
have
oh,
me and-
No Way
me-
Home.
Me and George.
I
have
think-
seen
I
Ninja
think-
Turtles too.
Wait, George, have you seen Ninja Turtles too?
No.
I've seen it,
I've
but not for
only seen
years.
the newest animated one.
Yeah. Yeah. Nerd Cam Walsh. Spider-Man No Way Home.
C. C.
Yes, C.
C for me.
C.
I would
A
not.
high
You've
C.
never seen
A high
Private
C.
Status? What do we
I have
do
Eternals
here?
above it, yeah.
No Way
Really?
Home.
Yeah.
A C. Yeah.
This got to be B tier, y'all.
No, three of us have already said C.
We got
tier.
3 C's. You're
Nah,
over.
Unless you want to.
There's not even
Are
a
we
debate.
ranking them? Are we ranking them within the tier?
No.
No, that's going to be way
We'll
too
just
much.
say.
That-
We'll just say in
that's
our head it's
difficult.
We'll just say it's a
I
high
think-
C tier.
Yeah,
I think it's
I don't.
gotta
I
go
don't care if
above
you put
Eternals.
Eternals or.
Wait. We need to get back to the order. I fucked up then. Sorry. Right. Who's going first this one? Batman. Lego Batman.
I don't
Oh.
know.
Wait,
well, now-
Tyler, you're top of the screen. Tyler, George, me, Cam.
Okay,
Go.
all right. So we'll go.
For me, the Lego Batman's probably a
don't
B
piss me
leaning
off.
C.
No, that's an A. Oh, Lego
Oh,
Batman is
shit.
A.
All the Lego
Oh,
movies are
shit.
so damn overrated.
Stop.
dude.
Oh shit.
Lego Batman is
I-
A.
I
B
have it
at,
at
B
a
at the
4-star, so I can go
smallest.
B, maybe I think B is 4-star.
Thank
I
you.
So
would
Cam is the compromise
personally
point.
put it at
Cam-
A,
compromise.
but I'm fine with B.
I mean, if
Zach,
you're saying
you
A,
haven't
Tyler
seen it,
can
If this
C.
were the
I
regular
haven't seen
Lego
it.
movie, I would go A. But the Lego Batman, I
No.
think, is B tier.
Sorry, George. Overruled
no,
2 to
I'm
1.
fine
Can't,
with
we
that.
can't
I'm fine with that.
oversaturate the A and S tiers.
That's
man.
fine.
Yes,
That's fine.
thank you,
Fine.
Cam.
That's
We
fine.
got to keep them
That's fine.
holy. X-Men: The
Last
Last Stand. Gonna be
Oh,
honest, barely remember this compared to X and X2. So I'd say C leaning B maybe.
Whoa! It's my turn. It's my turn.
Oh, is that the last ever? It was
No.
Apocalypse from here.
No, the Last Stand. Yeah, the Last Stand.
I'd say C from what I remember.
This
I would probably go D.
F.
Hmm.
I thought Last Stand was okay.
Can't
oh
be
no,
said
wait,
that.
no, I'm on
The
about
Last
no, I'm
Stand's
about
bad.
D.
Okay,
D,
The Last
D,
Stand.
D.
probably a D
D.
then.
I
D.
think D.
I think
This is
it's an F.
Ant-Man 1, first Ant-Man.
C. I'm going C. I'm going C.
See, like C, I think is like middle of the road, is what we're saying, right?
Yeah.
Or is
That's
it
a
no, I
middle of
think
the
C is-
road movie.
no, I think
middle
C
of
is
the
like
road?
yeah, C is like fine / average. So yeah, you're
I think
right. I think
Ant-Man then I think as well.
Yeah, I'd probably go C as well. But like that would be a bottom C. Like I think Eternals and No Way Home are better.
Yeah.
Rank
Yeah,
within
but
the
don't
dark-
worry about it within the tiers.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we
I'm
have
not
a
worried
rank
about
within the
the
tiers.
X2.
I think that's a C as well.
No, that's
B.
X2's
stop,
good.
stop.
Hey,
X2
I haven't
is
seen it in a
the
few
best
years. but
X-Men movies.
I'll
No,
I'll
that's
let you
not
do it because I
think
haven't
it's
seen it in a few years.
I think B is very
B.
fair for X2.
B. All right, next 2 hopefully are pretty quick. Ghost Rider and
C.
Ghost Rider 2.
C.
F for both.
Ghost Rider
F
1 is
for both.
good. Ghost
No,
Rider 1 is good.
Stop,
Both
stop, stop,
stink.
stop.
The
Both
first Ghost
stink.
Rider is good.
Sorry.
I'm not.
I would put
I'll-
the
I'll
first
settle for
Ghost
D.
Rider at the most a D. I would put the second one at a Z if it was possible.
I go D and F. Yeah, D.
I'll
Yeah.
settle for a D. I'll settle
I have
for a
them
D.
at a 1 and a 1.5. I have them both at a 1.5.
That fair.
You-
D.
you
One.
guys
and F
know-
I don't
two.
like the second one. I don't like the second
One of
The
one.
second one's bad.
is going to go through every single one of these movies, look at every single one of our letterbox scores, aggregate.
Well,
Is there a
actually,
Tyler, is there a way you can screenshot our tier list that I can tweet out or something?
When it's
Yeah.
done, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
oh, that'll be fun.
All right,
That'll
I have
be
to go let
fun.
my dog out. So Watchmen and Thor: The Dark World and Kick-Ass 2. Debate that while I'm gone. I don't care about any of them enough
I
to
would-
like care. So debate
Watchmen's
those while I go
good.
let my dogs out.
It's not great.
Watchmen
Wait.
is A. Watchmen
No,
is A.
Watchmen
Wait,
is
can I,
Please-
can I, wait. Can I just have
Please
input
don't.
here? I've only
Please
seen
don't.
one of these films, so can I just say which Thor's that?
Thor:
Two.
The Dark World. That's
Thor
2.
2
Okay,
and
that's
Kick-Ass.
F. That's F. Get the fucking that F. Get it F.
Yeah,
That's
Thor,
fine.
Thor 2 I would
I
put
haven't
in
seen
D.
Thor: The Dark World is F. Watchmen, I believe, is a B tier movie.
I believe it's an A tier movie.
What do you have it
Borderline.
at, a 4.5?
Wait, let me
Four and a
check
half.
Tyler's rating. Let me check Tyler's
It is
rating.
not an S. That's for
It's-
sure.
It's hovering.
no,
in
no.
S. Yes.
The best
Some
part
might
of that
say it's
movie
not.
is I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me, and everything after that is just kind of fun.
It is. Oh no! Come on,
George,
It ha-
you're not going to get A, by the way.
What is he? What does Tyler have?
He's got it at 3.5, so you might have to settle for a B. Unless you want to use it, George, as your
I-
thing.
On
don't-
Watchmen?
Yeah.
On
No, I'd say that.
Watchmen?
You're going to have
would-
to settle
I-
for a
crazy.
B.
Yeah, I know Man of Steel's coming
You
down
know-
the rift.
Yeah, you know some Zack Snyder's Justice League is coming
Yeah.
up. at some
You
point,
might
I
have
would
to-
And
think.
settle
that,
for
I'm,
a
that
B.
I'm gonna
Take a
use.
B.
Yeah, all right. I'll settle for a B. All right. Thor is either a D or an F. I could
No,
not
it's an
care
F.
less.
It's an
I
F.
think
Thor,
I have it
the
at
Dark
a D,
World is an
though.
F.
It's a 2 out. I have it at.
Oh no, Thor the Dark World. I might have to use my thing, like just to get it out there.
I would put it at a D. I don't think it's as
What?
bad.
Thor the Dark World.
Bad.
I don't
of,
think it's
of all the movies on. Okay, so have you seen Electra or Catwoman?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
I think it's
Electra,
equally
you
as
have
bad.
Catwoman.
It's
No,
equally as bad.
Equally as
No,
I
bad.
think Thor the Dark World is
Fan
like.
4 stick. I'm guessing is going
Yeah.
to come up at
Yeah,
some
No, I
no,
think
no,
Thor the Dark
bad.
World is a one star, like easy 1 star.
which I still don't think is F tier. I think Thor
No, I
Dark
think
World is
so. 1 star
significantly
would be
better
F
than
tier.
like Electra
No.
and Fan 4 sticks. I think
I
D
don't
is-
know, man. I don't think. Well, Tyler's got it at
Or
1 also.
Spider-Man
I think a
2.
1 star.
If we put the first Ghost Rider at a D tier, then Thor
Ghost
2.
Rider's good though. Okay, so you're saying Venom 2 is near the level of Thor the Dark World?
Yes.
Yes,
No!
I don't think-
Venom 2 is bad, man.
Listen, Venom 2 is a great time. It's funny as fuck, but it's not a good movie.
Thor the Dark World is like bottom tier MCU in that sense. That's
I
like
agree. I
low.
agree. I think it's.
You're
That
saying
is
bottom
better
tier
than-
MCU doesn't get an F?
That
just,
is bottom tier.
No, stop.
No,
There's no
like,
debate here. Wait, you
No,
guys
no,
are
no, no.
debating this?
yeah, Tyler. Thank you, Tyler. They're trying to debate me that it's D.
That's two
Don't
D's
just
and two
come into
F's.
it, fucking ass.
No, Thor the Dark World is terrible.
That's
I think
two
it's
D's
easy.
and two F's.
So
Yeah.
do we flip a coin?
Rock,
Yeah,
paper, scissors.
okay.
Rock,
Me
paper,
and
scissors,
Seth, right
shoot the
now.
screen?
Right now. We're going
I
rock,
love
paper,
it.
scissors, shoot. Okay,
Wait.
ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
you're-
there you go. Fuck you.
That was
There
so
you go.
delayed.
Here.
No, what's that? No, on my
Low-key
screen.
crazy.
On my
Crazy
screen, it's
stuff.
not.
Delayed.
On my screen, it's not. You can
All
watch
right.
it back. on my screen.
Heads D tier, tails
Okay.
F. Fair?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Go.
Oh, there's a long flip.
Let's go.
Oh,
D tier it is. D tier it is.
right,
no.
We'll keep that up for anything else we have.
Tyler,
Oh,
we
Mateo
said-
clip this shit, man.
we agreed at Kick-Ass F tier and Watchmen
Kick-Ass 2?
S.
No,
Okay, Kick-Ass 2 and Watchmen S tier.
No,
wait,
B tier.
B tier.
B
And
tier.
Tyler, I
B
think
tier.
you have it at a 3.5, so you can.
Yeah, you were the
No, I'm fine
determining
with that.
vote.
And unfortunately, that's in the D tier, sadly.
F.
It's bottom
go.
D tier,
Let's
but
go.
it's not as bad as Kick-Ass 2.
Hellboy's.
Hellboy's C tier.
I think B. Wait,
No,
what?
B. Hellboy
I
B.
think
Hellboy
Hellboy's
B.
C tier.
I think. Oh, actually, what do I have Hellboy?
It's not Hellboy 2, everybody.
No, I think Hellboy's a B. Hellboy's a B tier. I think they're both B tiers. They're better than C's we've got. Wait, no, there might be C tier actually.
Yeah, I put it
No,
on C
I think-
tier.
I
think
think it's a
Hellboy's
B tier. I think Hellboy's a B tier.
I have it at a 3.5. So
I think
as
Hellboy's C tier.
this is going all three on the C tier, I have a 3.5. So actually, except Ant-Man, I think I have
C
a
for
3.
me is like that mid-range spot. You know, it's like average or fine. I think Hellboy's good.
I think Amboy should. Amboy.
Ant-Boy. Ant-Boy's crazy.
No,
So the two
I'll
C's and
tell
one
you-
B.
I think B to be honest. But I'll
I think C tier.
I would put
Sounds
C
We
like
have
C
two
tier.
C's and Tyler. I don't know.
Yeah, two
Hey,
C's.
Guardians might be S tier.
Guardians-
Might be
A
S
tier.
tier.
No,
I think
I'm not doing-
Guardians at A. A, I
Hey,
think.
I
I
think
think,
I'll do A.
A at least.
I'll do
Yeah,
A.
I would go B, so A is fine.
I think
A's fine.
Guardians.
Our first
is
A
I think that's
tier.
not the highest level
Yeah.
of the MCU.
that is a
I don't
deserved
know if we're
first
gonna
A
like.
tier.
I don't know.
That's
if we're gonna
fine. Yeah,
settle
I'll
on
say
an
that.
S tier.
The first
Is that
Wonder
good?
Woman is a
The
B
first
minimum.
Wonder Woman's good.
No,
She is
I
very
would-
pretty.
I would
it's
put-
shit.
I would put that at a D tier.
The first.
I put that in D tier.
No
also.
fucking way. The first Wonder
The
Woman.
misogyny
is
on
good.
episode 100 is
This
crazy.
is crazy. We're in 2024, still not agreeing that Wonder Woman's good.
No.
She's
It's a
very
B for
pretty
me.
too.
Cam,
Oh
what
wait,
do
it
you
doesn't
think?
say no. Wait, I got it as a 3-star. I'm lying. I'll give it a C. There's
Okay, so
nothing
I think we
about
have
it.
to settle on a C. We got
Yeah.
two Bs, a C,
I've
and
got it
D.
a 3-star. I'm lying.
I'll go with C. I'm fine with C.
High
C.
C tier. High C tier.
Mhm.
F.
F, F,
F.
F, F,
Not
S,
ranked.
S,
S.
Not
S.
ranked.
S.
A
S.
tier.
Actually, I
A
would
for me.
No, fuck you. No.
It's a
There is.
4.5.
no-
It's a
It's a
good
four. It's a
movie.
4 for
It's
me.
an
It's a
18.
4.
Yeah, it's a 4.5
That's B.
for me. I would put
I'm
that.
okay.
Have to do
I'm
A
gonna
tier.
get this out there. I'm using that as my thing. S tier.
Really on
You're
this
using it
one?
on Spider-Man
Okay.
1?
No, because Spider-Man 2 is more loved than here. Spider-Man 1. I'm going to say something, guys.
That's
I
crazy.
need to hear. You know, when I watched it the other day, I think they're like the same level for me now, and I know that Spider-Man 2
Spider-Man's
is
good.
more like yeah.
Spider-Man's very good. I might like.
So I'm
it
gonna
more than
use that as my
Spider-Man.
thing.
You're-
I'm gonna use that as my thing.
I
That is
like that lock.
one.
Seth, I like it.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Daredevil.
Oh, fuck. You're gonna be pissed when I get Green Lantern in the S tier with it.
Because I know you don't like that shit.
Daredevil's a
Daredevil's
D leaning
D
F.
tier.
I don't
think
think
it's-
I've seen
it might be
I haven't
F.
seen.
It's really bad.
It's
I have
really,
not
really
seen it.
bad.
I haven't
So it's
seen
just
it.
me and Cam.
Just
I
get
think
it.
I don't remember if I have it at a 1/2 or a
Tyler, can you
one.
scroll to the bottom of this real quick? I just want to see
I
every
got it over
movie.
one. Give it
No,
a-
because that's the point. It's the surprise.
Sorry, Seth.
give
It's
it
Seth's
a
rules,
give it a
guys.
D. Give
This
it a
is his
D.
idea.
That's fine.
D's
Uh,
fine.
It's a really
Man
bad
of
movie.
Steel. Uh-oh.
B.
I mean
B.
S
tier.
for me.
You surely you can settle on a B. It's a good film.
A for me.
I'll,
A for me.
I'll settle on
Really?
I will settle on an A.
Okay.
I
Cam,
have it at a
Cam, you're kind of the
B.
deciding.
No, and
No,
F,
I have it
A,
at an
two
A. I think
Bs.
actually, I have it at like an 85.
I'd go.
right on the
I'd go
ground.
C. B. I'd go B.
I have it right on the cusp.
I'd go S.
This movie is just as good as Wonder Woman.
Stop. That is
I mean, I give them both 4s, I think.
that is
so.
one of the most disrespectful things you ever said on this podcast.
Just as good as
I'll
Wonder
say
Woman.
B, but
Wonder Woman.
I'll settle on A to make George happy. So
I'm
I'll
saying
go A.
S. I'm saying S.
I'm not having an
It's
S.
Not an S.
Settle
Are
on-
you
settle on A.
locking in Man of Steel for S, man?
No,
No,
I'm not lob- I'm just saying. For me, it is an S.
Okay.
Iron Man
I
3.
think it-
D. D.
C.
D. Not
D,
good.
D,
Not
D.
good.
Not good.
C leaning D.
D. No, we've all said D. Wait, no, can George can say D.
I'm saying C.
I think
I'm
it's
saying D. I think it's a massive.
Yeah, I think it's D because I'm C
All right.
leaning D. So.
Dark Phoenix is bad. It's not
Yeah.
F bad, but like
It is F bad. It
I
is
don't
F
really
bad.
know the distinguishers between. I think we're too high on the C tiers because like X-Men Dark Phoenix is a D, but it's not. It's not these Ds.
I think Hellboy doesn't belong there in the C's. I'll be honest.
I think
That's not
Hellboy
fine.
belongs.
I don't
there.
think one of them
I
does.
think Dark Phoenix is an F.
I think
I
Dark
don't
Phoenix.
I don't think.
I'm fine with
I-
that.
I
I
think
think
Dark
it's a
Phoenix
D.
is down there with like the Electras of the world as being
Oh,
one
that's
of the
fucking
worst.
nuts, man.
This is a B.
Suicide
This-
Squad's A.
B.
A.
D,
A.
D.
A.
Oh, coin flip
Oh,
number
coin
2.
flip, coin flip, coin flip.
Flip a coin.
Coin flip. I hate how long it takes to switch with screen and A or heads it goes in A, tails it goes in B.
B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's
it's-
perfect B tier.
The true
I like the
50-50
flip
coin.
more than the debate. I think.
Yeah, really excited. Is it Bird?
The
Really
famous
excited.
bird deserves
Bird.
here alone.
Wait,
Oh, F.
What is that?
Wait,
Wait, what is
wait.
that?
these are both Thor: The Dark World. So where do we
Nice.
put-
Say what?
Yeah,
Say
just put
one.
it at D.
I'll put them right next
Or
to
D.
each
No.
other. Hold on, is there another Thor on here? I'll say we can use one of them as like the actual Thor. I don't see the other Thor. So
Maybe that's what it is.
now we're doing Thor 1. Thor 1 is what we're talking.
F.
Thor one's not as bad. I think it's
no.
C.
Okay, well,
Thor
if-
1
if
is
the
better
Dark-
than Thor 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
true.
don't.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's C.
But,
I would-
Tyler,
Not
I
as
don't
good
think
as-
the Dark World should be in D. I think that
No, it should be an F,
Right.
but this has to be in D too. There's
Yeah, no,
no
I
way.
agree. I agree.
I'd
One's
be
better
fine.
than Dark World.
I'd be fine in D, but just note that it would rank significantly higher than
I
Dark
think it's the
World.
highest D. Yeah. Now,
To be fair, I'm happy it's D because then we won't get any questions with like, why do you have the Dark World in 2 different? If people just
Yeah.
look at the graphics,
Yeah.
so I think this is best for the tier list.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
This is a
Iron
B.
Man 1.
This is a
Iron Man
B.
1.
This is a B.
A.
It's
B.
Maybe.
B.
Maybe.
It is.
Oh.
It is not better than Lego. It is not better than any of the 4
It's a
movies.
B.
On.
You don't think Iron Man is better than Lego Batman or X-Men 2?
Nope.
You're
It is-
fucking nuts, man. You're a
It's
fucking
not better
crap.
than any of those. It is better than every movie on the C tier. It is worse than
You're
every
better
movie
than
on the B
Lamar
tier.
Odom, who was on
So B tier, I think is locked in.
B.
A tier, and I might use my
Lock
lock
it
as
in.
an F.
Lock
As
it
an
in.
F.
Really? Nah. You want to use it for this? You sure?
I don't know what my other movies are.
Well, you can't. You can't know. I had to go for it. You just go for it, Cam. If it's calling you, just do it.
I don't
Cam,
want to
you-
lock
you
in
know-
an
Cam,
A
you
tier,
know
you
it-
know?
yeah.
I feel like I gotta lock in an S
Dude.
tier.
Cam, Far
Lock
From
in
Home. Far From
Iron-
Home's gonna come up, and we're all gonna say D. So save your lock.
Yeah,
Don't
this is
waste
Lock
your
true.
in
fucking
Iron
time.
Man as an S tier movie. I just
Wow.
watched.
Oh,
it yesterday.
shit.
That movie's so
Wow.
good.
Wow.
I like that. I would much rather that in S tier than Far From Home. So I'm fine with that.
That's
Fair.
true.
True.
That's
That's true.
S tier. Far From Home's just A
True.
tier.
Iron Man is good. I like Iron Man.
Do I
Big
not
Hero
get
is
any
six.
pull
I've
though for
not
like
seen.
Far
B.
From Home? Like you guys all say it's D, I say it's A, so it moves to C.
Yeah, true.
Do we
Yeah.
not get any
Big-
pull?
No. Big Hero 6 is good. I think
It's
Big Hero
good.
6 is a C. I
Put
think
it
it's a
in
C.
B tier.
No,
Put it in
B.
tier.
B. No, tell about B. B.
That's what I said. B.
I haven't
No,
seen
no,
it.
I was arguing with myself, Cam. I said C.
So
on
is
that.
this Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
Good
B tier.
film. B.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be low B, high C for me. So I'd be cool with either of them.
B.
It's better than Eternals.
Oh, which
Is
one's
this
that?
2 or 1? Is this 2 or
All
1?
right. looks like
It's
one.
one. It's one.
C.
That's a
I-
good C tier movie, though.
That's a good
that
C.
might
I
be
agree.
B
I
tier.
agree.
That would be high C for me.
I'll go
Yeah.
C. I think it's a good C. I think it's a good C.
I can do C.
Yeah, I'm C leaning D, so I'll go C.
Okay.
F.
Elektra has
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Elektra and Daredevil are the same. Wait,
No,
where's Daredevil?
Wait, Daredevil.
Daredevil's in
Daredevil.
D.
Oh, right there.
No, put Daredevil in F. There's
I like
no
Elektra
way.
more than Daredevil.
There's no way Daredevil's not an F.
Did you? But you said you haven't. I think you said. I think I said it was D, but Elektra's a half star to Daredevil's.
Elektra
one.
is,
I've seen
Elektra
that.
is terrible. Elektra is one of the
Let's
worst
get it
movies ever.
Elektra's
let alone
really,
Yeah,
really.
But I think Thor: The Dark World is like equal to those films.
Same.
I really
same.
do.
I think it's worse.
No.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
that-
Even, I think there's an
that's
argument to be made. Thor: The Dark World
insanity.
is like
I'm going F
I'm
for
I'm
Elektra.
going F.
Okay.
fine. Just go
Are you-
F. Yeah, I'm
Are you
not
guys
gonna
okay with?
I'm
are
using
you
my
gonna-
lock in at D. I'm just kidding.
Lock it
Kick
in.
ass 1.
I remember it being okay,
It
but I
might
didn't see
be
it in
A
a while.
tier. It might be A tier.
Yeah,
It's a
this
good
is
movie.
this at least
Haven't
got to be
seen.
B
I'd,
tier.
I'd go C tier off memory, but it's been ages, so I'll give you.
Okay,
It's
I'll
better-
I
give
can
it's better than
compromise
the
at
C
B.
tier.
I can
Yeah.
compromise at B.
Let's go B.
I think,
Just go B.
I think B is fair here.
Go B. Go B.
First class.
I like
First
this one.
I
B-
would say
B,
I would
B.
say you're A.
B.
I used to have it at A, but I think it's B now.
I used
I
to have
think
it at
B.
A too. I put it at B now.
I
B.
put it
I
at
really
B.
like First Class. It's
Nice.
a good intro.
That was easy. That was a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, there we
Nice.
go.
Ninja Turtles 1.
It's been too long. It's been too long.
Yeah.
How are you- I'm not gonna lie. My finger hovered the Ninja Turtles movies last night. It was right there. Catwoman's F.
Catwoman's an F.
Again,
Catwoman's
Thor: The Dark
really
World, equal to it. I'm telling
No,
you.
man. No.
The next one is. I think this is a B. I
Hellboy
really
2.
do.
I can give Hellboy a B.
Hellboy
It's a 4 out of
2?
5.
Yeah, I think they're both. I think they're both good. I think they're both. Like
It's
B
not
tier
as good
films.
as Hell.
You don't
I think
it's
they're
as
both
good
like the
as
same
first?
quality. I think they
Yeah.
both to me
I
deserve
think
to be
it's better
B.
than the. I think it's better than the first.
could
Guillermo
be.
on the sticks with the.
I
They're-
want
they're-
at least
they're
one of
right
them in
around
B.
the same for me.
One of them
So-
should be in B. I think at least.
Guillermo's kind of nice, man.
Really?
You guys can put that wherever you want.
B.
I think
B.
they're
B. B. Cam, give me
very
B.
similar.
I'll give you B. I'm with you on B. I'm with you
Nice.
on B.
Doctor Strange 1.
Is that the first one? D. The first one D.
C for me.
C.
B.
C.
C. C. C.
Okay, I'll settle on 6. It's better than fucking some of the ones in D, but I don't like it.
Where are we at?
Venom like
Doctor
the
Strange
comic.
just got a C. Do you have a strong disagreement on that?
Not enough to. I don't have a.
Yeah.
Can we get 2
Uh-oh.
B tier?
Oh
I mean, I have it at A
B.
tier.
It's
So
B.
do I not like have any pull?
no.
C. I would put this in
It's a
C.
D for me.
So it's a C. We put 2 has gone
So
C.
C, I'll take it in C,
C.
even though it's better than that.
I think it's fine. I don't think it's bad by any means. It's cool.
I think we have to do some sort of averages because if I'm super high and then 2 are on D.
No,
I
because
mean,
this
it's
is the fun of it. This is like this stupidity.
Yeah, but
Wait,
that's
what-
what I'm saying.
Wait,
It's no
what
debate if
what
you
what
guys are
tier did we
gonna-
all pick for Far From Home? Cam said,
C.
Oh, yes,
D.
yes, we're at C. We averaged. We're good.
"Oh,
We're
okay."
good.
Yeah.
Fantastic
not-
Four is bad.
Which one
Bad.
is it? Which one's that?
The first one, I believe. It's a C for me.
I
Yeah,
a D. I can't
I
remember.
think
anything.
I would put this at C.
Okay.
Cam?
I'll settle on C. I haven't seen it in
Coin
years.
flip. I'm at D.
Oh, coin flip. Yeah.
Oh,
Flip that.
All right. Heads means it will be.
Heads is
God,
the
they're exciting these coin
Wait,
flips.
are we between B and C or C and D?
C and D.
I'll be honest. I don't know if we need to coin flip this. It's been so long since I've seen it. But let's just do it anyway.
flip.
All right. Heads is C. Tails is D. Please, heads.
Oh,
Oh,
man, that deserves a C tier, man.
Bad casting. Bad
For-
casting.
For
That was
Doctor
a great
Doom,
tweet.
yeah, that
Dr.
was a
Doom
good.
is awesome, man. Not his character. He's bad, but the outfit kind of goes hard, man. They cooked a little.
is this Endgame or Infinity War?
Infinity
War?
War.
A tier.
A. A.
He's got to be the lowest.
A tier.
I would go
I-
B, but for you guys, I don't mind saying A. But I'll go B.
I would
Yeah.
put this in A.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I'll go B, but I'll go A. That's fine.
Avengers 1.
A
I'd go
tier.
B. It's a
B.
good film. It's a good
B.
film. B.
I
It
think
would be
George-
it would be
George
high
watched it the
B,
other day,
low
didn't
A for me.
But can you settle on a B without a coin flip?
Well, you said
I
high
would
B.
I would not mind it in B or A if I'm being honest.
Okay, right.
Okay.
B. I haven't seen it.
Aquaman 1.
I haven't seen it.
C tier. I kind of like Aquaman. It's
C, yeah. C,
Yeah,
If we
C.
win Avengers for if we just win Avengers for B tier, I think Aquaman's C.
I agree.
Suicide Squad.
Is that
Snyder
2016?
Cut.
I think
F,
D. It's not F. It's D. No, Thor: The Dark World is better than Thor. It's like so much better than Thor.
This
the
is
Dark
better than
World.
Thor: The Dark. I would give it a D though.
I'd do it D.
Coin
It's not
flip,
F.
coin flip,
Look
coin
at the
flip,
stuff in like
flip.
D.
All right, put it in D. I
In
don't
F,
care too
sorry.
much.
It's
about
not like
this one.
Pat.
I care. That movie stinks. The katana scene. It's her katana traps the souls of her victims.
Is that
Is
Wolverine?
Is that X-Men?
X-Men
Yeah, that
Origins
is that.
Wolverine.
That's a D.
D.
C, I think. Or
Yeah, I
D?
go
No,
D.
You know what?
I would go
D tier for
Just
its
D.
cool,
I don't care.
Opening scene's incredible. The rest is
cool,
Go D,
cool
yeah.
running through time. The rest stinks.
Oh, we've got a banger coming up. Oh,
Birds of Prey.
I haven't seen it.
I think I have it at like a D or C.
I like a C
I-
for this one.
Yeah,
I don't
C is
mind a C
fair.
for Birds of Prey. I actually kind of like Birds of Prey.
S. S.
I also have it at an
I'd
S.
go S. I'd go.
S.
also
It's
have
gotta
it-
be S. It's the fucking S.
I think we
S.
all love it. I don't think anyone's
I think
disagreeing,
George
right?
has it at an A.
George, I don't like your face right now.
I would put it at A.
Change
but
your face.
I don't mind it at S at all.
Okay.
It's a very high A, low S for me.
Sky
think-
High kind of is great. No,
I haven't seen it.
D or F. D or F.
I think it's a D. I don't think
Oh,
it's as bad
All
as the
right,
ones.
D.
that-
Fine.
D.
I haven't-
D. Age of Ultron's a D. I
C.
think.
C.
I'd
No.
go
Age of
C.
Age of Ultron
is
good
not as
movie.
bad.
I'll give you. I don't like Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron is not as bad as Thor: The Dark World.
No,
No, it's not.
no.
But Thor: The Dark World is worse than F
Yeah.
ones anyway.
So are we settling on C for Ultron?
That's fine. Whatever.
I think Ultron's a good C.
Is that Homecoming? That's a
Homecoming.
Hey.
My favorite of the Holland trilogy.
D.
I would.
D.
I would.
Not
I'll go
A.
C.
Get the fuck out of it. We're not.
I'll go
putting that A.
C.
I would.
C.
go C.
I'll settle on C. I'll settle on C. I'll settle on C.
B? B?
No.
No one's. We're not
I'll
even
give-
having it. What do we have it at? What do we have Homecoming at?
C. C.
3.5.
I have it at 2.5.
I think I might have a 3.5 actually.
I've
I
had a
don't know.
3.5.
All right.
So I'm
apparently
the
Homecoming
C.
with 2 words is multiple
It's-
different movies. Give me a sec to look up.
It's C. It's C. I'm not. I can't see Homecoming above these. Look at the films in C.
Okay, 3.5. 3.5. What's in B? What's in B? Go to B.
No, B's way better, man.
B is
better.
Lego Bat. Yeah. No, no.
Avengers, like Suicide
It is
Squad.
not. It is not better than
Yes,
any
I'll
of those
Settle,
movies.
I'll settle for C. That's fine.
Okay.
But
I
Winter
think this
Soldier
is
A.
Winter
B,
Soldier's A.
B or A.
Is that a coin flip?
Winter
George, say B so we can have the
I'll
excitement.
go A. I'll go A. I'll go A. Winter
Oh.
Soldier deserves. Winter Soldier
I
deserves.
want the excitement though. It's fun.
I think Winter Soldier deserves the A. It is
Yeah,
upper.
I
Oh,
like
echelon.
no,
it.
I
Side by side.
agree.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
Infinity War's in A, I'd go
I
Soldier in A.
agree.
Deadpool
Oh,
1.
F.
No, it's I have it at an A. No,
D.
I have it
Okay,
at
D.
a B here.
I go B or C. It would be a low
I'd go
B.
C or
high.
D.
I'd be
D.
fine with it in C tier. I have it at a B tier.
D.
I'd be fine in C or B. It
So
is
we have-
high
so
C
we
I'm
have
and
gonna
low.
settle
Gotta
on
be C.
C. I'm gonna settle on C because I know you won't bring it down to C. So C. We'll go C. That's fine.
First Avengers a D.
F.
Maybe F.
C, B.
F.
I like first.
It's so bad.
So bad.
I like first Avengers.
I kind of.
I'll settle on D.
First Avengers fun.
Yeah,
Come on,
I would.
man.
That would be a low C, high D.
Okay,
for me,
D.
so I don't
George,
care.
D. Yeah, settle on D.
B, yeah,
I'm
settle on
dealing
D.
F.
I have
Alright,
it at
settle-
a B.
All right, so settle on D. D seems to be the settle.
I-
How was that
Some-
to
I
settle?
will-
How was that to settle? Tyler and Seth have it at a D. I have it at a B.
No,
And
Tyler
And
just
then
said
George
F.
has it at D. He just said
Tyler's-
maybe low, high D.
Tyler said F.
I'm dealing
I
F.
said F.
Yeah.
George said, "quote I like the first Avenger." D.
Yeah.
Are you?
No,
like, what
I'm
are
just
you
saying
doing,
that's where we're
man?
settling. I'm just saying.
No,
For
but I
me,
said F though, and Tyler
for
said
me,
F.
it's in C. For me, it's a C tier movie. It would be lower C tier. That's where I would put it.
Next one.
If it were upper C tier, then I'd be arguing a little more. But I don't really care.
I'd say
That's
D.
D.
Wasp is
That's
D.
D. That's
D.
D.
Yeah.
Endgame is
A
a
for what
C.
it
C.
means,
I think
but
C.
Infinity War is a.
I think B.
A. This is B.
I'll settle on B, but I think C.
So we
Oh,
coin
I
flipping them
I
at 2 Bs, 2 Cs?
Oh yeah, coin
Yeah,
flip.
I
then.
think
Coin
Coin flip.
flip.
Yeah, I would go B here.
Technically, I'm at A. I just want it to be known, but we can coin flip for B versus C. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Wait,
It's a fun coin
I
flip.
mean, if Cam's at an A, then technically the aggregate would lean B.
Shh. Shut up.
I'm fine with coin flip for fun. Coin
All
flip
right.
for
Heads is A. Wait, no. Heads is B. Tails is C.
That was a C.
It worked
All
out.
right.
It worked out.
Fine. That's fine.
I was gonna say, Endgame
Going
and
to
C
lie.
would not
Going to
have gone
lie.
over well with our.
Yeah, Endgame at a C would be crazy.
That would have been
For what it means,
OD
come on.
You have
disrespectful.
Deadpool too. That won't go down well.
Deadpool's good.
Iron Man 2 is a D.
D.
D. D. That was
Batman Begins, A.
B.
I'm going to be honest.
A.
I think Batman
A.
Begins is A. I think
It's
Batman
my
Begins
favorite of
is
the
A.
trilogy.
Begins is A.
No, I will happily put that in A. I think it's got
Batman
Guardians.
Begins is A.
Fine.
Batman Begins. And
BVS.
since we're going to compare trilogies, Batman Begins greater than Raimi's Spider-Man.
Shut up.
Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 1. Sorry. It is not better than Spider-Man 2. Don't quote me on that. Better than Spider-Man 1 though.
Is
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 this the extended edition?
Such a Snyder cultist thing to say.
Yeah.
I think it's a C. I think it's a C. I think it's fine. I think it's a C.
Because
C?
if it's the extended edition, it's a B.
C.
I'll go C.
Extended edition's good. It's better.
Wait, what? Cam, you're the deciding factor.
I've said D. I'm still on.
Oh,
it.
so
we're
C.
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 All right, C. C is fine.
Green Lantern, F.
F.
that movie.
Oh,
Dark Knight Rises.
C.
I think it's B.
I think it's B.
I like Dark Knight Rises.
Oh,
I'd go
like
B.
I actually think I have it at A, like 4.5, but I might be high on it.
Okay, fine. If Tyler gets B, that's fine. I'll take B. That's fine.
I think.
Oh,
Dark Knight
George,
Rises-
look what's next.
Wait, what's next? What's coming up?
Constantine, but we can't rank it.
Well, I can.
If only I'd have watched it prior.
We've seen
A.
two people have seen it.
Oh,
No,
we've
I've
seen
seen
it.
it, but not for like years.
Oh, yeah.
Put it at A.
C
Just
tier
put it
for
at A.
me.
That's
It's
it.
C tier for me.
It's
So put it at B
C.
then. So put it
All
at
right,
B.
put it at B. Put it
Yeah.
at B.
Constantine's
easy.
not that good. I
Wait,
think
so
hold on,
George
hold
and I still have our locks, right?
Yes.
Can we?
And Cam
we-
has oh no, Cam used on.
I used Iron Man. That was probably
Can-
silly, but I'm
can
happy
we-
with where we're at right now.
Can we pause the episode for an hour and a half so Seth can quickly watch Constantine and give it an A tier?
Black Panther's like a B or C.
Is this the
Yeah.
first one? Is
Yeah.
the first one?
B or C?
I think the first one's a B. I think the first one's a B.
Based
I
on
like
how we're doing, based on my personal relationship to this tier list so far, this would be C.
I think B for me. I think
I have
this
it
is,
at
I
A.
think B level.
I would say exactly what George said. For me, this feels like a B, but based on the way this has fallen, I'd probably
Yeah.
put it in C.
I
still
think
have
B. I think B. I
Cam,
think compared
what did you
to
say,
it.
Cam?
I still have it at an A. I really like
Oh,
it.
so
I
B.
think it's
I'm fine
better.
with B. George, you fine
I'm
with B?
fine with B. I'm fine with B here. Black
This is
Widow
like
is D.
couple therapy for us.
I think this is a D, but I don't think it's terrible.
Black
I don't
Widow's
know why.
fine. It's a C.
That Black
Ah,
Widow.
No,
Use your
it is.
lock.
It is not
on a
better
C
than
tier.
Venom 2. It is not better than Iron Man
Yeah,
3.
I think it's a D. I think it's a D.
It is
I
not
think
better
it's a D.
than
Just as
Ant-Man and
good
the
as-
Wasp.
I'll go D, but I have it rated higher than everything in D.
I've Venom rated higher than that.
Shout out Black
Alright.
Widow came
Both
for my
rated
wedding
higher
day.
than that.
I watched it on Disney Plus the morning of my wedding.
Nice.
Yeah.
So D
It's
is what we're
still
going with.
D.
Yeah.
Now this I think is a B.
Shang-Chi.
I think Shang-Chi's pretty cool.
I think
I think
Shang-Chi's
Shang-Chi
fun.
is a C.
I
think
I'm cool with
Shang-Chi
the
is
B. I'm cool with B.
I think a
cool
low
with
B.
too. It would
I'm
be a
just
C
comparing
for
it
me.
to the C
I was gonna
one.
say C, but I'm cool with B.
I'm comparing
Oh,
it to the
flip
C
a
one.
coin.
Well, you said you're cool with B too. So
All right,
it's-
fine.
Apocalypse F.
D.
D.
F.
D.
It's not
Really?
It's not as
That
bad
lower
as
than
Dark
Thor the
Phoenix.
Dark World?
It's not as bad as Dark Phoenix. It's
Lower
the
than
same
Thor
as
Dark
it's
World?
the same as X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's
Sounds like
got
D.
a really great scene, and then the rest of it's not great.
S.
S tier.
And I will give you the following S as well, Cam.
Hey.
If you do this S.
I mean, this isn't the next one's not me for the following for an S.
You're the 100 out of 100.
Oh, yes, but George is also going to give it an S.
No, I know,
think-
but like
think Spider-Man
I'm just
2
going with
is
you
an
because
A
you
tier
spoke.
movie. I think Spider-Man 2 is an A tier.
Should we, okay, fine. Let's just go SS then.
It's S for me.
SS.
Yeah, I think both of them.
I think Dark Knight is an A, but I will settle on S.
The Dark Knight's an
I think they're both S. I
Fine,
think they're
that's fine.
both
That's fine.
S.
Yeah, that
Well,
works.
it's fine.
I like these are good collections. I like the S and A. I'm
Yeah.
happy with it.
I love all the films
Yeah.
out apart from Iron Man. So
Wow, wait.
Rise of the Silver Surfer.
I really thought I was gonna have to burn my thing on Dark Knight, but now I see Zack Snyder's Justice League coming down the pipe.
Jesus,
Oh,
guys.
should've
What
made
have we
you do it
done? What
there.
have we done? We should have made like small rules.
What's
where
that?
everyone that disagrees.
Rise
like,
of the
can
Silver
vote down.
Surfer, which I think is basically on
Have I
par with
seen
the
that?
first
No.
Fantastic Four. I feel like they got
I
to be
put that
side
at
by side.
D. I don't think that's an F tier movie. I put
Where's
that-
Fantastic Four
Because
one?
Four Stick
Yeah.
is coming up, and that's F.
They're like same quality to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fan Four Stick's worse.
Fan Four Sticks F.
Yeah, F. That's F.
A.
Logan.
Logan's A. I think A.
Logan's
I think
S.
A.
A, I wouldn't
I
be
think
mad
A.
at S.
But I'll give you S. 'Cause I would probably have it over the Dark Knight right now, so I'll give you S.
Oh no, you would
Well.
not.
George,
No,
what's
you
your?
wouldn't.
Where are you on this?
I think he's got it at a 5.
I'd
You
go
say
A.
S is locked in at S. If it's A, we coin flip.
I have it at a 4.5, but it is. I'd be.
Wait, Tyler, where are you going?
I'd be perfectly fine
A.
talking this in an S tier. I really would.
Oh, so it's a coin flip then.
Yeah, coin flip it.
Yeah,
Just
let's
coin
talk
flip.
about it.
I would
I-
consider it a coin flip. It's a
Coin
very
flip,
good film.
coin flip.
We
This
know
is
it's
a
very.
very high A, low S for me.
I
I'd be
agree.
happy
I
with that.
agree.
And I think on rewatch it would be a 5 for me if I'm being.
I don't think
honest.
Tyler feels strong enough about any of these to like throw in a.
Oh,
a
you
knee.
silly child! You silly child. So
That's right.
heads will be S, tails will be A for Logan, and the coin says tails is an A tier. The coin's kind of cooking. I feel like I'm liking where the coin's placing
making good
things.
decision. The coin
Yeah.
giveth and the coin taketh. So
So Logan A tier, and I keep getting distracted by the next film because it's the Wolverine, but it's Lo Benzo Immortal on the post.
it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
D.
Oh no,
See?
this movie's
See?
got some style,
It's got
man.
some sauce. I'll give it C.
Yeah.
I'll give it C.
See?
Actually. It's got
Yeah,
some.
I'll
sauce.
take C.
From memory again, so I have no idea.
Lo
Incredible
Benzo
Hulk would be
Immortal. Incredible Hulk is a C.
D.
D.
Incredible
Right.
Hulk.
I'll give you this C if you give me my next B.
Well, George, where are
Where
you?
you at, George?
I would put this at D.
All right, do you
You
win?
can't just start making trade deals out here.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah,
have
what
to
are we
go
doing?
Based on the, we have to go based on the
B, 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 B,
F.
B.
F.
You fucking guys, man. Fuck you.
I
I
can
haven't
go
seen
D. I'll go D.
I have not seen it, so I'm
Have
not-
any of you cats watched it recently, Cam or
think we
Tyler?
does.
Nope.
You fucking dick.
Maybe 3 years ago when I was doing like my rankings.
Can I have
of
C?
superhero movie. I'll give you, I think 2 Fs and a. I'll
A
say I'm a
B.
D. I'll say I'm a D. So we have
Oh.
F, D, and
B.
B. So I think that's a D.
Fine. Oh, actually, no, I have it in
I think
A.
it's a coin flip for C or D.
No, I have it in A.
For C or D.
Coin
I
flip
have
for
it
C
in
or
A.
D.
Okay,
coin
we can do
flip for C or
coin
D.
flip for C or D.
No. How is that fair?
Because I'm at an F.
Because
Oh, sorry. Did you say C or D?
Yeah, C
so
or
Tyler,
D.
you and I rank them the same, but I don't
Okay,
think
okay,
you have
that's
as
fine. That's
many
yeah,
Fs
C or D. Yeah, coin flip C or D. That's
in
fine.
this.
That's fine.
So I don't know exactly what we're doing.
Head
I got
C,
D.
D, yeah. It's D. Sorry.
So what is it? You didn't say.
D tier.
Well,
D.
Heads is
I think
always
that's. I think that you need to go and rewatch it. I'll rewatch.
Yeah, I do
constantly.
need to rewatch it. I'm just not passionate
Oh,
about
man.
any superhero movie right now.
It's so good. I haven't seen
Deadpool
it.
2 is better than Deadpool 1, so it's got to
haven't
be in
seen
C.
I put it in C. I would put it
Also,
in C.
Hat Guy cooking me on last episode is so funny because like every TikTok and YouTube comments, like, no, Deadpool 2 is the best.
I don't know if that's true though. I disagree with those comments.
Well,
but-
yeah. Because
So where are you going?
It's got to be C for
Deadpool
me.
2. What did we have
C.
Deadpool at? I
C.
think
It's, D,
I-
C.
C.
then
They have to be. Everyone's
I think
arguing
it's
which
C.
movie's better. They're the same fucking movie.
Mhm.
so
C.
is Deadpool and Wolverine though, George. Like
No,
I
it's
think
No, that's
not.
way different. What do you
Stop.
mean?
Stop.
That has
Same
variance
exact
among
shit,
the
man. It's the same exact
Insanely
shit.
different
I think
movie.
Deadpool 2 is worse than Deadpool.
No,
George.
good.
C. Come on.
C. I'm saying C. I'm saying C.
Good man.
Seth hasn't seen it. so
Dread.
I'm
I actually have seen Dread. It's
Dread,
not
I
really-
want to watch Dread. Apparently, it's good.
I
haven't seen
have
it.
not seen Dread.
I think Dread
I need
stinks.
to
I think I have it at like I think it's D tier for me.
I have it as
Cam,
C.
is this going to be one of your things where you have a good rating for it?
Probably. Let's see.
No, you don't. You haven't rated it, Cam.
I've seen Dread. I definitely have, but probably not.
Tyler's the
Last
only one I
movie.
follow
All
with rating.
I think that's fair to put in the not ranked then.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Bloodshot. That's not
I think
ranked
I've
for
seen
me.
Bloodshot, but that was like a COVID movie. I think it was.
What in the world is blood?
Never
Vin
even
Diesel.
heard of that movie.
Yeah, Bloodshot
seen
was a
this one.
COVID movie.
Hey,
I had
hey,
a 2.5.
Hey,
Or
Days
for
of
audio
Future
listeners,
Hey,
it's Days of the Future
hey.
Past. You can't just be yelling out and
Sorry.
things without
Sorry.
knowing
S
the movie.
It's
tier,
A.
S tier,
I haven't
S
seen it.
tier.
I haven't seen
A.
A.
Where's first
I
class?
will, of course, accept A
First class,
because
we
I'm
put first class at B.
F. F.
And it's better
Yeah.
than first
Oh,
class.
A. Better
F.
than
I
first
will,
class,
of course,
better than first
accept
class.
A tier, but I like
F.
Days of Future a lot.
Seth,
watched
you actually haven't seen it though, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, so A tier, guys, is that where we
A-tier.
came?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we're
Yes.
deciding Days of Future Past is A tier.
X-Men
C.
2000.
C.
No, that's B. That's B at least.
C.
I'll give you B. It's been a while since I've seen it,
The
so I'll give
first
you B.
X-Men, that's a very good movie. First
I'll give
X-Men
you
is a
B.
good movie.
Cam, where are you?
I'm at B.
Okay, so sounds like B
That's
is
fine.
where we're going. I'm fine with that. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I think it's the worst of the trilogy, so I'll go C.
I'll say B. I think it's still good.
George
It's
hates
still
it,
funny.
so I think
like
it's
B.
C's got to be where
I
we
like
land.
I'll go B, to be honest.
What do you
I
have
would
it
go.
at?
I would
Go
D.
B. Wait, Cam, go B.
I would go D. I do not like Guardians.
What do you
2.
have it at, really? So C
Like
is where we
2.5,
end, but
I
I
have
have it at a B.
I think
Yeah.
it's so much better than the C films.
Where's the
I
C
don't-
films? Go show me the C's.
No
I think
Way
it's better.
Home,
I think it's better than
Far From
all of
Home,
these.
No,
Avengers Age of
I
Ultron.
think it's better
not
than
as good
most
as
of
any
these.
of
I think
those.
it's better than most of these. Yeah, except
I think it's a
Deadpool.
B. I think it's a B.
It's a D.
I'm
and
C.
Spider-Man. I like the Spider-Man.
Wait, where are you, Tyler?
So are we at 2 B's, 2 C's?
I'm
I
at a
think
D.
it's two.
I'm at a D.
It's
Oh, you're
two
at a
Bs,
D?
a C, and
I'm at a D. I do
2
not
B's,
like
a C, and a
Guardians.
D.
I'd be fine with a C. I don't care.
So do we coin flip for CB?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll coin flip for CB.
Coin flip.
So heads B, tails C, and the coin
Yeah.
flips.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, this guy
that was
cooks.
a C, wasn't it? Fuck.
Yeah, flip in your
So
head.
This guy is
That's all
cooking.
right. That's all right.
Good film. Good film.
So it is
Sure.
going in the C tier.
C
Now we have TASM 2.
D.
D. D.
It's not terrible. I don't think it's terrible.
Look,
It's a
it
D.
looks good.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
The dubstep.
Dubstep's cool. Yeah,
D,
it looks
D.
good. Come on.
I,
It's a D.
D is
No
fine.
Cross the Spider-Verse on this list kind of.
this is Incredible.
I like Incredibles
C.
2.
A C,
go
yeah.
B.
I like.
I would go C or B.
I think C. I
I'd
think
like a
C.
B. I'd like a B tier. I like Incredibles.
I
2
think
a lot.
C. Tyler, where are you?
I'm B. I'm B.
Oh,
So 2 B's, 2 C's, or do we have 3 B's?
I said B or C. I don't.
I'll
I'm
give you
indifferent.
B. I'm not. I actually do like it a little bit. I just don't.
I like-
I'll give you B.
I like it like way
I'm-
more than like X-Men. So
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Thor Ragnarok is
B.
B for me.
B.
B or C. I don't mind B or C.
Ragnarok is a good movie, man.
I think Ragnarok's better than
Ragnarok's
like, No Way
really,
Home.
really good. It's the
I think
best
Ragnarok's better than like No Way Home.
It's
I'll give
the
you
best
B.
Thor movie by a country
by
mile.
Yeah, but that is not a challenge, George. We have to remember.
I mean,
this.
that's
Like, not a
unfair, but still.
challenge. I think Ragnarok can go B. I don't
Ragnarok-
want it as C, but
I
I
think
think
it's
At
A, but I
least.
like it in the B.
I'll settle
I
for
wish
B.
yeah, B at least.
Civil
I think
Wars.
B. C.
Civil Wars.
Civil War, I'd have it B, but I'm going to argue for C.
I think C.
I would say B. I'd be happy
go
with
B.
Civil War. I still have a
Was it
fun
2 Cs?
nostalgia.
B works.
Cam, what were you at?
I have it at B. I would just think in this ranking,
So should we
It's a
flip a
C.
coin, B or C?
Ragnarok is B. This is C for me.
They C
All right,
then.
well, we're coin flipping.
Wow, you think Ragnarok is better than Civil War?
I do.
I
I do.
don't.
Interesting.
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
All right, heads is B, tails is C.
Damn it.
Tails.
Yeah, okay.
Damn,
All
that
right.
sucks.
I
man.
take back everything
Ragnarok-
positive I said about the RNG.
I'm shocked you're not using your one like pull for that, Tyler, because I feel like that's your highest on this one. I could be wrong. I could be
Civil War?
Yeah, where is
Yeah,
your
like-
thing going to come from, though? Oh, it might be Venom to help Riley. out.
Obviously, is Venom. Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I see.
D.
Captain Marvel, I
D.
think, is not as bad as people say.
It's
but
not. It's not terrible. But
It's not as bad as people
I'm
say.
only fighting
F.
for it to be like C.
It's D.
It's-
I think. No, I think D. I think D.
It's not. Yeah, it's not Electra bad, but it's not Iron Man 3 good. I guess.
I haven't seen Shazam. I don't know.
I haven't seen it in a while, but I liked it when I
I like
watched it last.
Shazam. I would say
I'd put the
It's a
first
good
Shazam in
superhero
D.
movie.
Similar
It's
to
a good-
Cam with Civil War, I would say B if this is the first movie on here, but at this point, I'd say it's probably C.
I think
Yeah.
it's D.
I think it's C.
Yeah, C is where we land.
Fine with C. Fine with C.
Spider-Man
Hey.
3.
Spider-Man.
A, but I will settle on B.
I have
I think
Come on,
B.
B. Yeah, B.
I'll settle on B. I think B is fine.
I think D.
I'm
D or
guessing
C.
it's going
We
C.
go C just for in the middle. 'Cause
Yeah.
we-
Yeah.
Are we doing,
We're not going to be able
doing-
to do any better than that, Seth.
Yeah, no, that's
It's a lost
Wait,
cause.
what? Tyler, you said B.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
both
two
D's.
2 D's.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good movie, man. It's
And-
not
Into the
good.
Spider-Verse. I'll
Hey.
give it S.
A,
S.
It's better.
F.
F.
than-
S.
First off, shout out Spider-Man for having some good movies. Because
Spider-Man
Far
2
From
are bangers.
Far From Home should be in the S.
Is that
Spider-Man-
Batman? Is that Superman
I
Return?
haven't seen Superman
Superman
Returns.
Returns.
D.
I have not.
D.
I'm gonna keep quiet. I haven't seen this in too long.
I think
So,
it's a D.
not
It's a
ranked
D.
then? Cam, do you have it ranked?
Yeah, I have it ranked.
Okay, so then-
I
D.
have it at. No, I don't. What are these comic
Okay,
book movies I've never seen?
All
This
right,
is
it
crazy.
has to go not ranked. It has to go not ranked.
S.
The Batman S.
S. Wow,
Best
I did
Batman
not. I did
film.
not think that would be that easy. Honestly,
Where's Mask of the Phantasm on this shit, man?
There's
Oh,
a lot that are missing, but there's also a lot that are on here. But
Tyler,
Venom,
put Venom wherever you
Come on,
want.
Tyler, just
yeah,
do it.
that is true. But I'll be nice. I won't like
Do
break
it
it
to
up
S,
to B.
so we can get
I would put it at
creative.
A personally, but I'm gonna put it at B. I'm not gonna throw. out
Tyler,
two
you should have
or three.
done like F.
Crazy,
So we can
because
get Twitter
I'd
reaction.
put it at. No, I put it at C.
I put it as C or B, maybe. I don't know. C.
V for Vendetta, I think is C.
Good film.
That's
Really good
B.
film.
B at least.
On this ranking, I think it's C.
It has to be
on
B.
this ranking, I think it's B.
I think it's an argument for it to be A, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I accept B. I'll accept B.
B sounds like B. We're good
It's a
with.
really good film. It's a really good film. D.
Okay, I guess I have it at
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
F.
I'll give B,
S.
but I'll give A.
George is going to use
I
his
will
thing.
give-
I'm
I will
using
give-
my
I have
one.
it at-
And
I have it at C.
So
You're-
S,
it's
George,
an
George,
it's fine.
S.
George,
It's
George
S.
has used his thing. It's fine.
man.
that's an
You,
S
you don't
movie.
even have it at 5-star, George.
Yes, I do. I've had it at 5-star for like a year and a half.
Damn, I'm sad the last two movies stink because we actually had like a perfect distribution going, but our S outweighs our A, which is unfortunate. Wonder Woman 84.
F.
S.
F. That movie
Multiverse
is
Madness,
so
good.
ass.
Multiverse of Madness.
C.
Yeah.
Multiple Madness
Multiverse
is
of Madness,
C.
C.
In
At
this
least
ranking, it's
C.
easily a C.
C.
Yeah, this
Sam
ranking
Raimi
is
cooked. Sam Raimi's the blueprint. He cooked.
All right,
It's
so here's
so
here's
much
the list.
better than Spider-Man 3, though.
Shut up! Shut up! That's such a
You're
bad
so
take.
gone.
You're crazy.
There we go. That's what we just
I-
did, gentlemen.
Oh,
I
it's
like
okay.
I
that
would be
S
willing
tier.
to move for graphic purposes. I would be willing to move Iron Man down to A if George is willing to move Zack Snyder's Justice League down to A.
No, that's the funny. No, because
I
that's
am not willing
Yeah,
to move
bullshit.
Zack
Terrible.
but I am willing to move Iron Man down to A for sure.
Shut up. Yeah.
Or
Me too.
or we can move Watchmen or the Suicide Squad up to A.
okay, fine. Can we move Spider-Man 3 up to B? I don't think it
No,
belongs there.
no, we're not touching
No.
any of these.
We're not.
That's where
I
it's
made my
at.
one trade deal. My art of the trade.
Fuck.
Good ranking though. I don't
Yeah,
think
that
it's
was
horrible.
fun. I feel like we did that pretty well, pretty
I
effectively.
think we didn't argue as much as I thought. We were pretty like
Yeah,
we allowed things. We were
If
fine.
we didn't come to a coin toss decision, we would have
We,
argued way more.
Can I ask? Can we do Family Feud trivia? Because I'll have to hop off.
Yeah, and then we can do if we want, we can do the tier list, just me, George, and Sam. Seth.
It's
So
nearly
we'll hop to
three.
the trivia.
Gotta get to the house and
Did
do
you just
something.
say
So let's-
Sam?
Yeah, who the fuck is Sam? That's crazy.
Wait, that's crazy because the other week when Cam wasn't here, instead of saying Cam, I said Sam.
Who's Sam?
Who is
evading
Sam?
Who said Sam
evading
today?
your
Mr.
mind.
Downstairs.
Did I say Sam? I'm confused.
No, Tyler
I
said Sam.
don't believe you said Sam.
Yeah, I'll have
All
to
right.
get off sometime soon. I gotta go.
Well, we'll get through this, and you'll be here for
I
it.
love
We'll be
these.
happy.
I love these. Okay, so we're doing this one. I like this.
Yeah.
Can I
So-
can I just preface this before we start?
Yeah.
I checked when I sent Tyler because I'm assuming he asked you guys as well for that top because Tyler asked for our top 10 films. I gave the first 10K to my mind, and I look
That's
back and I'm
exactly
like,
what I did.
I was like,
I did
that's
as
not
well.
my top 10.
Yeah, I
All of
did
you
as
texted me pretty.
I don't-
You were all
honestly,
like,
I
"Here's
don't
my top
remember
10,"
if
but
I-
like, who fucking knows?
I was
don't
like,
even
I don't know if that's
like-
my top 10. That's
I'm
not
going
my
to
top
live
10.
what I said.
So here's how it's gonna work. It's gonna go pretty fast, but
I'm a fucking idiot making this.
what are
list.
I
our
forgot,
top
like,
10
three
movies?
films.
Here's how this is gonna work. So it's George versus Seth versus Cam. There's 3 X's per round. If you get 3, or there's 4 total rounds, 3 X's you get out. Don't worry, Cam. I know you're pressed for time, but it won't go that long.
No, that's fine.
So here's how it's going to work. We have 3 people for Family Feud, which is coming right after this. Whoever gets first place, the most points through this 4-round game, can either choose they want to be on a team alone because they don't want anyone on their team messing with them, like and losing for them, or they can pick either of the losers to join the team of 2 to be 2 versus 1. So it's your own fate as the winner of this. So this is kind of to choose who gets their choice of Family Feud. So 4 rounds. Here's how it goes. Only 2 of you are going to play in the first 3 rounds. So this one is George's top 10. So obviously, George, you're not playing in this round. This is Cam versus Seth. So you're going to go one by one, and it's going to go in order. You're each going to have the opportunity to go first. I'll go in the order of your name. So Cam versus Seth means Cam, you're going to get to say the first movie. But when it's Seth versus George, Seth, you'll go first. So it'll all work out. It'll all be fair. So Cam, first movie, if you get 3 X's, you are out, and you just get 1 point per one you get right.
I'm worried like didn't think of a movie when saying because there's one on
That's
my
that's
list.
what I
that
did.
There's one
I
I
forgot,
don't
like,
have on
4
my
films.
list that I'm already like, oh, I'm an idiot for not putting that there.
My list is
Um,
shit. My list doesn't make sense.
So I'm starting for George.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh no shit, bro.
Yeah.
1 point Cam.
Yes.
Arrival.
1 point Seth.
I'm gonna be really pissed if this isn't on there. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I'm so sorry, Cam.
Wow, really?
Bro just locked in an S tier 37
This guy
seconds
lied.
ago.
This guy lied.
So Seth, to you.
Dune 2?
June 2 on the board.
Oh, okay, cool.
Seth takes
This
the
isn't
lead.
here.
Cam,
I
back to you.
genuinely don't know my boy if this isn't here. Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
George, I will not lie. That's crazy to not be in your top 10. You watched it 17 times in 2024.
What am I supposed to be guessing, George?
Yeah,
Just
I'm
movies
so
that were-
sorry.
I'm actually guessing George movies that he was thinking of at the time. That's
No,
what I'm guessing.
literally, yeah. Because Seth, like how you prefaced it, they all said the same thing. They're like, I don't know. This is right. That's what makes it more fun.
We don't
Seth,
do
you
our
can
ranking.
really put the
I
pressure on.
apologize.
None of us rank our top 10, so it's just
Yeah.
hard to fucking
Mhm.
remember.
Okay.
Seth,
I'll
you can really
go-
put pressure on here.
George speaks about this all the time, and I still haven't seen it, and that's probably why it comes to mind. I'll go Almost Famous.
Great work. Another point for Seth.
Yeah, I know George.
Yeah,
Cam doesn't know George. I know George.
I love this. Cam
Cam,
is
I'm
sweating.
begging you to pick a correct movie.
Is it hot in that
Please.
room? Camera's making me laugh out
This
loud.
is awful,
dude.
man. This is awful.
Just
Give me a sec. Give me a sec, man.
Cam-
Sorry.
The kiddie pool behind Cam is so.
Wait. No. Wait.
That's funny.
All right. God, I don't know, man, anymore. I don't.
Oh, come
know.
on, Cameron.
Okay. Guys, this has to be there. And it maybe doesn't actually. I don't know. Am I so dumb to pick this that like I'm just wrong?
Yes.
The Batman.
I don't think that's there. Oh, you.
So
That
that's
is, a,
three.
that is a generational bad
But
performance.
Seth, just because Cam's out, you can keep guessing until you get 3 X's because since it's aggregate over 4 rounds, you want to keep running up your score.
Everybody wants some.
Good pull,
I
dude.
was gonna guess that, but
I am
was
actually like
Why are we talking
unbelievable.
about
I know this. I know George.
Keep cooking. Playing with
Well,
house money
mine.
right now.
I'm
I
honestly,
had
I'm
another
genuinely-
guess. I had another guess, but I think there's 2 options for it, so I was worried I was going to pick the wrong one.
genuinely shocked no one has said the number 4 yet.
Maybe
I do not know my boys.
favorite films. Okay. I'm trying to picture like George's. Maybe Dune 1? No.
And that'll be your
okay.
first X. That'll be your first X.
Okay. Maybe.
guys.
Oh,
his
yeah, I know it's 4. I know 4. 4 is definitely 1 trillion million bajillion trillion% 4 is Inception.
No.
Second
What?
X today. Second
I
X
know
today.
it now.
4 is on your top 10 list? I mean,
I
it's
want
actually
you
in
to
top 10
know
list.
The Batman is George's most watched movie of all time on this fucking app. So
Where the fuck did Inception drop out, man? That's brutal.
All right,
I
we
don't
got
think
one
I
more.
ever had
You
Inception in
still
my
have a
top.
big lead here, but
All right, let me go one more.
How do you not have number
don't
4?
reveal the list. I want one more guess.
George,
Just-
what
That's fine.
films does George like? Let me think. Is it obvious, George? You're 4?
I should be. It's
I think it is. It is now that I see the list of his most.
Oh, is it maybe like Into the Spider-Verse one?
not 4, but you get a point.
not 4, but
Okay.
that is 1.
Okay, my question was, can I? Oh, never mind.
No, because Seth still's live.
I know. Sorry.
I should be better at this. Sorry, Cam. That was kind of offensive.
Dude, I suck apparently. Now that I see the like most watched, I'm thinking, oh yeah, that would have been smart. But the Batman was the top, so maybe I'm not.
I would have gone the
Top
Batman
of
event.
Maverick was 4th. No, 5th.
What do you got,
Yeah,
Seth?
these are. I love those 2 movies, and they're definitely in my like top 12 probably.
Yeah, are they?
George, I'm gonna give you like a really weird shout right now, just because I don't want to stall it anymore. Crooklyn.
No, good
That's
guess.
your third
No,
X today.
was it
1 to
Cross the
5 in the
Spider-Verse?
first round.
Was it
Yeah,
Cross
that-
the
that-
Spider-Verse on there?
Nope.
No.
Okay,
Fourth
I
X
was
today.
worried- I was worried I was going to guess the wrong
Rush Hour
one.
2.
That's why I didn't do either.
Rush Hour 1.
Mad Max
No,
Fury
no.
Road.
Mad Max Fury Road is number 4.
Man.
Number
That-
6, Back to the Future. Like he
Yeah.
dressed up as that for Halloween.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have got Mad Max.
Transformers at
Wouldn't
7,
have got that.
Gotten that.
and La La Land at 8.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got the one we should have got Mad Max. That's the really bad one. How did I get Everybody Wants Some and Almost Famous and
Yeah,
not Mad Max?
everybody
pull.
wants it was a crazy pull.
Yeah.
That was
Alright,
a
so
crazy pull.
Great round for Seth.
Mind
And
you,
Seth, you get to
like
take
that.
a round off now because it's your top 10 for George versus Cam. And like the order
This is
George.
Remember, George and Cam, this is not my top 10. Okay, that's all you need to remember.
George,
What
your
do you-
first pick.
I hate this fucking.
I forgot like so many films. It's so bad.
I mean, if Spider-Man 2 is not on this list, I'll freak out.
First X we got today.
No way.
Barry Lyndon.
Barry Lyndon. Cam gets a point.
Oh, we had to rank. There was rank Tyler. Cool. Sorry, George. George probably should have been on there. I apologize.
I'm gonna go with Through a Glass Darkly. There's no way you forgot Through a Glass Darkly, my brother.
There's layups on here that I
there are like real. This is like insane that you haven't guessed a few of them yet. Like
there's one
Lost Highway.
Yeah.
Lost Highway works for you today. Lost Highway gives you a point.
Lost Highway would not be 8th, by the way. Just getting out there.
There's no way it's not.
Back to George with pressure on the line here.
I'm gonna go with Titan.
Good pull. We got the 7. Good
George,
pull.
you are
Huge.
being really risky for no reason, right?
Yeah, that was a
Am I like
Cam.
That is a recent entry, probably.
All right, this may or may not be on there. You like this movie? I don't know if it's on there. Sorry, I hate when my camera moves with me.
I don't know. It's fun.
Thief.
Thief is your first X today.
Oh.
Did you forget it though? Did you
No,
forget
but
it? Though?
no, I did think about putting it in, so you were like on the right lines. I did think.
George,
about
your last life.
if this isn't in your top 10, I'll be
George,
very upset.
I
Old
actually.
boy.
Oh,
Old boy's gonna work for you today. Old boy is gonna
Okay.
get you a point.
Tyler, are you as surprised as I am right now, Tyler? 'Cause I feel like
This is kind of crazy. Cam, your pick.
What are we talking about? What are we
Okay.
missing?
If this isn't there, I'm gonna be bummed. The Banshees of Inisherin.
Banshees of Inisherin will get you points today. I'll
guys,
get you
what are we fucking doing right now? What are we doing right now? It's like
George, your last life. Back to you again.
I'm gonna go with this is probably what we were talking about. The Lord of the Rings, The Return
Oh
of the
yeah,
King.
okay. My
There
bad. I
you go.
forgot about that shit.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy
that
one.
is
to open.
poor. That is poor. That is poor.
Cam.
That's disgusting,
I think
man.
this is there. I'm worried the rest are the Lord of the Rings, to be honest with you.
Tyler, I think I might have fucked up. I'm just gonna let you know.
Persona.
Second X today. This is an intense
Oh,
round back and forth.
Persona
George,
should
back
be
to
on
you.
that. Cam doesn't deserve
Hey,
an extra.
thanks.
I was
I
surprised when you
appreciate
texted me that it wasn't.
I appreciate the
Yeah,
console.
Persona should be on there. That should be on there.
George.
I have a few in my head that I think could be on this list. I don't I feel like there's got to be another Lynch here, right? There just has to be. And maybe I feel like it could be Mulholland Drive. I could also see it being like Signs, maybe. The fact that Spider-Man 2 wasn't here is insanity, man. That's so crazy.
I forgot the rest of them.
I'll throw out Mulholland Drive.
That'll be
No.
your third X. It's tied 3-3 this round, though.
I did
Cam, you
think
take the
about
lead for
putting
this
on as
round,
well.
or also join him in the X.
So I have a chance. Mine's going possibly like a race. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
cannot
something
believe I forgot one.
crazy. I'm gonna do something crazy, and I'm gonna go with the 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go with the 2 towers.
Two Towers going to work today. Gonna get you a point.
Insane.
Which I think this is why I fucked up because I usually don't separate
Lord of
it.
the Rings. The fucking ring.
I'm going to need the title, sir.
The Ring. I don't actually love The Ring that much. I can't lie. There you go. There you go.
Another
I
point
shouldn't have
today.
done that though. I usually don't separate
Sorry,
it.
I didn't know. if Seth
I
was gonna
know
do
what
that.
5 is. I know what 5 is, and I'm
I
mad.
don't know what
Now
5
we're
is.
gonna go with possibly Dracula. You've been a big fan recently.
Oh,
Your third X today, unfortunately.
I could have gone on there as well.
Is one of them Silence?
That
It's
is
a
the 5.
Razorhead.
That is the 5.
Yeah.
Number
I can't
Well, I'm a
Put
raise
my
out of
team
5, Cam. Come on, you know my 5s.
Not Thief, but Heat.
It was Heat or Thief. So
Cam wins at round 5-3. So we got a tight match right now because Cam is at 6, Seth at 5, George at 3, but Cam, you're at 6 with
You're gonna
playing
get
2 rounds.
mine.
Everyone else played 1.
I think mine is.
So now
silly.
Cam's out and or off this round, and we got Seth versus George. So Seth, you go
Mine is
first.
probably going to be the easiest guess. I think.
See, I get
I'm-
the Greek.
Wait,
I think
my
there could be a million movies here.
No, I don't think so. I think I've
Yes,
got this down.
The whole MCU.
Wait, am I first or
Yeah, you're first, Seth.
Okay, let's just go. Oh, let's just into the Spider-Verse. Just go.
And we got the number 1 answer off the board.
Wow, is that number 1? Okay.
Yeah, probably. Let's go to The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight works. So I'll be number 8.
Empire Strikes Back is old number 1.
Empire Strikes Back will work today.
I feel. I think, but this was before he rewatched Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'll go with Across the Spider-Verse. I'll risk it.
It'll be on there. Sure.
That was the one I looked at and said I forgot.
Yep, that'll be your first X today.
Oh,
Sorry.
Seth, back to you.
Okay.
Was before my rewatch, George.
Actually, The Big Short, 100 out of 100.
Big Short will be at the 10.
Good pull. Rewatch that again.
Good pull. I'm trying to think of Cam's 100 out of 100s. Like, I don't think Seven Samurai is on his favorites list. Don't lock that in. That's not a.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Moneyball.
I like that guess,
No
but it's
way.
not
I
right.
like that. I like
No
that guess.
way, dude. You talk about that movie on this podcast more than any other movie.
We
I don't
can
know about that, but-
Recreate my list of the aggregate.
Seth, you're up.
What's like a safe? I imagine. I know he has this at 100 out of 100, so I'm just gonna guess that it's there, but it could also not be. The Godfather.
Not a
First X today.
Not a
Shit.
favorite. Sorry.
George, last life.
I'll go Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
June part 2 will get you points today.
Good pull.
It's back to
This is not
Seth.
gonna be as easy as I thought it was.
I'm the very big idiot that always says like my favorites aren't the best movies I've seen. Whether
I'm
you
only
guys
thinking
want
you're
to
100 out of
talk
100.
about it or
It's not
not,
funny.
but I'm an idiot, so that's fine.
Are there films on here you don't have a 5-star?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That might have been cheating. I'm sorry.
Okay. What does Cameron love?
I don't know.
What does I know this is 5. No, I'm not gonna go with that. I'm gonna go. Oh, I know this will be on that. Like Jurassic Park.
It's going to be your second X today.
That's 100. Oh, I thought you.
It's not actually, but it is very good. It's like a 98.
George, your last
It
life.
would be up there for me though. I do like it.
Yeah, Last Life. Now I'm playing around. I could go a couple ways. I'd be very annoyed with Cam if Into the Spider-Verse was his only animated film on this list. So I'm going to throw out Soul.
That's
Soul's
a
gonna get you
really
points
good
today.
guess.
Soul is going to get you points.
It's great. Pick.
Seth, both of you on your last life.
I say true to myself, George. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Oh man, I'm really freezing up here under the pressure.
Yeah, I'm freezing up. I have like 20 movies that could be.
I thought this would be really easy. It's not at all. Okay, so I don't know if there's gonna be any more.
It is. I think you're overthinking it a little, which I think is what I did for you and George, to be honest with you. So
Being someone who has an answer key in front of me, I don't think these are like the most like. It's not like a Seth with Lord of the Rings. Like, how have you not guessed this? Like,
yeah, that's fair.
I don't think you'll have any more Star Wars films on here. I know you recently rated New Hope to a 5-star, but I don't think it'll be in the top 10. Trying to look for eye contact from Council, I guess. I don't know, man. I'll throw some out.
I think there's one left that.
Oh, La La Land.
Nice.
La La Land is going to get you points today.
Oh, okay.
Shout out George and I for having 3 movies together. We should kiss, man.
4.
4? What did I miss?
Spider-Verse,
The Dark Knight.
Spider-Verse, Dune, La La Land, and The Dark Knight.
Nice. I want to smooch you.
All right. I have like a couple. I weirdly think I know what 9 is, but I'm not going to guess it because I think it's such a. Because if it's not 9, then it's a stupid guess.
Okay.
So I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go Days of Future Past.
I like that movie a lot. I'm sorry.
Is that not
Nope.
on here?
You're out today.
No, but it's up there. It's
That's one
maybe,
more guess.
maybe top 25.
I might.
I'm going to say my pick after Seth goes, and if it's on the
Very
board, I'll be
fair.
very pissed.
Wait. Do I need this next one?
Well, there's one more round. It's my favorite movies with
Okay,
all 3 of
sorry.
you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go with Mad Max Fury Road. I know you rated that highly, but I don't know if it's.
Nope. George, what were you
Hold
thinking it was?
I was
EP?
thinking Pitch Perfect.
Yeah, it's
Nope.
No way.
Number
That's-
4
It
today.
was,
That's why I asked
but then,
that.
like, I thought of other movies.
Oh.
I like.
Oh, Knives Out.
Knives Out. I
Out.
should have got. I
I appreciate you got a very Family Feud ass.
Wait.
Oh,
Hold on. So
Whoa.
the other one's Pitch Perfect. Is the other one we're missing Mamma Mia?
Nope.
I was gonna say
It
Mamma Mia.
would be
He
number
likes
two.
no.
If you're
Cam
going
loves
with it,
Mamma
it
Mia
would be
2. He doesn't love 1.
Number 9, The Lion King.
I wouldn't have got that. I don't think they're that obvious, to be honest.
You don't think The Lion King was obvious?
No, you never speak about the Lion King.
What? I feel like
I
speak
feel like
about
you
The
don't
Lion
think-
King often.
So right
Do
now,
you?
Seth is in the lead at 9, and then you two are tied at 6. So that means Seth, which works perfectly. We're just going to go in the order it's listed. Seth, George, Cam. For me, you all have your own 3 X's.
I
And
know
this is going to
you,
be the
Chief.
final round. So,
I know
Seth,
you.
you get to go
Starting.
first.
I know you. Boyhood.
Boyhood will get you a point today.
I should have saved that one. Shit.
On to George.
I also, believe it or not, am familiar with you. About Time.
About
Yeah.
time we'll get you points today.
Wow,
If
4?
La-
You're lying. You're lying to
If
yourself.
La La Land doesn't get me points,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
tough.
done.
La La Land's the number 1 today. La La Land's number 1. Perfect round from you 3. Now we're back to Seth.
I don't
so
know if I know you any more than the 3 films. They were like
Yeah, I think we nailed those 3.
Game night. Game night.
Movie that Tyler loves.
Game night was close. I was considering it, but that'll be next.
I got one.
George.
I think, which I'm pretty sure used to be your number 1, and I'm assuming it's now your number 2, is There Will Be Blood.
Yep, that's number 7 today.
Wow, that's
I,
dropping.
I would have
I,
never
I,
got that. Really good
I
pick.
think
That's a
me
really
and
good
Tyler's only other overlap. We both have La La Land, but I think you'd have Goodwill Hunting on here.
Goodwill Hunting is correct. Goodwill Hunting at 2.
Oh, there.
Wow,
Good answer.
two.
Good answer. Thanks.
Yeah, when I was making this list, I was like, Goodwill Hunting, I've been wanting to get a tattoo of. So I feel like that alone deserves to be like
Yeah.
moved up the list. I mean, if I want to get it inked on me. So
This could
where
be
are we
my
at? That,
second
Cam, you just said that, right? I
Yeah.
have like 7 screens going on right now. So next up, we are back to Seth.
This could be my second X, but I know you used to have it on there. I'm really positive you have it on the Social Network.
Yep, that'll still get you points today. That's number 8.
Nice.
Cool. Good goal.
2-2-2 for this round across all of you. George, you're up.
I'm lost.
I mean, listen, if this isn't here, I'll cry. Misunderstood masterpiece, underrated flick Babylon.
Yep, number
Wow.
9. I like that.
I was gonna say,
Like, I ju-
That so much. I should have gone to mine straight away.
Spoiler alert, this isn't on there, Mistress America. But I just rated that a 5-star, but when you said misunderstood, I was like, you're kind of crazy to think I've already given top 10 to Mistress America after first
Yeah.
watch.
you do give that a 5, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, but not in my top 10.
All right.
Cam.
Now I really gotta lock in here because I'm kind of out. I'm kind of lost. I have one guess, but I'm worried it's too recent.
One of these will be tricky. One of these will be
Cam.
tricky. 2 of them I think are pretty.
Okay.
You should get.
Cam, you haven't had an X, so you can just go for it.
Yeah, I just go for it. You really like this movie. It's a recent, very much like, so I'm worried it's not here. Oh, I'm gonna actually just go safe. Mamma Mia.
Yep,
Yeah.
logical choice. Logical
There we
choice.
go. Okay, come on, come on.
Okay.
Good.
The best any of you have done yet.
Oh, we need
Another
to get
guess.
this.
Seth.
You spoke about this from a lot, but I think this is going to be an X. But I know you have it at 5-star. I know it's your favorite. I think from this certain director, or it might not be. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes. When you're preambling, that, I'm going to say the number 10
Oh.
movie, but number 6 is
Good goal.
correct.
Yeah.
Is 10 hard? Is 10 hard?
That's the one I think is tricky, which makes sense being
Yeah.
10 out of the top 10. But so on to George, and we got a lot of lives to spare. I hope you guys can clip.
Oh,
this.
we've done fucking well on this one. Crazy.
I'm worried one guess of mine is going to give away I have 2 guesses.
It's
I'm
George's guess right now.
I have 2 guesses too, and they're both rather
Oh, okay.
recent. So I'm going to
Okay.
go with which I think might be more likely to make it into his top 10 right now. And I'm going to go with After Sun.
Great guess, but not going to be getting you
Okay.
points today.
All right,
Camera
I'll
wall.
take that. More recent than After Sun. One from the current year. I'm going to go with Challengers. Maybe.
Please
That was
don't.
actually so close to being in my top
I
10.
was going to go with
So
Challenges.
close. It probably will be if I make this list again.
I was
Okay.
going to go with Challenges. I was going to go with that.
So close.
I have another guess.
Seth, back to you.
I don't know if I have any more
I'm
guesses.
nervous. I'm like, damn, are they going to get this or not?
I don't know if I.
I don't actually know if I have any more guesses. This is a hard one, Tyler, would you say? Yeah.
Trickier than the other 9. But again, I think being number 10 on a list of 10, that makes logical sense.
Okay. Oh, man, this is tricky.
And no matter what happens here, Seth already won this game. So
Oh,
I'm going with house money.
I'll go. I have no idea because I don't know. I don't have a guess. I don't know. Signs, probably not. I don't know. I don't.
Not Signs. That is my fourth Shyamalan. So that would not be my top 10.
Oh, I thought it was your one. Oh, maybe
No.
I'm. Oh no, I'm
You
mixing
did leave when I gave my updated Shyamalan rankings. That's very fair.
Shit.
George.
I'll go with just another recent pick and take Oppenheimer.
Nope. Actually, I have Tenet. Or no, Oppenheimer's above Tenet. Yeah. So
my most recent pick for you is a movie you went on Marta's podcast to talk about, Perfect Days.
Cam Walsh with Cam Walsh.
Wow, that was good.
Which is you and George were tied going into that. So George,
that's what I was
that gave
thinking
you
of
second
before.
place.
That's what I was thinking of before Mamma Mia. But
that was a rig. I would have never.
I was nervous because you guys kept saying like a recent one.
Well, the only two
like,
recents I had was Challengers and After Sun, and just I could not speak the word Challengers, so I just
good
went
job
with that.
getting all 10.
Great job, all of you getting all 10. I'm a basic man over here.
I was impressive.
I would not have gotten bad.
Seth wins. So now we're going to go to Family Feud, which Seth, you get to choose. And we got 1,276 individual responses.
Wow.
Bonkers.
Right.
So this is team 1 versus team 2. And Seth, you're team 1, but you can choose. Do you want someone on your team to be helping you? But, you have to alternate guesses for the round. So, like, if you're so confident in yourself, you're like, I don't want some bum on my team losing me.
Can I not give them the answer if it's their question?
Well, no. So like, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Remember
the
you
way
haven't
Family
watched
Feud is,
no.
you guys can talk about it during the no, you can't.
For most of the answers, no, you won't be able to discuss. No.
I'm going solo then, just in case.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Solo. So Seth is team
Gold
1.
medalists playing together.
Mm-hmm.
We got
So-
this, George.
Yeah, let's get into this thing. So we have 3 rounds of the game, and then there's kind of like whichever team wins the game will go to the final round. So first up, we have 3 different questions of a survey that I asked 1,276 people, and here are their top 6 answers.
I like this one. It's fun.
You cannot ding in because basically what happens, I'm just explaining for Seth and the viewers who haven't maybe watched Family Feud or didn't watch last week's episode. I'll finish reading the question. You have to ding in and say ding, and then you give an answer. But you'll both, no matter who goes first, you'll both get the opportunity to give an answer. And whoever's the higher one, so the highest, most likely answer, then their team gets the chance to pick off the rest of them with 3 X's. So you can go fast, but what's most important is to try and get the top answer, the highest one between the 2.
How long have we got for each? How long have we got for each one?
It's not really time, but kind of. But this first one, when I read the question, don't say the answer, just say ding.
First or myself? I got second.
Oh yeah, true. It's your team. You can send up someone to the podium.
Oh, so we do have to ding each other then.
For this very first question, and then I'll explain it as it goes. This very first thing.
So you have to wait for the question to be read. I'll go up to the podium.
Cam. Okay, so Cam and did Scotty Scheffler win gold? Or did I your name? Hell yeah. Cam. So remember, Cam versus Seth here. Ding in. Whoever says it first, or after I finish reading the question though. But ding. Who is the greatest actor still working today?
Ding.
That was basically a tie. I don't know. Give it to Seth since he's a solo man.
I think that a majority of the audience will go with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. That's the number 1 answer. And Cam,
wow.
I forget for Family Feud, if they get the first answer, does the other team doesn't even say anything?
No.
Okay.
He brings it back to himself. So he gets the.
So Seth, now what happens is it's just you against the board. You get 1 guess, and if you get it right, you get more points. If you get it wrong, an X. If you get 3 X's before you clear them all off, George and Cam are going to have 1 opportunity to guess what a final answer is, 1 chance, and if they get it right, they steal all the points you've acquired this round.
YouTube, please tell me that I was first because I thought I was first, but YouTube can tell me. I won't fight it.
2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Who's the greatest actor still working today? Seth.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Going to be the second answer.
Yeah. Both of those.
Correct. Denzel Washington, surely.
Denzel Washington's at the 5.
Wow. I didn't think that'd be on there. Good job.
I feel like even though Robert De Niro, he'll still be there, surely.
Into the 3, doing very well.
Wow, he's
this is
still
good,
there.
George. This is George. Good.
He had Killers of the Flower Moon last year. He was
He
there.
got Oscar
He
nominated.
was bad in it.
4 and 6.
That is
Seth.
crazy. Shut up.
That is crazy.
Okay. Now it's like
I love money, sir.
I think even though his stock has massively dropped, actually no, I'm gonna go Ryan Gosling. Fuck that. I'm gonna go Ryan Gosling.
Ooh, great pick, but actually getting an X today.
Okay. I think this guy I was mentioning, his stock has dropped, but I have a feeling he'll still be here because of the film bro memes. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, that's crazy that he wasn't, but that's an X.
Wow.
That's recency bias on the hatred, I'd say, for Jake Gyllenhaal.
It is, but I just fuck.
No, that's a great pick. If I was picking based on a popular survey, I would for sure pick Jake Gyllenhaal.
Just popularity. That's why I'm
The
surprised.
final
Ryan
one.
Gosling. Surprised Ryan
Final
Gosling
one.
isn't there because he's like the man.
Right.
Best actor working today. Surely no one is saying that. I feel like final guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm between one of two. I'm
Fire
gonna
away.
go. I've just lost it. I'm gonna just because of a name, and I think it's similar with the De Niro effect, just because of their prominent career. I'm gonna go Al Pacino.
That'll be your third X today.
Fuck.
So you acquired 84 points, but Seth or Cam and George can steal it all. And when we were explaining the rules, this is where the only time you can collaborate is they have one guest here, and Cam and George can talk it out between each other. What do you want to lock in that final guest to try and steal all these points?
George, I think Timothy Chalamet is a good.
Oh.
I was thinking that, but I don't know if
We have two chances. We have two.
I
Not
know,
to give you
I
input, Cap, but that's a good guess. I quite like.
I was thinking Timmy, but I don't know if he'd be there. I'm
I
thinking,
don't know who else.
I'm strictly thinking like older people right now for some reason, just strictly because of the 4 guys on our board.
And I think by actor, are we only talking male?
Yeah.
I assume the masses also just go to males.
Yeah.
1,200 votes. I'm guessing it's a
Al
male.
Pacino not being there is interesting.
I think Timothy Chalamet is my best guess. I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think it would be like Cillian Murphy, even though he's coming off an Oscar.
Ooh, that's
What do you guys want to lock in?
All right, let's lock in Timmy. We could lock in Timmy.
Tyler's
Lock in
audience is pretty young. Like we have a fairly young audience.
Yeah,
so we don't
yeah.
have to go.
You said it confidently too. All right, we'll lock it, Timmy.
Not going to work today, Seth.
Yeah.
You keep those 84
Don't
points.
be Killian. Don't be Killian.
The number 4 answer, Tom Cruise.
Oh my god,
What?
that's hard.
I mean,
yes,
that's fine.
Cruise.
And the
That's
number
cool.
6 answer, which I think makes a little more sense based on polling than Tom Cruise,
Robert.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Joaquin
I
Oh,
thought
that-
Robert
that-
Downey
we-
would get a popular vote. To be honest,
I should have got Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, damn.
Right.
Fun round
We should-
1. We got 2 more rounds of this to see who's going to make it
George,
to the
you're up the
playoff.
podium.
All
I
right.
should have got that.
So it's George versus Seth, and again, you have to ding in. But
Yeah.
all right, remember, wait till I'm done reading the question. What is the scariest movie you've ever seen?
Ding.
That's George. George, where are we going?
I'll start with Hereditary.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep, that's gonna be the number 1
Yeah.
answer. Again, take it to your team.
Always.
Good job, George. Good job.
Low-key, I always like on Family Feud the strategy of like not going to pick off all because I
Yeah,
feel like
I
they
was-
rarely
I was
get them all. I
gonna
kind of
say.
like the stealing better because then you just
Feeling's
focus
hard
on
though.
one.
It's really hard.
Yeah, stealing is
but-
tough.
You get a lot
So-
more time to think about it. But here you go.
Alright,
We
so
got
my
5 more
turn.
answers.
So
That's
we
the
go
top
back
answer,
and back.
58.
We go back.
Are we
to
going back
right?
and forth, or is this whole
Yeah.
round?
Yeah,
me?
so George, so now it's Cam and then George. So George, you can't give any input to Cam's pick, and Cam, you
Yeah.
can't give any input. So Cam, what
I'm going
was
to go
next?
with this is what Emma considers the scariest movie, and I think it's popular. I'm going to go with Sinister.
That is
I would-
on there. No,
That would have been my second pick. Cam. I would have gone on second pick.
And George, we're back to you.
I'm trying to think of like what a majority of our audience would
The
say.
discrepancy of votes between 3 and 1 is
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, that's
wild.
crazy. So something falls between there, and I'm not confident on my answer, but I think The Shining is a safe pick.
No,
I
I
don't-
don't think so, man.
Yep, The Shining's gonna be an X. Although I will say, because I was compiling them, because obviously with 1,000 of answers, not everyone selected these 6. The Shining was like probably 7 or 8.
I wouldn't have gone to The Shining. I just felt like
I don't know if it's too
Cam.
recent. but Long Legs got a lot of that talk, so I gotta go with Long Legs. It's an
That's
I'm
it.
gonna-
The marketing
I'm
fooled
gonna
you.
steal the fuck out of these points.
I would say a bad guess on that
All
one.
right, all right.
This is where
the whole
drafting
marketing
someone to your
was
team was a
serious.
risky move. Like I know you didn't get the choice, but this is why Seth might be like, I'm kind of glad I didn't have someone on my team get X's.
The
George.
scariest movie of all time. Am I
Final
crazy to think that like at least one found footage film has to
I
be
think
here?
I have a guess. So just get me to the podium, George. You can do
can't.
this.
Oh, as in yeah.
That's so much pressure, Cam. I wish you didn't say that.
No, I think you know. We were going to not
No
The
more
Shining
speaking.
Side.
No more speaking.
No,
George.
God damn it. It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure.
guess.
I'm thinking. I really think a found footage film would have to be here. I really do, but I don't want to guess it because I think that's not a safe guess. And now I'm trying to think of like what's scary. What are we talking about? Scary?
You can do it.
I can't do it. I'm so lost.
You can do it.
I'm gonna say Paranormal Activity.
Good answer.
Third X today. Third X
I'm
today.
good.
Paranormal
I'm
Activity.
good.
What?
So
I am
Seth,
gonna-
you get
If
the
Seth
chance to
doesn't
steal.
steal-
No, okay. The Conjuring. No way.
That's
There's no
what I was
Conjuring.
going to say, George.
Conjuring's gonna be
Really?
number 2 answer today.
Yeah.
17
Yeah.
more points
Really?
to
The
total.
Conjuring is on list of scariest movies ever.
Obviously.
That's like the scariest movie I've seen.
Wait, do I carry on, Tyler?
No, it's over now. So you
Can I
get
just
to
get-
85 points though.
Can I guess Insidious? 'Cause I don't know how anyone said Insidious. This is so popular.
That wasn't on there surprisingly, but it
Wow,
doesn't matter. You already
really?
won the round anyways. Number 4 answer: The Exorcist. The
Yeah.
No
Exorcist.
way. People are lying.
Number 5 answer: It Follows.
No,
Oh.
I mean, listen, I love
Yeah.
It Follows, but people are
Nah,
lying.
shit's scary, man. Shit's
And number
scary.
6. This one's crazy. I don't know how this got that many
Midsummer.
votes. The Thing.
What?
The Thing was a 6th
That's
most
epic. The
popular.
rest I'm fine
I'm
with. That's
surprised
fine.
Insidious just based on popularity. The Conjuring was obvious. You guys should have got that.
Yeah, The Conjuring was
Yeah.
obvious. That's and it's my fault for going Long Legs immediately because I should have sat and thought for a second.
Wait, I forget. Did you see Long Legs, Cam? That's even crazier to vote for it or pick it.
Dude, everyone said it was the scariest shit they've ever seen. Like, I don't know.
No, they said it was either the scariest or the worst. You know?
Going on to round 3, Cam, you're going up to the podium.
Yeah.
Cam versus Seth. Remember, ding
2
in. This is
points
the final
double.
round.
8 points double in the last round, allegedly, according to Family Feud.
That
It
is how
not
Family Feud
just what
works.
you're
yeah.
saying.
No, that is how it works, but they still would need like 90 points. To,
Well, that's well.
'cause Seth, you had 169 points, and you can get 200 points this round if you get every single one right. But remember, wait till I'm done reading the question. Cam and Seth go up to the podium. Who is the greatest director of all time?
Ding.
That's
That's
Cam
me.
first. That's Cam.
Really? Oh,
Man.
fuck.
Okay.
It fucks me over the thing.
Martin Scorsese.
Martin Scorsese is giving me the number 2 answer. So Seth, you get a chance to guess one movie and then
I
see if you
think
can
I
get the
know
number
number
1.
one.
Or
I
director.
think, okay, just based on pure popularity and the Georges of this world, I'm going to go Nolan.
Number 1 answer today.
Ah!
Number 1 answer today.
You guys are idiots. I was voting that
So
way.
Seth, you're going to be starting with it.
Denis Villeneuve, just based again popularity.
Denis Villeneuve's your number 6 today at 5 points.
Do I carry on?
Yep, you keep going. You get all 3 X's.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick's your number 3 at 16.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino's your number 5 at 6.
Fuck, I'm good at this shit, man.
That was really impressive.
Who's like another guy?
Scotty Scheffler crying at the Olympics right now. It's making me emotional.
Heard his ass.
Captain America. You're cheering for foreigners, George.
What do you got,
It's
Seth?
Olympic time.
I'll go. I don't know. I'll put Hitchcock. I don't know.
Give me your first X. Remember, there is a chance for them to steal, and if they get it right, they will win.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Just give me your second X.
Fucking
I have the
shit.
steal, George. I have the steal, I think.
I'll let you take it. I will let you take
This
it.
is intense, intimidating.
You can tell me I'm wrong, though.
No, I'll let you take it.
I'm up against one like crazy obvious right now.
Michael Bay.
True.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Imagine if it actually was.
Good pull, good pull.
Alex Coleman logged into 9 different fucking Gmail accounts.
I'm up against one like really obvious. My brain's gone completely blank. This is
Might be Owen Patnod.
It could be Owen Patton.
Not out.
It's not Owen
She's-
Patton.
All right,
The
gonna need an answer.
I don't.
Give him a countdown or something.
Well, so what was the two I've just said? Just then.
See him on your screen, or the
Where?
ones you guessed:
No. Sorry, the ones I just guessed.
Hitchcock and Coppola.
Okay.
Give you 5 more seconds.
I don't know. I'm freaking out here. Oh, David Fincher.
Not going to be David Fincher today.
Wow.
Opportunity to steal for Cam and George, which would give you the win. Otherwise, Seth wins.
That would win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Cam is frozen, and I need him to unfreeze.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't even remotely have a guess right now because Seth said the other 3 people I was thinking. Damn it, Cam!
Am I back?
Terrible.
Oh, wait, he's back. He's back.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Just say.
I said
Just
Fincher. I
say.
said Fincher.
Steven Spielberg.
Oh yeah.
That gets that gets the
It's gonna
point.
be weird, man. Fuck.
That's why these rules are brutal because Seth clearly dominated the fuck out of all 3 rounds.
Start to finish, man. That's so bad.
I think if Denis Villeneuve, like if you would have got Spielberg but not Villeneuve, I don't think they probably would have got Villeneuve in the 6th. I think that's tough.
Spielberg
Tough the
was
way the cookies crumbled.
Fuck, man.
But it low-key kind of works better because you need 2 people for the next game anyways. And then I was gonna, if you would have won, Seth, I would have just had you pick one from their team. But still, that was very fun. That went well. So now we're into the fast money round. So it's Cam and George. Cam, pick who wants to go first.
I'll go first because I want the fun.
All right. So George, please remove your headphones. Once I add you back to the stage, stay close though. It'll take like 5, not long. So I'm gonna remove them from the stage so you can't see. All right,
Wait, I
Cam.
think you can still see your screen, right?
Well, still whatever. Go away, George.
George, don't look at.
It really doesn't matter that much. There's no prize money.
No. It matters to me. This shit means something to me, man.
All right. And just like last week, not technically going to hold strict to the 30 seconds because I need to like write this shit down. You say,
yeah,
but go as fast as you can.
Yep.
So ready?
Yep.
All right. What is the best HBO show ever?
Game of Thrones.
Oops. Excluding America, which country makes the best movies?
Japan.
Which Marvel character would do best in the Olympics?
Thor.
What is the best movie of this decade? So 2020 to 2024.
Oppenheimer.
And finally, what is the best superhero movie of all time?
The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
All right.
That was fun. Those are good questions. It's fun.
Yeah. So let's see. So first question was, what is the best HBO show ever? You said Game of Thrones. That is a number 1 answer at 50 points. So good work. And you need 200 total between the 2 of you to win this. So you got 50 already from 1 question. Second question was, excluding America, which country produces the best films? You said Japan. Survey says 26 points. That is the second most common answer is Japan.
Yeah.
So good work. Good work. Third question was, which Marvel character would do best in the Olympics? You said Thor. That is the second most popular answer at 16 points. 16. Next question. What is the best movie of this decade? You said Oppenheimer. Survey says Oppenheimer's the number 1 answer.
Yeah.
So that is a total of 40 points there.
Okay.
Huge goal.
Right. Yeah.
And final question. What is the best superhero movie of all time? You said The Dark Knight. And that is the number 1 answer at 37 points.
Okay.
So that means you got 169. George just needs 31 in his turn.
He can do this. He can do this.
So
George
can come back and we will see if he can get 31 points. So Cam did very well. You need a total of 200 points. You got 169. So you have to get 31 points from these 5 questions. But some of them that Cam got were like the heavy number 1. So like finding the number 2 is going to be kind of tough. So here we go. You ready to go through 5 questions fast, George?
Yep.
Question number 1. What is the best HBO show ever?
The Wire.
The Wire.
I mean, Cam definitely said Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Excluding America, what country produces the best movies?
Cam probably said South Korea, so I'll say Mexico.
Mexico. Number 3. Which Marvel character would do best at the Olympics?
Thanos.
Real.
I mean, you're not wrong. What is the best movie of this decade?
I'm assuming Cam said Dune, so I'll go Oppie.
He said Oppenheimer.
Then I'll go Dune.
Which Dune?
Yeah, which Dune? Dune 1 or 2?
Dune 2.
I forgot they both came out this decade. Final question: what is the best superhero movie of all time?
The Dark Knight.
You said that.
Into the Spider-Verse. Wow, I thought you said Into the Spider-Verse, Cam.
Well, it wasn't for me. It was for the
Yeah,
general
fair.
audience.
That's fair.
Man, Flake.
Yep.
Understand.
Into the Spider-Verse. All right. Well, let's see if you got enough to take us home. You need 31 points. First question was, what is the best HBO show of all time? You said The Wire. Survey says that is the number 4 answer at 5 points.
Oh, 26.
What was what were 2 and 3? Was it True
Yeah,
Detective?
I'm going to go through all those. So number 2 was The Sopranos. Number 3 was Succession. Number 5, The Last of Us. And number 6, Barry.
Wow.
A lot of recency bias here.
That high?
Next question. Excluding America, which country produces the best films? You said Mexico. Survey says 0 points.
Oh, George.
Top
George,
answer.
George, how many films other than like
I don't know. The
Alfonso
first
Cuarón.
films that came to my mind were like
I said
E2 Mama
Japan.
Tom and
Pan's
fucking-
Labyrinth? That's
and Pan's Labyrinth.
Top
What did you
answer
say?
was
What did
South
you say?
Korea with 38 points. Cam said Japan at 26.
Oh,
Then it was England in third.
Yeah,
Fourth
fuck
was
you,
France. 5 was Italy. And 6 was India.
I should not have assumed what Cam.
Yeah,
picked.
I don't know why you did. That's like
I
you
don't
just
know.
guess and get that.
I know.
Which Marvel character would do best in the Olympics? You said Thanos. Survey says 0 on that. one.
Great.
No
elite.
points.
That's an elite guess, though. He would do better.
You would
Top
do it.
answer, which I'm surprised Cam didn't say,
Captain
seeing as he
America.
said his name 50 times this
Captain
episode.
America.
Captain America
Yeah,
was the
okay.
top answer. Cam said Thor, which is second. Third was Quicksilver. Feel like it's a little
Yeah.
biased toward just the running events. He don't know how well he would do at everything else. 4, Spider-Man. I don't know if the Olympic Committee would allow the web slinging, but number 5 is Hulk, which I guess
I almost
strength
said
based.
Hulk. I almost said Hulk.
And then 6 is Black Panther, which I feel like is a very good all around. I feel like Black Panther, Captain America, very good all around.
Come on, Thanos got to be one, man.
So you still need 26 points in these last 2. So start sweating.
I'm so sorry, Cam.
Number 4, what is the best movie of this decade? You said Dune Part 2. Survey says that is the second best answer. 33 points. That gets you the win.
Good job.
So
George.
good work. Oppenheimer's the first pick. Cam said that. Third was After Sun. 4th, The
Wow.
Batman. 5, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And 6, Top Gun Maverick.
I was fucking with that.
At least Challengers isn't on that dumb list.
Hey,
Oh,
stop.
Banshee?
And the final question, what is the best superhero movie of all time? You said Into the Spider-Verse. That is the 4th answer today
Ooh.
at 11 points, which
Spider-Man
means your
2.
total was 218. So you won and it was pretty close because, like I said, Cam got all the top answers, but the dropout was pretty big after those. Number 2 is Spider-Man 2. Number 3 was The Batman. Number 5 was Logan. And number 6 was Avengers Infinity War.
Wow.
Great job all around on both the guessing favorites, trivia, and this Family Feud. You guys crushed that. That was a whole lot of fun. Great work.
Oh man, great.
Cam,
great.
I'm guessing you have to dip at this point.
Yeah, I gotta go, fellas. I appreciate it. Like I said at the start, 100 episodes is crazy. Thank you guys for doing this with me. Thank you for putting up with my short time on weekends and being a dad and all that. I appreciate having the opportunity to hop on and chit chat. I'm excited for 2-year special coming up soon. Like that's fantastic. Just really, really thankful for this community. Thankful for all of you guys.
It sounds like a leaving speech. You're not leaving us, Cam.
Nah, I'm just leaving for the week. But 100 episodes, that's monumental, man. I'm
Mhm.
really,
It is.
really proud of what we've done here.
Mhm.
And proud of the community we've built and the things we've done and the Patreon and the merch and stuff that we may not do to the best of our ability, but we do as well as we can. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. I will see y'all.
Peace out. Do we want to save that last tier list for episode for the 2-year special? Since we're
Yeah,
already
if we do this now, we'll be
right.
over 4
Yeah,
hours.
we'll be over 4. But the last thing I wanted to share in this episode, 'cause we're basically done. We probably could have just ended it with Cam on the call. Because literally the only movie news and trailers I had written down was that Squid Game season 2 is releasing December 26th and the final season next year. So cool for people who like that. I do
Yeah.
like Squid Game, so I'll be excited for it.
Same.
And then the final thing I wanted to share is, so we said at the beginning of this year, we're going to have people vote on our drafts and we're going to keep a tally of where we're all at. And at the end of the year, I think we said the prize is the winner gets to get an extra pick to add into the ReelTok collection next year. So 2 instead of 1. And the loser has to pin a letterbox review of the winner's choosing. So
Oh, yeah.
we're a little over halfway through the year at this point. So let's take a look at.
I think I
where
know,
we're
Mark.
at.
I think I know the leader was for a minute.
And this is the current rankings, which has been, so for people on our Discord, we know I had a crazy lead like 5 months ago, and I have been falling off a cliff. This was a runaway train, and we are neck and neck, except Cam's kind of dropped off. But I'm in first place at 67 points. The way we do it is like you get 4 points for first place, third point, second, yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada. 11 drafts total won. George has been on a hot streak, 63 points total, 9 drafts won. Seth, 6 drafts won, but still right out hot in the tail with 54 points.
A lot of second places, clearly. A lot of second places.
Because Cam has the same amount of drafts won as you had 6 drafts won, but down to 40 points. So don't
Cam
always have
might-
to win. You just got to not get last. And as everyone jokes about it, many times in the Discord, Cam always sells on the last pick and ends up getting like last place every time because he goes silly. But here's our current rankings. We're, about 2/3 of the way through the year. So we'll see how we end at the end of the year to see who gets a bonus pick in the ReelTok collection and who has to pin a loser's or the winner's choice of a letterbox review. That's really all I have for this episode 100 special. It's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to be doing this each and every week with you all. 100 weeks, 100 episodes. We have next week. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, so next week, for anyone who's like, oh, House of the Dragon's ending, because by the time you watch this tomorrow, we'll have finished season finale. Next week on the main episode, 101, we're going to be talking, some House of the Dragon.
Hot.
Then the week after, we should be having like an Alien special. Then I don't know the week between that, but then 104 will be our 2-year special. So we'll do more tier lists than that. Let us know what you want to see for that. Anything we did in this episode or any previous episode of what you want to like see us do. But Thursday's gonna be a draft of our favorite box office flops. And then on Patreon this week, we will be doing a movie review of John Pierre Melville's Les Samurai. Thank you for watching episode 100. 3.5 hours in the books. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.